This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. This show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's The Show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It is a Tuesday night. You're in Studio C live with the three of us. And as there is just three on staff tonight, Marnie Ryder taking the night off. It's Kat Carlson,
hey.
Al Perkins, and me. I'm Clayton McKee. Thank you for being. You don't know where to wave. It's,
There's so many things.
There's just one camera in here still.
Right.
I threw Al off. I'll show you guys in just a little bit if you haven't been watching the preview stuff. We have a kitchen cam now.
For when it turns into the cooking show we've all been promising.
Are we? Is this an official sign that we're joining the Missy Al Network then?
Yes.
Could be. Well, that's going to be our first syndicated show.
She's been resisting you for a long time. I'm not sure if she's ready. The Man Network. I've always loved that.
The man. I can't find that network you're on. I love it when your friends think it's a real network. That's funny shit.
That poor Kenyan.
Oh.
And yet I still can't convince my friends that the Q Talk America is a real network.
No, it's
so,
not.
I mean,
it's not really a real network.
It's all about how you sell it.
I'm selling, girl.
I like to just be able to say Q Talk Network, radio network. It's just us, and it's just one podcast coming out of a bedroom.
Right.
So
I'm 25% of the entire network.
And today, 33%. We've upped your stakes.
Yes.
Your stocks are rising.
I get additional shares today.
You are 33 1/3 of the entire network today. Nice. For those of you wondering about the kitchen cam, I'm going to show you. That's what the kitchen cam looks like. It's a live shot of the kitchen just outside the studio here. So should anybody walk out and decide to get a beverage this evening,
I often do.
I should say, I think he means us because you never leave that chair.
If I do,
because he's got the big gulp of Crown of Water over there.
Well, the other thing is, if I go out there, you think I'm going to turn the camera on the kitchen? Fuck no.
Hey, Bear Brand.
Now we need to learn new.
Mama Di, the recently retired, and a
Yeah,
hand.
the recently retired. Yes, look, all the people in the chat room.
Oh, and Bear, I had a thing today about God provided diseases and stuff so that he would look for comfort from him, and so God is the most documented case of Munchausen by proxy.
I saw that.
I did see that.
And my favorite disease is Munchausen by proxy because it's so fucked up that of course I love it. That and folie à deux.
Exactly.
Folie à deux.
God bless you.
That's when she's crazy, but I want the attention, so I just
act what she has.
I just act out what she has, but then I actually start to have it. I'm not just acting out the symptoms. I start
dated
to have
her
it.
one time.
Oh yeah. It's like borderline, but more fun, and they make a wine named after it.
Well,
how can you go wrong?
I know. It's like menage
You
a
really
trois. There's just good things happening. Good things happening
from
in
every
France.
angle.
Yeah.
Good things from every angle.
Oh, somebody's texting me.
Beep, beep, beep.
Oh, that's Marnie texting me, confirming that I've confirmed that she doesn't have to be here. Nobody has to be here.
I'm concerned that she's not locked
fired.
out one more time.
Yeah, no. She's confirming that she got my message saying that she's actually not going to be here. So that's good to know. So we'll just turn the phone back to sign up. But yes, there is a blender in the kitchen, Anant. There's also a blender here in the studio too. So
It's true.
The one that's just outside of the shot here next, see that little yellow thing right there by the end of my finger? That is a late 70s Hamilton Beach. It's like, what?
Wow, have we gone low tech?
Well, I don't have a green screen.
Point to it.
Well, she can't tell.
Over here in Wisconsin, it's going to be rainy.
Hey,
See the end of my finger?
I can get
That's rain.
I can paint this entire wall chroma key, and we can just sit you in front of anything.
We have been
Oh my
wanting to do
God.
that for so long.
Can we?
Oh, we can. I have the software.
But I'm always in blue or green, so
he'll blend
I'll
in.
be like a headless, not a headless.
Like a floating head.
Yeah, just a torso-less creature that floats around pointing at things.
Oh my God.
We need to maybe paint this entire room green so we can chroma key everything.
It would require a whole new wardrobe for me. So I don't think I own like two things that aren't.
Well,
blue
maybe
or
we
green.
just get you a
Just get you an
smock.
Afghan, yeah.
Get you a
I can have my Walmart greeter smirk on.
get you a three-way poncho, and you can just wear that during.
Oh, yes.
Is that your employee number? No, that's my IQ.
Oh my God.
That's wonderful.
Great topics like cookware and stovetops.
Yes. Oh, and you can see all the magnets that are on my refrigerator. Oh, and then for those of you wondering, Where did it go? Hang on.
Go back. Yeah, go back to the kitchen shot.
We lost the kitchen shot. Here's the kitchen cam shot
Okay,
again.
I'm never going to use that. I'm never going to type a thing in that fucking room now.
Well, no,
I'm just reading it.
You can read it all. On the top of that refrigerator, see the red bottle on the top of the fridge? I realize you can't see it here, but you know it. The red bottle that's up here on the top of the fridge, just behind that hump, that's purple Crown Royal bags that have been accumulating for the longest time. What are you laughing? I'm not. Well, I wish there was a pointer in the screen here. I could
Oh,
just
my
make
God.
It, that would be
Would
funny.
you like me to go point?
No, you know how John Madden used to draw on things and he'd do all that? I need to have one of those.
Oh my God.
What do they call those?
Toads need one. A Microsoft Surface.
No, well, there's that. Now, what do they call it? It's the Illustrator. It's something. I forget what that thing's called.
It's the thinger that they do in football all the time.
Yeah, where he runs around and he does this and he
coloring
breaks
and
through.
And I love that. And
He's
John
draw-
King does it on the election map.
Oh
and-
yeah, that's real big. Oh, and that's another reason that I wanted this monitor in here, and because obviously we have election season coming up in the next 18 months, so I want you to be able to see a live feed of anything that's going terribly wrong.
Very excited. Well, it's all going to go terribly wrong.
Of course it is.
Oh. We all may have to move.
God, 6 minutes into the show already, and we've covered so much: kitchens and blenders and
Minty
things.
All right,
Yes.
you're fucking your fucking internet is so fast that you hit a button. You're like, wait for it. Wait.
Well, no,
All
she's
of a
not
sudden,
having
I've got
problems.
slow, stubby fingers. I know, but hers is newer. I
yeah.
think it's time to update the iPad
Well,
to get it to this.
Yay,
Unfortunately,
new choice.
you are correct because I've updated mine and it's so much slower. It can't process everything.
No, it's like I can't think about this right now.
It's like the funnel is just pushing so much shit through it at one time. It just can't accommodate it all.
It's like me on a Monday morning.
Yes.
Just not functioning, not processing.
Meow Cal says,
Cannot
welcome.
compute.
Meow Cal, welcome to the 3-hour kitchen podcast. We have topics. I enjoy
I like that we read that like 5 minutes ago. But
Oh, I thought this was still updating. I thought this was recent.
No,
No, it's 4 minutes ago. My bad. Look at the time.
Nobody said shit to us in 4 minutes.
Fuck. Well,
They're listening to the riveting
it
conversation.
is, because that's what this
Yeah.
is. That is what
They're
this is.
stunned by the radio that
and
they're
then
listening
somebody
to.
in the Facebook
in the FaceTimes.
somebody in the FaceTimes from MySpace
Yeah.
has asked how to get to the chat room, and I'm like, hit the fucking chat button.
Yeah, go to qtalkamerica.com and hit chat, or
Or
you want to write this down. This will take you
not this
directly to
again.
the chat room, regardless of what time it is. Go to qtalkamerica.com/chat _ 284729.html. That will take you.
Follow this link.
I'm pointing at it right here.
Oh my god.
yes, and then once you get there, please bookmark it so we never have to tell you again.
Yeah. Share it with your
You know,
friends.
I would put the link in the chat room, but they can't. They're not there yet anyway. So
Awkward.
it would,
I wonder if somebody put the link on the Facebooks where they were
Oh,
originally
here,
asking.
I will do that right now.
That's a good thing.
there we go.
a good
There we
thing.
go. There we go.
Oh, we're on a
Thank
magic
God
now.
you're here and you're thinking.
Copy.
What movie is that from? Well, that's a paraphrase.
Oh, that's from 9 to 5.
No, Desperately Seeking Susan. After Madonna's fucked up every single thing in the movie, she finally figures out what's going on. She's like, well, thank God I'm here and I'm thinking.
Oh.
Always enjoyed that.
Was it? Are they asking from our Facebook page? Where are they asking this question from?
Wherever I posted.
Oh, no, who knows where the fuck that is?
But no, I'll find it. I got it.
Out there on the
There,
internet
I just
somewhere.
posted it on our Facebook page. So if you're listening and you go to the Show with Clayton McKee Facebook page, I just put the link that has the _ 284729.
Well played, sir. Orman.
Do what I can. Do what I can to help all of us here.
Good work.
At the
Look at all the
network.
good that you do.
Yes, now that we're a 33 1/3 each of the network this week.
For
I
real.
I like
I
how
feel
he
like
did
there's a-
whip math out right quick, though. He did.
I'm feeling the pressure of being a larger part.
Well,
Gotta say,
welcome to it, bitch.
I'm a little nervous.
Oh, why?
No.
We've never had a high standard yet, so I don't know why.
It's a fair point.
All right, fair enough.
Oh my God.
All right, I think I got it.
Very
Then I
busy.
can then I
Check
can
out
pay
the-
attention. to whatever-
Listen, Aaron, it's bad enough. You can't be promoting other shows in the chat room. You
What's
see
he-
what he's done? He says, "Hey, check out the catering show. You'll lose your shit." Stop it. There's
the
no cross.
catering show.
The
I think.
catering show.
Whatever. There's no cross
It's with
promotion.
a
All right.
C.
I can pay attention now. Now, if you're on, I don't know, something on our page, my page.
I have too many windows open.
Why is there a
I
Mexicana
can't even-
Fiestina? That's what he put a link in there to a YouTube show. Who is this crazy girl? Oh, there's two
See,
crazy girls.
Look, now you've distracted 33.3% of our cast. Son of a bitch.
Oh, Aaron, I had a fake cooking show on the Missy L network, Man, to compete with Oprah's own. For a couple of years, and people actually believed it. I would like post like highlights from the show online and like recipes and stuff, and people were like, "Oh."
I can't find
And people
your
would
show.
stop me and be like, and I would tell them to ask Cox Cable to find
Add the Missy L network.
At the Missy L network, and people would stop me in the elevator at work and be like, I can't find that network. I called the cable company, and I'm like, oh my god, it's fake.
It used to be you called your Wi-Fi at your house the Missy L network.
Oh, it still is the Missy L network.
Oh, is it?
No, I think you changed.
No,
No, it is the Missy L network.
Okay.
It still is. It's still.
The Man.
And it's still capitalized in the right way, so the acronym
So it
is
looks
still
like
Man.
Man,
The
yeah.
Man.
Of course it is.
It's just because Oprah pisses me off, so anything I can do to poke a little back at the bear.
All right.
I don't think she enjoys me calling
Are
her
we
a bear,
gonna
but
do a very special episode and do it like Al's favorite things?
Oh,
Can we do
we
that?
should.
Isn't every week that for the wine, the food, whatever?
I know, but I want to see him like climb up on this table and be like, and you get the wine, and you get the wine, and you get the wine.
as long as you're only pointing at me, I'm not sharing my fucking wine.
So we can just point at him.
Like,
The green shirt I'm pointing at, you can see in the right camera angle. It looks like I'm.
Well, today's
almost-
screen has a purpose, since we might as well get to some topic.
What?
Because we're halfway between 420 and Earth Day, I decided I should wear a green shirt today.
Okay.
I don't know what my excuse is the other 364 days of the year. But since we're between
How many of those shirts do you own?
about 60.
Okay, just
okay.
comparable to
And
my V-neck collection.
Yeah, and we update, not update, but we just buy the same fucking thing over and over again
Yeah.
at J. Crew every time it happens.
there's a
Pocketless
sale.
tee, occasionally a ringer. Just
Yeah.
I
Oh.
don't like something upon my breast, so no pockets.
No, don't even accentuate what's already
Right,
happening.
no symbols. I don't need to be the boob that held up an alligator or anything like that. The breast that keeps a polo horse from sinking. Like, that's not my job.
I feel the exact same way about shirt pockets as it turns out,
Oh, it's good to
Yeah.
know.
because they don't sit right.
They're
No.
unflattering.
Well, no, but then
And then what
the
are you gonna
breast
do?
factor between you two is
Right.
almost exactly
Similar.
the same.
Yeah, same size.
I mean, I'm catching up. I'm not going to throw myself out of that little
right.
equation,
Well,
but yeah, look at you.
I'm saying.
One of these things
Yeah.
doesn't belong here.
And then
One-
worse yet for me with the shirt pocket is then I just put things in there.
Yeah.
And by the end of the day, you just got like a whole bunch of shit. in
By
here.
the end of the day, somehow I've got like a candy bar and a pack of Marlboros and 18 pens and a cell phone. Just
And I'm a
I'll
diabetic
herk it out of my
non-smoker.
shirt.
I like that the Marlboro's there and she doesn't smoke.
Right.
not having for years. No,
Right.
And I think
that's still where they go.
Sure.
Is in the
and
shirt
I don't
pocket.
like pockets because when I get nervous or if I start to have any kind of a panic attack,
Mm-hmm.
I start emptying my pockets, and I do it in grocery stores. So I can't go into like somewhere in like a public space with stuff in my pocket because I know that I'm going to freak out and empty my pockets, like, and I'll do it anywhere
Right.
without knowing it. And I'll just empty my pockets, like everything in them, like on top of the grapes.
Okay.
And then
Oh.
like 20 minutes later when I calm down, I'm like, fuck, all my stuff's
I
gone.
left all my shit in
So
produce.
now I have to keep it like in the cart
Oh.
because I have such bad panic attacks in like big public places. That's why if you ever see me, like my phone's always in my, like everything's in
Yeah.
my hand because
I
don't
didn't
mind
realize
it.
that about you.
I didn't mind if and I didn't realize it till years later. Like what is the common denominator with me in any store that I can't find my keys? Like, or people are chasing me around.
Hello, Cunty in the chat room has asked the question: if I use a metal spatula in a microwave, can I make a grilled cheese?
Yes, and a small fire.
Now, I would like.
Please
in fact-
try that at
in
home
fact,
and report back.
If you would record the entire activity and then post it on our Facebook page.
And when you're done, why not draw your cat?
See how that works out.
Sure. As long as bad ideas in the microwave is something in our new kitchen show, why not?
Well, occasionally you will find a video on Facebook where a cat is willingly being dried or will get in water with no problem.
Oh, I love swimming kitties. I had one once. They're
Oh.
so very fun. And
That's
they're
not
very-
it's not
Yeah. I feel like I'm in the middle of a metaphor.
Yeah.
I don't want to like go all the way into the dike there. If that's okay.
No.
Put your finger in the dike.
No metaphor. An actual four-legged
Swimming
feline.
pussy, all right.
A feline that floated.
A
and,
feline that liked to float and would just crawl in the tub with you.
no.
Yeah.
Now, mom's cat, the weirdest thing, moms will sit outside the shower door and wait for mom to get out of the shower. And then as soon as she opens the door, like mom's cat goes in and like licks all the water off the floor, just
Oh,
sits in
I've
it.
certainly had those
Loves
cats
that.
too.
But doesn't want to get in the
was like,
active
what?
shower. Yeah, mom's cat that
Oh,
doesn't.
licks all the water off the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, not off of mom.
I-
No, that's
well,
a
no.
different show.
I have a pussy story.
Oh,
And
This ought to be good.
This early in
I
the
don't
show?
know who Hello Cunty is, but you're my new best friend, and Nero's here, and Meow Cal, and that is we freakingly ask questions. How do I use the chat? How do I chat with the cast? Hit the fucking chat button. I would voice record that one just for more fun.
You should. Okay.
Click here to find out how to get into the chat room. Hit the fucking chat button.
Can we add that to the pre-show loop?
I think we should.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like we should.
Hit the fucking do it now. Anyways,
Hey,
or
want to
something
chat with
that's-
us?
So
Hit
wait a
the
minute.
fucking chat
So
button.
here, let's take this segment right now. Let's do it now. So I want you to say just you. I'll pre-do it and I'll say, what do you do when you want to get into the chat room? And you just say what you said, okay?
Okay.
So what do you want to do if you'd like to chat with us?
Hit the fucking chat button.
Oh my God.
Right down the time.
Tens of listeners.
So, because I'm always tricked into living with cats,
Really?
against my will.
Tricked?
Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Fucker. So, he had this one cat who shall remain nameless because I don't think I ever knew its name. But when I would take a bath, it would get along the back ledge because I had one of those garden tubs.
Mm-hmm.
Like you.
It would sit along the back and like swat at the bubbles while I was in the bathtub, and I did find that kind of charming. And then it would like lay there once the bubbles had gone down enough. You know, no bubble bath lasts forever, sadly.
Right.
And then the cat would just kind of lay there and like stare at me while I was drinking my wine in the bathtub. It would be we had a very pleasant relationship. Very,
There you go.
professional courtesy. But the beginning of it with the sweat, thank God that thing was clawed or declawed or whatever that word is, because that
No
could've been
claws?
dangerous.
Sans claws.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sans,
that's
sans
a decon.
claws.
Yes.
Well, Brand, it's good to have dreams. I'm a lot of people's alarm in the morning.
Yeah. Especially
I'm
people that are
often
half
alarmed
dead on
by Al in the
413.
Yeah.
Jeez, Christ.
Lord Almighty.
Well, let's catch up around the old table. It's just the three of us, so this ought to be exciting.
Well,
Kat Carlson.
you don't know. I could have had an exciting week.
I don't know. I haven't talked
I
to you in a
most
few
certainly
days.
could have.
I've messaged you here and there, but I have not
All
seen
right,
you.
follow-up question. Did you?
Nope, sure didn't.
Well, now, wait a minute. Now, you said
Now-
before you got here, she was trying to encourage me to day drink more
Oh,
because
this is a thing.
I'm making the comment about how I'm getting kind of bored with, I think it's just out of habit, and I go late at night and I show up and I'm like, I really have no reason to be here. I'm not enjoying any of this,
Right.
with the occasional laugh here and there from somebody. But she's like, gotta come day drink.
So
Gotta come
I'm-
join us.
I'm much
Yeah.
more of a day drinker.
I'm like 4 years into a firm belief that I don't actually have to walk into a bar except for to work after 5 p.m.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
No, I don't need to go out at night and deal with people. No, I want to be in the bar. And people ask me about bars in town. They're like, oh, hey, what do you think about the bunkhouse? And what do you think about this? And I'm like, go in the morning. Because
Yeah.
that's when I go, because that's when it's fun. There's like 8 people there, and I know every fucking one of them. And I sort of like some of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I've always been a fan of day drinking, and I'm much more likely to join you on a Monday afternoon bender. Like,
Oh.
I will text you. Yeah,
Get on
because
that.
I did just
'Cause
that yesterday.
I've only got 5 more weeks of Drag Race on
Yeah.
a Monday night, so I could be drinking the day and sleep.
Win-win-win.
yeah, everybody wins.
Mondays, it's a thing now.
Plus,
Sounds good.
occasionally after work, not constantly, but occasionally after work, we'll go have an 8 a.m. cocktail, and that's just fun.
Well, yeah.
That is just fun.
You know what I mean? A good morning, what have you?
I like it. Yeah, I went on a mini
Probably
adventure
vodka.
yesterday because I didn't intend to leave my house. I intended to just stay home and Netflix and be a hermit for the day because I worked, 4 days in a row, which is kind of a lot.
Oh, the struggle.
For those of you that work full-time jobs, we apologize.
I've been covering shifts. I worked 5 out of 7 days last week and just was exhausted.
Yeah.
Phew.
4 and 5 hour shifts will put you through it.
Some of them were actual 8-hour shifts.
Oh.
The horror.
They asked her to leave,
Yeah.
but she stayed.
I'll stay I will persevere.
But yeah, so Sunday night, Ron Rogers had stopped by as I was working at the bar and said, what are you doing tomorrow? And I told him, Netflix and couch. That's all I'm doing. And he got a kind of a sad look on his face, poor little puppy dog. And so I started to feel bad after I'd had a nap and some food and another nap.
like you do.
No,
Right.
no judgment.
No, because
None.
Monday I woke up and I took children to school and I had to drop my car off because it needed brakes. It was making a wonderful like metal on metal kind of a sound. So I was like,
I hear that's bad.
I thought it might be. I felt like maybe that should be remedied at some point. So I waited 2 weeks and then I took it in.
Like you do.
Why do today what you can easily put off till tomorrow?
Because it started right before Pride and I was like, nope, nothing's happening.
And
We're
it
just gonna
only
drive
does
the
it when
janky
you
car.
when you're stopping.
Right.
When you're rolling, you're
So just
good.
keep going.
Yeah.
Constantly
So
in
just
motion.
don't stop.
Yeah. Don't stop believing.
As my friend Gina says, constantly in motion.
So I got up in the morning, ran a few errands, went home, took a little nap, woke up, had a little food, went back to sleep, and then woke up. Van was done. Oh, good. Went back, picked it up, and then I was like, oh, well, I feel rested. I've been fed. I feel accomplished. I got something done today.
Right.
I should go celebrate.
You could stop somewhere if you wanted to.
I sure could.
Oh!
Sure could.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And now you have that. Oh, I get it. This show is so deep.
Yeah.
So profound. The profundities.
So I buzzed my happy ass on down to the bunkhouse, and sure as shit, who didn't I find but Mr.
Ronald Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gina was there, of course. Right?
Well, there's a shocking bit of news.
What?
No, but here's
the headline.
Here's the twist that's coming, and we realize this is stimulating for you, those of you who do not live in the metropolitan Phoenix area.
This is my life, and the people
Gina
are interested.
is about to embark on like a 4 or 5 week vacation to where she's moving to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. With her
So-
boyfriend / husband.
Right. So
I believe they're going to go visit this
Ron
summer.
Ron is doing interviews to replace Gina, and she's on the short list.
That is hysterical.
I feel like I don't have big enough boobs.
But you know
first of all.
what? The Will comes along as in the Gina package, so you need to be there is an adopt-a-pet involved.
All right.
But he's with Gina, but not with the Ron though. Does
Right, I'm just saying
the
that
Wilk go with the Ron?
occasionally.
Are you saying that he's interviewing for Gina replacements? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying that if you're taking Gina's role,
I don't think that I am.
There are other sitters. You don't think you're going to get it?
I don't think I'm going to get the job.
I don't think she really wants her hat in the ring for that.
The interview didn't go as well as you planned.
Did I not say my boobs aren't big enough?
I feel like we should call Gina live and talk to her. Ron's working at Stacy's right now, so we can't call him. But Gina, I'm sure, is free.
She's a very busy woman.
She ain't that busy. No. Well, I'll see if I can call her out.
I mean, we have liquor.
Since
Don't
when do we
make her
do
call,
phone?
have her show
Since
up.
when do we do phone calls?
I'm gonna call.
She's live. It's live or nothing. No phone calls. We don't
My
want to.
goodness.
We already tried that
I'm
once.
gonna
There you
text
go.
her. Right
Text
now.
her and tell her to come down.
I'm gonna text her right now.
Come over.
Come
we
on
got
over.
an
She's a
open
good
chair.
time.
May I use my
us a good
text
time.
to talk?
Yeah.
My talk to text, either way. Stand by. Gina, we don't know where you are, but we want you to come be on our show tonight live in Studio C. So please respond to the text and let us know that you can come drink and play with us.
Hey,
Also,
Harrison.
BYOB.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
Brand.
stand by. Oh, yeah. Also, it's BYOB.
No, that's important because you're not touching my wine.
I mean, I got a couple of beers in there, but I feel
But
like
yeah,
it's
right
not
now.
enough.
Yeah, so it's a long show. I need the whole bottle, as we proved last week.
I just sent
No.
her. Okay, we just sent the text. We'll see
Did
how
I
this goes.
finish the champagne, the wine, and partake in the moonshine last week?
No, you left a little bit of something in a bottle. I don't recall what it was, but I knew it was going to be bad by the time you got here, so I gave it to Michael.
Oh, okay.
He did
Oh,
like
good.
2 glasses. You know how the 5-year-olds drink. So he 2
Oh,
down,
no,
she
yeah,
was done.
he's good with that.
But I knew that you weren't going to drink it anyway, so it was for him. He was fucking thrilled.
Yeah, he likes my wine choices. Okay, so
He likes free booze. Let's just be clear.
All right.
He'll drink Thunderbird out of a bottle if you left it in the fridge.
true story.
Free booze is free booze.
Hello, Harrison and Brand. You are
Hi,
the last
Harrison.
one on our list that we do not have written down where you're from and clues to your possible.
Do we have gender? Alice keeping the list of where the fuck you are and what you are.
Or however you
feel like-
self-identify.
Yeah,
Right.
however
I
you
feel
wanna.
like maybe we've offended some people there.
Oh, but who cares? Because eventually they all come back because they want to
That's
hear
true.
more about it.
That's legit.
By the way, there was a wonderful story. If any of you haven't seen it, I posted it on my Facebook, and I think I did it. Maybe I shared it on our show's Facebook page. I don't recall. NBC News did a story this week on a little boy who, at a very, very young age, was obviously showing signs of not being in the correct body. Always wanted to be a boy. Always acted like it. Wanted his hair cut like it.
Like 3
always
years
acted-
old or so.
Fantastic story. The NBC News
see
did.
that one.
I watched it. It's really a great one. And tonight it was supposed to be on the NBC Nightly News. I obviously, because of the show, I haven't watched yet, but it's like a 7-minute segment that you can watch on Facebook. NBC News did a really wonderful job with this story.
Yeah.
Just I forget what the name of when she was identified as a girl, but Jacob is the name, and it's just a glowing, wonderful, happy child finally.
Well, and that's such a cool thing to watch parents who are able to just listen to their children and let their children
Yes.
be who they're going to be.
Right.
Because it's hard. Like even the children that I live with aren't mine. I didn't bear them. I didn't like pin all these hopes on them, because I think that's what happens. Like, you have the child and then you imagine and
The
you
stage
dream
mother,
and
if you will,
Right.
you're going to live out my dreams because I couldn't.
Well, not even that. Like, you just imagine like how things are going to be. Like, you imagine that, oh my God, he's going to play baseball and we're going to go to all the practices and we're going to do this. And then it turns out that he hates baseball. And then there's like there's that disappointment. And I actually had a little bit of that. Like, the oldest struggled with reading, and I was like, oh, he's going to kindergarten. He's going to learn to read. We're going to read all the books. That's my thing. Totally into it. And then he spent 3 years crying every time somebody waved a book at his face.
Oh, wow.
Oh. So it is like, whether you're a biological parent or a step parent or whatever, like if you really get invested in the kid's life, like you really do kind of like have this projection of things that you kind of want to put on them, and sometimes it's hard to reel that back in. So parents that are dealing with like really, the transgender kids and the really young like gay kids and anything just kind of quote unquote out of the ordinary, the parents that are able to say, okay, here's what it is, and here's what my child's telling me, and I'm going to let them be the person that they're going to be at every age. That's the coolest thing in the world. I think that's a really
but if
cool
you
thing.
haven't, just go to NBC Nightly News or NBC's website and look it up. It's a great story about a family who she realized that the one of the emotional parts of the whole story was that the mom was driving with, I think they had 3 kids, but she was driving somewhere and a car almost hit them. Mm-hmm. And that was her moment where she's like, if this would have been it, if that would have been the moment, would I have wanted him to die never being who he was?
Right.
Sure.
And it was like just that it's a moment that I would have never thought that would have been the moment that the mom was like, this is where this stops. This is it.
Right.
I would have never thought that either would have been the moment. It was very interesting. It's a great thing. And just when you see the look on the boy's face that he is happy and he's smiling and he's laughing,
and such a cute little kid.
like they do show the pictures and video footage of him when he was still he was still in the girl mode,
presenting as
right. And then just the happiness that came after that, it was just he just blossomed and he's just a happy kid. So anyway, it's a great story. I don't want to berate it too much, but it's a great story, and if you can find it, check it out. I just think everybody should watch it.
Out of NBC, you said?
NBC News, NBC Nightly News.
Okay.
Yeah. Very good deal. We got way off of what you've been up to because
we sure did, because that was
you were on the couch. We got to Gina.
We're
We're still trying to text Gina. I'm actually doing a recon mission right now through Ron Rogers to get to Gina. So what have you been doing? Teal shirt.
I got this.
She may not want to be found.
Not knocked out of me last week. Just literally,
Did you get
figuratively,
lippy?
spiritually. No, it was. I worked 20 some hours of overtime.
Oh, sure.
Did a little orienting of someone who never, like someone fresh out of school.
Oh, no.
First day ever with other humans.
Now, are
and-
you one of those nurses that like eat their own young? You're just like either get it or don't. You have no time.
No. Because I came to it very late in life, and I came in with no experience whatsoever. So I'm good.
Well, that's nice.
I'm good, but
I wasn't judging either way. Just curious.
No,
Because that's one of those fields
but
where
I-
a lot of them like
old
just tear
bitches.
up the new ones.
Oh yeah, old bitches. No, I'm good. It's
very nice.
They leave me with a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because I'm pleasant and I try to keep it light, and I try to keep them like, this can be horrible, so try to stay upbeat.
Right.
And but then it was just a terrible Saturday night was just god awful, like emotionally, spiritually, physically, like every possible way. And so Sunday I went to Einstein Bagels and I got they're not allowed in my house anymore, but the bagels were allowed back.
Oh, good.
Because we needed some fucking comfort food, and there's nothing like a bagel.
The bagel embargo is up.
No,
embargo.
It's a one-time only lifting of the bagel embargo. It's still a terrorist state.
On their Einstein, so there's what?
Wait, I'm gonna
I
write down
don't know
bagel
who's changing
embargo
their
watch.
names every time, but it's getting funnier and funnier. So
until it goes to court.
Oh no.
Wow.
hey, yeah, exactly.
How do you self-identify? 16 to 20?
16 will get you 20. So it was busy, and I did the whole thing last week of like working out or working, and went in early, did
Good for
interviews, and it was just a busy week. And then Sunday morning came, and I shut the fuck down.
Like you do.
I just buried myself in a thing of bagels with some vegetable schmear, which was, I don't know what the fuck schmear is, but I guess it's cream cheese.
Yes.
I guess in some world it's called cream
I
cheese.
believe that's
Sounds lovely.
Jewish for cream cheese.
Schmear. You got a
You
schmear?
got a schmear. Oh my god, I loved it. It was so good.
Suddenly he's Michael Myers.
And then yesterday I got a lovely from my new masseur. I think is how you say it.
Use your words.
Yeah, that his name is Josh, and he is spectacular.
Handsome
I'm
motherfucker.
gonna write that down.
I could care less. I've never actually seen his face. I just know he's got giant hands, and
he's
good
face
at
down in
what-
a towel.
Well, that's why
yeah.
I called him a handsy motherfucker, not handsome.
Oh, I think he's handsome. My mistake.
It was a
He's reading
massage
ahead.
pun.
So yeah, yeah. No, I work with our day shift is kind of bitchy, but our night shift is really nice. So, as I'm just reading along with what Bear is saying. So then today, as I'm kind of like getting back into the swing of things and deciding, all right, I can deal with people again. Like,
welcome back.
I've repaired my spiritual needs through bagels. Like, God
I'm
intended.
super glad you decided that before coming here.
Yeah. So I'm riding my bike over here, and it's a beautiful night. You know, the sun is up now, so I don't have to ride
Right.
where the lights, and I wear a hell of a lot less safety gear. Like I have flip flops on, not my sneakers.
Sure.
Because
Less reflective gear, right?
if you're gonna hit me, you're gonna hit me because there's something wrong with you, not because I'm not properly lit up. It's called the sun, and it's working.
Sure.
So I'm riding down Campbell, and we're gonna call them lesbians. We're just gonna play the odds. 2 women, 2 dogs, short haircuts.
Short hair. Yep. Done.
She kind of manly.
Lesbian.
No, but very friendly. So I just
She looked
and everybody in my
like
neighborhood
a man.
is looking like a man. So they did not though. They were lovely. As men are lovely too. I'm just digging myself deeper into this hole. They might possibly be listeners because they seem to know me. So Missy Elf's knocking on the meds. So I'm riding down the street, and everybody's very friendly on the ride here in our little neighborhood.
How many fucking people do you see?
All the time. There's people outside
It's
in their
dog
lawns,
walking hour,
it's
yeah.
and it really is.
Oh,
dog
that's a
walking
good
hour.
point. It's a good point.
And especially now that it's light outside, we're
Prime
hedging
time.
up.
Just got home from work.
Dykes and dogs are pretty much everywhere in the neighborhood. So
The D&D.
the Batman and Robin couple are walking towards me.
I feel like I want to have an event at Cobalt called Dykes and Dogs
Dykes
for
and
some
Dogs.
reason.
Fundraiser.
How you get
Well,
along? Like
they're-
Dykes and Dogs. State and Maine. Anyways, I'm just going to quote the movies that I'm doing. So I'm riding, we smile, and they gave me a bigger smile than I was used to. Usually it's just a friendly, yeah, whatever. Keep
Was your
moving.
fly open?
No. So the one lady goes, "Oh my God." She's like, "You're not singing." And I'm like, "What?"
Did you think you were singing?
No, she's like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "You're always singing on the street." And I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm the crazy homeless person that walks up and down the street singing."
Most people don't have an $800 bike like you do.
Probably not. And not a $600 iPhone.
Right,
Playing
right,
the music that they're
right,
singing along to.
right.
It was just the funniest thing is I had to catalog how many times I ride down Campbell with my headphones on thinking, well, nobody's got their windows open.
Right,
And just
nobody's
singing at the
listening.
top of my lungs. Oh no, this couple's been watching me for a while. They're like, "You're not singing, what's wrong?" I'm like, "Well, I have had a hard week."
Wondering where the fuck his headphones are.
But oh my God, it was just funny. So I'm like, "That's embarrassing, but thank you."
That's fun.
So that was the story I was gonna tell you, but I'm like, "I'll save it till
Oh,
around there."
that's a
Good
fun
story.
one.
Yeah,
That's
it was
a fun
funny.
one.
I like it.
Oh, why aren't you singing? And you're like, oh, it's been a bad week. That's
And
funny
McKee,
shit.
what have you been up to?
The huge, apparently. Well, here's one of my new missions. Did I mention last week about the bird bath? Or no?
I saw the Facebook game.
Yeah,
You saw the Facebook, right.
I saw a plea for,
Well,
I don't know, birds,
Somebody
bath.
please
What are we
send
looking
me a
for?
bird
Well,
bath. Right.
here's
Somebody
what-
bathed me. Somebody sent me a
Do you
bird.
have
No.
dirty birds? Is that
No.
what the issue is?
Dirty birds.
No. Look where I'm
Write that down.
pointing.
That's a good drinking word.
Look where I'm pointing now. No. So there was a post from some. I'm pointing at Al's shirt right here. It's right here. This is the best. If you can see the screen, it's like I'm pointing at your shirt. Remember, I squish your head.
A falsetto child.
Anywho, somebody posted a thing about, and we've all heard and seen on the news how the bees, the diminishing in population,
Yes.
and
sad
the bees do so much in pollinating, and we
They keep
can't
us alive. They
we can't
literally keep
survive
us
without
alive.
the bees.
They help make food.
let
people.
alone honey, but they pollinate and do all of that stuff.
Pooh Bears of the world are gonna starve.
So, one of the posts that I saw was if you put a water source around that. I didn't know this. Wasps can land on pools, and they can the water tension across the top. They can float and they can drink and they get it. Even though we're not real happy with the wasps. But anyway,
Not excited about
bees cannot do that.
No me gusta.
Bees cannot do that. Bees will drown. So they have to have something to land on
But
to
it takes
get
them a long fucking time
to get to the water.
For real, they flap around for a really long
So
time.
anyway,
in
the
pool.
post that I saw was about having a still water, like a reservoir with like some sort of rock or a stone. Actually, the one I saw were big marbles, so that the bees can land on them and get water. Well, what I thought about doing was, we're in fucking Arizona, so birds need water, bees need water. So I was on a pursuit of some sort of a.
Even educated fleas need water.
Oh, a Cole Porter reference.
Wow,
She's my friend.
very good right now.
I mean,
Anyway, so I thought, I needed some sort of a bird bath so I could perpetuate this water giving thing. So I went to Lowe's the other night after I was visiting with my mom, and
you gave water to a homeless person.
No, I did not.
I was just guessing.
No.
saw some fleas making out.
Birds do it, bees do it. Thank you very much. Anyway, so there's a little fountain in my backyard now. I found a big dish, a little pump, so the water's not stagnant all the time. It moves.
I'm
The
afraid
bir-
of what that hand gesture signifies
This
for
is
the deaf.
water moving.
Deaf listeners are now offended.
Write that down.
Or turned on. I'm not sure what.
Ooh, that could be exciting for them. And then,
For them.
then everybody just claps.
Them.
Point.
What am I pointing at now?
Who cares?
Whatever I'm pointing is always off camera. They're over there. I'll
Wisconsin.
Dennis Quaid it, yeah.
Anyway, fountains there. Suffered through the weekend. Saguaro Cup was here. Our softball players from all over the country were in town for the weekend, so I got to see some friends that were in town just for the softball tournament. I see them literally once a year because I don't.
The Saguaro Cup. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And any of the American gays, I'm not sure if they do this internationally, but the gay softball league it's a wonderful event.
Mm-hmm.
It brings a couple of ne'er-do-wells to town, but mostly it's really friendly guys that are active and like really friendly, and they travel around town to town. I don't know if it's just in the Southwest or if that's just our league, but
No, it's
actually
national.
there's actually a couple of leagues that you can join. There's an American one, there's a national one. Like there's a couple of leagues that will sanction your local gay softball, whatever.
And ours locally is the Cactus Cities, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe,
or is it the Southwestern is?
And they're like a subsidiary, or they feed up to.
Because these
I
kids
can look
travel
it up. It's a day
everywhere.
something.
They'll be in Pittsburgh, and they'll be in Boston, and they'll be in Denver, and Seattle.
And we get them
They're all over.
in the early spring and late fall. We get them in our nice months, and then they travel to places that are fit for human consumption.
Well, in the tournament that was just here, the Saguaro Cup is pretty regional. Like you don't get a lot of East Coast gays coming in for it. Like you don't get a lot of teams that
What's the
travel
second
quite
one?
that
Because
far.
this is the Saguaro Cup. There's another one later.
There's the one that brings in the national one, but I mean it's just a
Oh,
friendly
you know
thing.
what I'm
So if you're
confusing
looking
it
for
Are you
with?
thinking of World Series?
No, I'm confusing with flag football. Because the
Oh,
flag,
yeah, 'cause the
football,
flag football,
those
that is
boys
national.
is national. That's the they got an acronym. It's the you talk.
in and out. The other
In and
one is
out, the
if you're
national gay-
if you're a rougher gay.
The rugby?
The gay rugby. Oh my God, you read my mind. Oh my God, we're on the same page, Cole Porter. The gay rugby. Those are some hot boys.
Yeah.
But they're a little rowdy.
The girl's not so hot.
Oh,
It's the NG. I'm thinking of the NGFFL, which is the National Gay Flag Football League.
Sure.
They're the ones who come here now. And Tony, which you might remember, Tony works at Charlie's. He does the lighting. Tony's on rugby. He just came back recently. He is 2 months ago. He was in Australia for a tournament.
My friend Shane.
Shane from Seattle.
Yeah, he played with them for a while.
That's nice.
And
they go all over the place.
Somewhere in that story, I can't remember. Oh, my mom used to come.
That was
play
not what
rugby?
I was expecting.
Yeah.
Totally not.
Ruthie was a rugby player.
But one of the things, yes, she was. No, one of the things she loved boxing. Rugby was the next thing she was going to take up. If she could only make that 5 foot requirement. But my mom would come out for the gay softball league, and that's why that's how I got to know so many of them.
Oh, fun.
Because we would try to find stuff for her to do outside when the weather was nice, and she loved all sports. And I wasn't going to take her to a golf match because first off, I'm not real bigger than lesbians, but I am, of course. But golf
camera
is
shots
boring,
on
but
TV
turns
are
out
beautiful.
She loves exactly.
If you've got a nice TV, golf is nice to look at.
Yeah.
It is nice to look at. It's lovely to nap to.
Right.
And they whisper so they don't wake you up. It's very polite.
That's very nice.
But she loved it, and she would go and meet them. And LD, remember we talked about LD passed away a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Because he was there. I could hike my mom up the stand, sit her next to LD, and then me and Jason Carlton could go play and drink.
Oh, I didn't realize that's another
like a good
backstory.
time.
Yeah, so we would have a great time. We would park my mother up next to LD. They would talk about being old and young boys, and they seemed to
Sure.
like. I mean, they loved each other. So
Oh, that's cute. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so we would time out the gay softball, and she loved it because as far as she was concerned, it was real baseball.
Yeah.
Right on.
You know what I mean? Her eyes are bad. Take her glasses away. Hell, it's real.
Who cares? Give her a gin
Look
fizz.
at that, Jose Canseco.
No, just another Latino.
Look at that long-haired Mexican boy.
No, but we also
I'm on board for that.
I used to take her to spring training, but that was a little too much. The parks were too big, the stands were too big, so spring training was too much with a woman with congestive heart failure for 15 years. But the gay softball leagues were in smaller
Is that
stadiums.
you or your mother?
Oh, her.
Okay.
So getting her up the bleacher stands, and everybody was just so nice to see someone's mom there. They were all so excited.
Oh,
that
the gays
there was,
do love a mom.
They
Yeah.
love a mom, so they. I mean,
Oh, I don't know that
They-
firsthand.
Yeah, for sure. They
and
go
it
crazy
just
for
used
a
to
mom.
crack me up. I'm like, stop giving the midget beers. She's 4'11". Actually, she's like
Oh,
4'9".
get her a
She's
drink.
4'9". She weighs about 70 pounds.
The gays really
The
love
two
a drunk
beers-
mom. Look,
Yes, and they want to help.
you think the gays love a mom showing
then-
up to shit? The
and then
gays
by the end of
really
it-
love a drunk
I won't
mom.
carry her luggage. Can you imagine? I feel about carrying her.
Yeah. And at the end of that
Yeah,
Sunday,
but look at all of these boys that love moms that would do it for you.
and at the end of that
It was
Sunday, you
hysterical.
get this. You know, my mom would never drink with me. My mom would never hang out like
Well,
you do.
Yeah, you
Used
gotta
to be
leave
the
before that.
funniest thing was and Carlton and I going to find stronger liquor, and my mom was like, here's $20. Because she was like, this beer's shitty.
Nice.
Can I get a gin, please?
All of a sudden she whips out her purse that she wore around her neck. Here's $20. Get something good. This beer's shitty. Just cracked me up. Jason Carlton and I are way in the west side.
Oh yeah, okay, because they're all over the valley. They have to take so many different fields because there's so many of them. They were actually playing in Gilbert on purpose this past weekend.
On
I'm like,
purpose?
the fuck?
Who
Oh,
does that?
this was like Scaryvale or something. But the
Maryvale.
funny thing about it is I realized the end of that story was Jason and I gave my mom a glass of vodka and told her we spent all the money. There was no mixer. And she's like, okay.
No,
It was like 95 degrees. So she stirred it around with her eyes. She's like, vodka water. I'm like, oh, God, I am related to
in
her.
an odd case of irony, we've done the same thing to Al over the years.
Oh, spent all your money. No mixer. Here's some vodka.
Seriously, until we started I forgot all about that day at the ballpark with LD and my mom and making her drink straight vodka.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Just vodka water. Because it was like 95 degrees.
Yeah,
Too funny.
my gosh,
All right, do we have another segment?
we do in a minute.
Sure.
We've
Take it.
we've wrapped
Did
up
we
everything?
cover everybody's everything?
I think we got all that.
I went to see a play.
Oh, what'd you
Oh,
see?
did you see? Oh, I saw your...
The Musical Adventures of Flat Stanley.
Oh, I'm not familiar.
I have to go
It
get
was-
something. Talk.
Okay, can
Oh, camera...
I'm not
kitchen
going to-
cam.
Kitchen cam!
Kitchen cam better be fucking on.
to this office.
damn it.
Well, there's no
Hey,
office
can a
cam.
beer follow you back?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And some wine?
Sure. What a good idea.
Yeah, so I went to see the Musical Adventures of Flat Stanley. I took the children because I am just inflicting theater on them because they have no choice at this point.
Yes, and that is the best
And
thing to do for
that's
children.
the best time to do it, yeah. And it turns out, because the last play that we saw was The Emperor's New Clothes, and so it was just a straight play, and very funny, but straight play, no music, and this was a musical. It turns out the little one loves the musicals. The big one, not so much. I was enthralled. There was a tap number, there was singing, there was choreography. I was all about it.
No, I'm good.
Are you going to keep the bottle?
Yeah, after the first glass, I keep it.
Oh.
Because I don't like it too cold.
Right.
And I also don't... Well, I'll
It comes over, it gets warm on the bike ride, then it goes and it
know
cools
what I
off in the
have now?
fridge.
I'll
and then
put it
comes
back
and
for
lives right
Kitchen
there.
Cam, because I think we need one good episode of Kitchen Cam.
Well, we
for
might have
sure.
to. But you know what I also have now? Since Mom retired, she gave me her little in-office mini refrigerator. So I can actually incorporate a refrigerator to the studio.
I think we're able to walk 6 feet to the fucking
I know.
refrigerator.
And now we have a camera.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
with the time delay, I think viewers will know how close the kitchen is to where we're
It is
currently
very,
sitting.
you're very
As
adjacent.
the crow flies, well, it's dead
Right.
because of the wall, but as the crow flies,
It's right about
How is that crow?
dead.
there.
Thank you, Tippy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we were supporting a small local theater group, the Value Theater,
Excellent group.
which is a really great group to support. So we
God,
bought
that's
our
a lot of noise,
tickets
sorry.
and went to see and like I said, the little guy, he loves the musical. Like he through the last play that we saw, he was like up and down and kind of around and kind of distracted. This one sat in his little seat. He brought his little best friend Woof Woof, the stuffed animal that he carries everywhere. Woof Woof got to come to the theater, and they were just absolutely enthralled.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. The 9-year-old, I was like, hey, what'd you think of that tap dance number, huh? And he got like all kinds of red in the face because he's so like uber like butch boy. And he got all like red in the face and was like, I didn't like it.
Oh.
I was like, oh, shut up. And then I found out that
and then you catch him in his room doing this business.
Right. But then I found
That's
out that there's a
you.
dance studio near to our house, in fact, between his school and our house, that offers not only tap lessons, but free to boys.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, guess what, dude? You're taking tap lessons.
Guess what?
Biggest disappointment in my life, because my sisters both dance, and my mom was like, oh my God, we can throw another kid at this shit and be free on Saturdays from children.
Sure.
So Miss Bev's dance studio is made famous by Michael Bennett's autobiography.
Good.
Or biography.
Sure.
So we went up the bleak and very narrow stairway to the dance studio, and they like started off my first day of tap, and my mom was like, you're gonna love this, like it's all music. And I went to my sister's recitals, and they made me stand on red, and I don't like the color red. Like, I've never liked it. I still don't like it. And they kept insisting on it, and I just threw a hissy fit that is still being like
Talked about yeah.
in downtown Niagara Falls.
Dairy.
Wait for it. And I never went back for another lesson. And my mom was like, "Oh my God, just let him stand on blue. He's got some fucking thing with red that he doesn't like red.
Just please."
I did not know this about
and
you.
so my tap dance career ended on the same day to a prima donna fit in like.
That's so sad. Yeah, and
it wasn't related to food, which usually most fits were related to. I'm not going to eat that. I'm going to run away to a neighbor's house. But this one was about the color red, and still traumatized.
And yet
I'd be a tap dancer today because she started me at like 4 or 5 years old.
Sure, like you do.
Like you do.
Yeah, my weekly update may soon be full of stories of dragging a child to tap.
And then I'll just drink because I'll be depressed. Oh, I feel we have a
calling
caller.
People?
Hang on. I'm just trying this. We're going to call people. Stand by. Stand by. We're going to see how this works out. Hi, Ron. It's Clayton.
Hola.
Hi there. You're live on the air with us. I'm here with Kat Carlson and Al Perkins. Seriously, you're on the air with us right now.
Caller, are you there?
Oh, do you know?
Good. Happy hour.
Oh, it's happy hour at Stacy's. Is Gina there drunk with you?
I wish she was. I got your message, but no sign of her yet.
We were really hoping she could come and be our fourth wheel of the show. But
hoping.
Okay, well, did you reach out to her?
I did. Nothing back here.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe we'll come see you after the show's done then, darling.
You know where to find me.
Okay, babe.
43 North 7th Avenue.
Good plug.
Good work, Ron.
Bye, Ron.
Love you, bye.
See you guys.
Bye. That's too funny.
Oh, I love that we can do phone calls
Now
like
that's
outbound.
fun.
But now we're the desperate people like that one show that used to be on the network that didn't have callers. They would call out.
They would call other people.
But we don't need. They need callers. We
No.
don't need them. I was just hoping to find. I thought maybe Gina might be face down at the bar and she might just be able to Uber over.
Let's not give her that bad of an image.
Oh, no, she's been day drinking probably all day with
She's
him.
always sitting straight up at the bar. I've never seen her face down.
Oh, that's a good point. And she's always encouraging me to do shots along with her.
That girl knows how to do
Oh,
it.
for the love of God. Well, let's move on, shall
All
we?
right.
It's 46 minutes into the show. Let's see if we can pull this shit off. Where'd it go? I got to have this. I got to have so many things in order for this to happen. This, and here we go. It's headlines. On a Tuesday night, we're going to fill in with 33 1/3 of all of us on this night.
Oh, math.
Here we go. Let's see if we can pull this off. Ooh, I think someone spiked my drink.
I don't know if this was a good year or not. It tastes kind of salty.
Shitty wedding ring.
Don't keep your snakes in a pillowcase.
Gay marriage will cause 900,000 abortions.
Reba stands up for all of us.
South Dakota thinks it's better than Mars.
My headline didn't load.
Oh, this crack? It's for my wife.
Turns out hood surfing, not condoned by CPS.
A beer bottle, an iPhone, and an argument.
Anti-gay students dress up as lesbians in an ironic statement.
The shit show starts early, kids. My God.
Oh, you're not singing? Oh, my God. Oh, here we go. Well, a man who called police to say that he was trapped in an underground storm drain in Boston has been rescued and charged with trespassing. Daniel Kelly called police Monday night after getting lost inside a wall vent of the Ted Williams Tunnel, which is part of the Big Dig system in the Boston area. Forgot about that.
Make sure to enunciate that.
Yeah, thank you. Police asked him his location. He was unable to provide them with that, so state troopers, using lights and sirens, drove through the tunnel back and forth, sounding sirens at various times to try to narrow down where the hell he was.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Right. A trooper who was stopped and standing outside of his car looked up and happened to see about 15 feet off the ground a hand waving out of a vent. They opened the vent, got him out. Kelly pleaded not guilty Tuesday and was released without bail. He is from suburban Somerville, Massachusetts. He says he remembers calling a cab after having, quote, several drinks at a bar, end quote, but doesn't know how he ended up in the tunnel. He says he thinks someone spiked his drink.
Doesn't everybody fall back to that? I think someone spiked my drink. Nope, you're a drunk ass.
Yeah.
Two things. Rule number 1, always blame the roofies.
Yeah.
I did like to.
Because they're so common.
I would like to see the camera
outside
though.
of spring break.
Rule number 2, destroy all evidence.
I like to see the camera from a did a cab drop him off somewhere at this ramp next to this, and him breaking into the door that got him into the vent or whatever hallway he was in. I just think it's kind of interesting.
Do you have an age on this fellow?
There was no age.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe there was.
Because I'm like, if you're not a 19-year-old girl at spring break, the roofie's pretty much off the table.
Are you trying to Google that, Cat? Tunnel boy?
No, I was going to the chat room to say thank you to Molly.
Okay, let me Google and see if I can get an age on this guy. Let's see. Boston Tunnel Kid.
No, I was just wondering, because there's just that point, and we've all worked in bars.
Where you're probably not going to get roofied.
And we've all heard the story the next morning of like, I think I got roofied last night. No, you're a drunk ass.
I literally said that to somebody the other night. They, had left their drink for a refill and had walked away from it and came back. And, when they came back, I picked up the glass that was in front of them to, refill it like you do.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he's like, can I have a new glass? Because I don't know if that one's been roofied or not. And I was like, honey, nobody's roofing you.
Yeah, you got to give it the old Karen. Oh, honey.
Yeah.
No.
Here's what's not happening is that no one's going to date rape you
Smitty,
today.
nobody's.
Yeah, Smitty.
My name's not Smitty.
Yeah.
You always crack
What was
me
their
up.
agreement? 1 month or $1,000, whichever one comes
I feel like
Has it been
I
a
have
month
a
already?
feeling that if we do get a picture on him, he's going to be
the picture.
handsome fella.
He looked like late 20s, early 30s, but none
You're
of the
still a little late for roofing.
none of the stories actually give an age for him.
got to be a 20-year-old woman to get roofied.
Because the only reason they put slip drugs in your drink after 25 is like, dance, monkey.
That is a good time.
But
That's a good alarm clock name, too. Dance, monkey.
And
That'll wake you up.
Wasn't back in the
Sure
day
did.
before they took the ingredient out of Visine? Part of it was you drop Visine in a drink
That makes you shit.
right. So the guy would leave because he was
As
annoying.
evidenced by Wedding Crashers, right?
Oh, I didn't know there was a reason for it except for causing someone.
Wait, stand by. Date Rape 101, Clayton McKee, go. So
I know.
you Visine the guy's
No,
drink
I
so
heard
he
this.
goes away.
I heard this years
because
ago.
he's cock blocking you. Am I?
For
I'm,
sure.
Oh no,
Right,
or just a fucking
I'm
annoying.
trying to do a crime scene reenactment here. Jessica Fletcher is on the scene trying to figure out. I just like.
Okay, so you're the girl I'm trying to roofie, and you're the guy I'm trying to Clayton, give me your
Would you like
drink.
to tell the story?
Oh, you're gonna tell a story?
No, would you like to tell the
Oh,
story?
sure. I've got it. See, now here's my problem. Here's Jessica Fletcher's problem.
Go, Jesse.
She's got a problem. One, I worked at the bar, so I don't want someone shitting all over. And two, I don't want to
bad
bring you
news.
home if you're shitting all over. So there's no win in this situation.
No.
No, but I thought it was a bartender's trick to get rid of the annoying goddamn person.
So then he's gonna go shit his pants in the
there's-
bathroom, and I
there's
gotta clean it up.
There's
But
no
there's-
guarantee he's gonna make it out of the building.
In some good bars, they have people who take care of that, not the bartender.
Oh, that's true. I should work in those.
But they took years ago they took the ingredient out of Visine that caused that, so you can no longer do that. Google it.
How about Clear Eyes?
Not
Is it
Clear
still in
Eyes.
there?
I don't know if it was a specific
I
to a
don't know.
brand name.
Where's our correspondent in the field?
They're in the kitchen. Would you like to?
Let's go to Kitchen Cam. Slip some Visine in the apple pie. Go to Kitchen Cam. What's she making in there?
Let's go to Kitchen Cam. I don't think anything's going
she's
on.
on another union break. Fuck her. God damn
Oh,
damn
Kitchen
it.
Cam. Nope, nothing's going on in the kitchen.
Look at this. When you Google Visine and spell it wrong,
What is that? Read that. What is that?
Molly, I woke up on a train with weird road rash on my arm and was so sure I'd been roofied. Then I remembered I took 2 NyQuil and 2 Klonopin when I got on the train, so I roofied myself. We all
It
do
sounds
that.
legit.
We've all roofied ourselves in public in hopes of waking up having a good time.
I have.
Even if you type in a misspelling of Visine, like I may or may not have, it comes up with Visine, Visine poison, Visine coupon, and Visine in drink.
Visine and drink.
What is the Visine and drink? What does that tell us? What story?
Snopes.com causing diarrhea with Visine prank.
But I don't think it works anymore.
Stand by. I'm going to ask Snopes
I'm sorry.
now.
I'm sorry.
No,
Jeez.
that's just because you had abuelas for dinner.
Reported.
You had abuelas. You ate it a
Claim a few drops of Visine brand eye drops taken internally will cause diarrhea.
Trademark pending.
Snopes says false.
Oh.
Current false or
Stand by.
Almost said prehistoric.
Wait for it.
Skimming.
She's skimming.
The active ingredient in Visine eye drops is tetrahydrozoline.
Oh, very nice. Nicely pronounced.
Swallowing this substance can result in a number of nasty effects, including lowering your body temperature to dangerous levels, making breathing difficult, or even halting it entirely, blurring vision, causing nausea and vomiting.
That's all better on a date than
elevating
shitting yourself.
and then dropping blood pressure, causing seizures or tremors, or sending the ingester into a coma.
I think the
But diarrhea
seizing is where the shitting
not
comes in.
on the list.
But it's perfectly fine to put in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing tetrahydrozoline has not been known to do is cause a sudden onset bout of diarrhea.
Well, I mean,
turns out it'll still fuck you up.
when
but
those
won't
19
give you
other
the
things
shits.
are going, one of them might make you release your bowels.
But and make you get the fuck out of that bar. Who knows?
Or make you think, maybe I don't have a friend here. Or I'm on a train with Molly. And not the drug.
Right.
Oh my god! And then there's a long list of
now, Molly, we have
times
you
that
down
prank
as a
has gone-
female from Phoenix. Is that correct?
Al's making a chart.
Survey says.
Oh shit, that's a legit trip out.
Our
I
next
have to go on a train. How can I make it better? 2 NyQuil, 2 Klonopin, and Road Rash. Go.
The road ratchets do this.
When you arrive in Albuquerque, you're going to think you had a good time.
Our next story comes from the lovely and
Oh my God, I have a
beautiful
story.
Kat Carlson.
Wait, stand by. Click, click.
I'm gonna go make a cocktail.
All right, do that.
Kitchen cam. You better kitchen
Oh,
cam
you
this
better
shit.
kitchen
Hang
cam
on,
this
I'll
shit
do it.
out of
I'll
that.
do it.
Fucker.
Thank
I'll do it.
God.
Okay, here's kitchen cam.
And now it's Cocktails with Clayton McKee while you listen to a news story.
I would turn that screen around, but you guys all can't see it.
What does 170-year-old champagne taste like?
Shit.
Possibly. In 2010, divers recovered a trove of untouched champagne in a Baltic Sea shipwreck. Thanks to
Might be okay.
branding on the corks of the bottles, researchers traced the bubbly back to the champagne houses.
I'm pointing to the cork. I'm helping you out.
They traced the brand to places that I can't pronounce. That estimated that the champagne had been corked in the 1830s or 1840s. The watery resting place, 50 meters below the surface, provided a near-perfect aging condition.
Oh, we're back on board.
Cold,
I mean, not
stable
literally.
temperatures, and complete darkness. Now that scientists have studied the sparkling wine's chemical composition and performed aroma and taste analysis to review the details of the champagne,
Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped a line. Scientists studied the champagne, tested it scientifically, tasted it, smelled it, and revealed the details about the champagne making process in times past. Tasters described the aroma of the champagne, likely the oldest ever imbibed, as spicy, smoky, and leathery. I'm not sure if that's something I go for.
Those aren't words you're looking for in champagne. You're usually looking for like toast,
Sweet
yeast.
and bubbly and
What were
drunky.
the three adjectives? Smoky?
Spicy, smoky.
So it turned
and
into
leathery.
red wine while it was underwater?
I'm not sure.
Because those are all good words for red wine, but
Or it was a sling room at a bathhouse.
that is another place where all three smells are appropriate. I've been corked since the 1840s. Oh, Molly.
Are you sure about that? There was the train story.
Yeah.
You may have been corked.
I know the cooking show we're competing with is very distracting.
Thank you, Biancal, for paying attention to my. Did you
I'm
see
so
my?
glad this was the story first.
I hope you saw my product placement during my time in the kitchen.
This is the first story in years I've been interested in. I want a bottle of this. What are they selling
know.
it for?
It doesn't say that they're selling it. It says they just are investigating and doing every test possible to find out.
They're drinking it.
Right.
Yeah.
to
These aren't
find
scientists.
out things about how champagne used to be made. At 9% alcohol by volume, it was significantly less alcoholic than modern champagne, which contains about 12%, likely
know.
due to less efficient fermentation. Researchers also found traces of chemicals from wood, suggesting that the champagne was fermented in barrels. Nuclear magnetic resonance measurements indicated that the bubbly, which was more sugary than modern champagne, had likely been sweetened with grape syrup.
That's a tricky. Well, no. Now it's Marnie that's testing it. Because if you're at spicy,
In the
smoky,
older
leathery,
days.
and sweet, That's
I don't know.
That's like
don't
Shirley Temple at a leather bar. I ain't going.
But nerdy, yeah.
Isn't that a girl group?
Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
smoky, spicy, leathery, and sweet. Isn't that?
Are those the founders of Dykes on Bikes?
Or Dykes with Dogs? What was that?
Oh, Dykes with Ducks. Dykes and Ducks. How you getting along
Dykes
there?
and
Like
Ducks.
Dykes and Ducks.
Dykes and Ducks. Dykes and Ducks. So yeah, but apparently it was drinkable and not disgusting. So
Now,
if you want to store some champagne for 200 years,
I had
drop it in the ocean.
I had stepped out of the studio when you started the story.
Sure.
Where did
It
they
was
find
riveting.
this? Where
Underwater.
I was once curious where.
Oh, I don't know where.
I mean, underwater is half of the explanation. Thank you.
Oh shit! No, in the Baltic Sea.
Just a random bottle, just there.
No, not a random bottle. An entire collection. There was
Okay.
a shipwreck.
All right.
So
Thank you.
are we assuming
Similar
with
to
the Baltic
Titanic.
that we're at trivia question? Do you know where the largest
The Baltic Sea.
I can't even think what it's a common trivia question. Where is the largest wine collection in the world held?
Probably at the
Oh, the
Titanic.
Titanic.
It's in the Titanic because they're all untouched and no one has gone in and
Rated
pulled
that.
from no one's rated it. But I think we're getting to the point of going in there so often. Molly,
Somebody's
you might be familiar with that phrase.
going.
Not if she hasn't made cork since the 1840s.
Wow.
Yeah. So that wine
but
allegedly
that
was.
they're probably are gonna start pulling from the Titanic soon because of the name brands that are down there and how
yeah.
extensive that wine cellar is.
Sure.
That's what it's the
And it's 100
largest
years old.
wine cellar. Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Did
well,
they-
in the Baltic Sea, that champagne has been stored at between 50 and 64 degrees Fahrenheit,
Right.
like the whole time.
And I think it's a touch colder in how deep the Titanic sits. That it's a little bit colder.
A little bit colder than that.
Right, so.
But it's like
Do you know?
it's good for preservation. And
Did the White Star Line have their own label? Do you even
they
know?
only had Moet. Moet
Okay.
Chandon is Moet y Chandon. See, I got one French word right, bitch.
Who the fuck are you cussing at?
You always tell me my French is horrible, but I can pronounce that.
I didn't say your French was horrible. I say Sharon's Spanish is horrible. I think your French is
but
just
Moet
fine.
Chandon, they have the White Star line, and that is they had their own line. So when you see the
Okay.
White Star on a bottle of Moet, that's
the
Titanic.
same line from the
Yes,
okay,
it's the
got
Titanic
it.
line.
Wow.
Britannia, Titanic. I can't remember what the third one was. There was three
Lusitania?
ships. No, different line.
The Lusitania, the Britannica.
I don't think Lusitania was from the same line as. I don't think that was from the same line as.
If there was
the White Star
only a
line.
way to look up this information, if you would look
Katie
it up,
June, are you listening?
let us know in the chat room. Hi, Erin from LA, Molly, Anand, so many people, Meow Cal, everybody in the
Brand,
chat room,
Harrison.
Brand, my mom. Thank you for joining
Nero's
us.
here. We never said hello to Nero. He's here.
We are in the middle of a
No, I didn't-
3-hour tour, so stick around. Coming up, more headlines, the drinking word.
God help us.
Stay with us.
Oh my God, Nero!
You've
I'm
been
sorry.
listening to the show on Q Talk America. This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. The show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's the show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
Oh my God. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's hour 2 as we start out here in Studio C, the palatial and air-conditioned Studio C.
I've had my air conditioning on all week.
I
It's
turned.
just not getting. It's either cool enough, but the breeze is filled with toxins that I'm allergic to, or it's warm.
I am fighting air conditioning so bad. I can't decide if I want to be hot or cold, hot or cold, hot
I
or cold.
only
So
turned.
I'm an old woman. I'm carrying a sweatshirt everywhere I go, and I'm about to take it off because I got a little warm, and then I'll put it back on in about an hour because I'll get cold.
But I do it so that I can wear the Afghan comfortably. Because God forbid I don't have that fucking Afghan over my legs like the grandma that I am.
I only turned my air on
yes,
Tuesday
Nero,
so far.
I'm so sorry. And Nero, you're the whole reason for this list.
Yes, you actually are the inspiration for the list, Nero, because we seriously have a list of who you are, what your name is, where you're from, and how you identify.
And
It helps.
it does.
Even though
Except
I
for when
don't
I don't
remember-
use it.
Right. You know what I think we should do, though, is I should print that out on a larger scale and maybe put it over here on the wall so you can read it.
That's true. I mean, give me more things to fucking read in this room.
Hey, we got a lot going on. As soon as we get the chroma key painted,
Actually, it's
busy.
Nero and Meow Cal because
I never know which
I
one's
get
which.
Nero wrong and you get Meow
And then
Cal
Anant
wrong.
is the other one. I always think Anant is a girl and it's a guy, right?
And he's 27. I even wrote down his age, but we're not allowed to ask ages.
Because of
You
your
are
age.
allowed to volunteer them, but we're not going to ask.
I will
Right,
be
no.
46 in
No,
September.
but everybody can volunteer their
okay.
age, but we're not going to ask people their
Oh,
age.
gotcha.
I will not be 46.
By the way,
anytime
Anant, I don't
soon.
recall if did you friend request me on Facebook? And if you did, I don't remember, but I may have approved it, or I don't remember. So if you haven't, please do.
She drinks.
I do.
Currently.
Current right now.
Allegedly.
As current as right now. All right, before we go to any more hilarity, let's get the drinking disclaimer out of the way, and it goes a little bit something like this.
And now, a drink along. We dare you to stay awake during this royalty-free music and to play a drinking game with us. If you are currently or soon to be driving a car, you cannot play. If you are presently the primary caregiver for children and or the elderly, you may desperately want to play, but no. If you are listening from a rehab facility, you are disqualified because you already hit bottom. And that means you already won this game at least once. If playing this game is in any way illegal for you, put the bottle down and make better life choices. There is no good in your goodbye, and there is no lifeguard on duty, so you will be swimming at your own risk. Tell your lawyer to take the fucking day off. You can't sue us. We warned you. Good luck.
Oh,
All right, well, we had a shout out for it, so we got to make it. Dirty Bird is our drink.
dirty bird.
Dirty bird.
I'm saving my very special word for, I guess, a more appropriate time 2 weeks from now, but Dirty Bird.
Dirty bird.
What's happening 2 weeks from now?
If I tell you, it'll give it away.
Oh, all right.
Molly,
Is
come
it
in.
Cinco de Drinko?
No, that's a week away, isn't it?
No, it's 2 weeks from today.
Fuck, are we at 3
today.
weeks?
There's the
Wait.
drinking word for those of you watching at home.
I'm having
dirty
such a
bird.
rough-
Oh my God, Cinco de Drinko is on a Tuesday.
Fuck no.
Fuck
is it
yeah, it
really?
is.
All right, I'm in charge of margaritas.
Oh, we have 2 blenders.
All right.
We should get a Mexican in here.
Weird.
I like the way you're thinking.
Who could we get on a Tuesday? Ruben. He doesn't identify as Mexican. He says he's a white man. I think he's a liar.
Yeah, I need someone that self-identifies.
But I wonder if we could get Ruben and Carlton, because that's a lot of bartender to get for the money. Because we're not going to pay him.
Exactly, for no
Wow.
money.
God, there's that.
Yeah, let's do it. All right, I'm in charge of margaritas.
Okay,
I
so
have a job.
drinking word
Yay.
is dirty bird.
Dirty bird.
Dirty bird. And by the way,
bird.
this is your.
Put your
It's up.
dirty
We're up
bird
to your
away.
story.
Oh, okay. All
Your
right.
Oh,
story.
hey. Your turn.
All right, so now oral arguments.
Good work, Mariah.
Thank you.
Molly, what is that graphics? What do you mean graphics?
Something must have happened with graphics on the screen.
Yes, it was a lot happened.
All right, well, she enjoyed it.
She
Okay,
was
good.
exclaiming,
We even got an
"Graphica."
out of her. All right, so a Christian lawyer claims that gay marriage will cause 900,000 abortions.
What is that?
Of Christians?
God willing, and the creek don't rise. The Christian lawyer who unsuccessfully...
A little late. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
I was trying to find it.
Timing's not that important.
Timing.
And we would never insult you with a rehearsed program.
No, God, no.
No. The Christian lawyer who unsuccessfully defended Utah's ban on gay marriage. And if you can't defend...
For real. If you can't get
if
rid
you
of
can't
gays
get
in
that
Utah,
shit done in Utah, you can't come to the big city, honey.
No, don't come to the big
You and
boys.
the Wells Fargo van are staying at home. And I mean, by van, I mean carriage.
The
Surrey
stagecoach.
with a fringe
Stagecoach.
on top. Stagecoach.
Stagecoach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems better.
Seems.
I tell you, this 420 holiday is rough on the mind. All right, so the Christian lawyer who unsuccessfully defended Utah's ban on gay marriage has said legalizing gay marriage will cause 900,000 abortions. I was told there'd be no math.
What was it again, Al?
900,000 abortions.
And what's the reasoning behind this? Because there's a theory.
There's a shitstorm.
This
of
is good.
Take us through this, girls.
So Gene Scher, I think I'm pronouncing all the letters there.
What do you need? These? Use your words.
He made the claim in an amicus brief filed with the U.S. Supreme Court on behalf of 100 scholars of marriage. 100. 100.
Scholars?
Ciento. If you're practicing, Sharon, if you're practicing at home. Ciento.
A century note.
Scholars that The court will hear arguments on gay marriage from 4 states on the 28th of April. I love it, 28 April. Like, what the fuck? On the surface, abortion and same-sex marriage may seem unrelated, he wrote in a commentary published in the Daily Signal
nay,
website.
I say.
No, but he assures that the two are closely linked in a short and simple, casual chain. I think I'm currently being bitten by a mosquito. That kind of hurt.
Nice recovery, I guess.
Cher, I'm trying to pronounce all his letters, said legalizing same-sex unions would devalue marriage and cause fewer straight couples to marry. Because when you're sitting next to a gay couple, you're thinking, fuck this noise, we're not getting married.
Right.
We're not arguing about the ottoman for 12 hours.
Oh, hell no.
How big is this mosquito?
I don't see it.
This in turn would lead to a larger number of unmarried women who have abortions at higher rates than married women. Nearly 900,000 more children of the next generation would be aborted as a result of their mothers never marrying. This...
I'm just going to keep playing
That's
this.
good timing.
Thank you.
Oh, it's good.
I'll tell you when it's time again. This is equal to the entire population of the cities of Sacramento and Atlanta combined.
Oh my God!
All right, so timing's not her thing. Just make sure you get off when you can when you're with this one.
How about this one?
Timing.
When questioned by a Washington Post reporter, now remember the Washington Post. Oh no! I'm about to
It's the
disparage.
New York Post, wait.
Right, I know.
Washington Post, legit. New York Post,
But Wall Street Journal, ultra-conservative, Washington Post, we have not done a
I have my
litmus
finger
test.
on the trigger, by
You
the way.
do.
Just let me know.
Love is in control.
No, I understand. Parenthetically.
Okay. When questioned by a Washington Post reporter, Cher admitted that he could not prove the two were related, but said there were theoretical reasons such causation might occur.
Oh.
It's still
I do
too
love a
new
good
to be
causation.
It's too new. It's still too new. It is still
Too
too
new.
new to be a rigorous causation analysis using statistical methods, he said. Cher.
I'm looking up his name right now.
Oh, you should. I'm trying to pronounce every letter. I'm trying to Dina Martina it from Seattle. The drag queen from Seattle that feels free to pronounce Gift as it should be pronounced. It's the Gift of the Magi.
I'm sure
Can you
they probably pronounce his name Sheer.
I like to reshift it.
Yeah. Scherer said that he only found a decline in marriage rates in states that had legalized gay marriage. The brief doesn't even attempt to say conclusively that this reduction in marriage rates has been the result of adopting same-sex marriage, he said. He will quit his job at the Scherer. He's the he in my story. Will quit his job at a D.C. law firm to defend Utah's ban on gay marriage and fulfill what I have come to see as a religious and family duty. He came and saw.
With God. I love when they find it to be their religious duty to hate people.
Oh,
That's
and
my
the best
favorite.
part is, and I thought that I downloaded the wrong article, but if you read the other one where he puts up with more probing questions, but not in his anus.
Brand.
Sad.
These that fucking wagon wheel coffee table. All right.
I don't understand the wagon wheel
Okay,
coffee
look.
table.
I don't know.
There is nothing wrong. Stand by. This is old news. There is nothing wrong with a good wagon wheel coffee table.
I will never
Why-
want that wagon wheel coffee.
Why you got to bring up old shit? It's fucked up, Molly.
Oh my God. Now I just have to say that, Molly, I hope you're quoting When Harry Met Sally, because that is one of my favorite scenes in that fucking movie.
Molly, I need to know something. Are you listening or watching the show on your phone or no? I need to know these things right now. Can you just tell me?
D's nuts. So
On
anyways,
the chat room.
so that's it. And this tard, I mean, seriously, find more articles, because this tard, that we only asked one question, and he said, I there's no statistics for this. I'm just making this shit up, is basically what he said in this article. But in the other one, someone asked 3 non-anal probing questions. And he just, it holds no water. And you're like, okay, publishing this in, the Fox News conservative, Obama's Hitler journal is gonna tread water for a little while. But you're talking about the Supreme Court. First off, what's his nuts? What's his name? Oh God, I'm gonna say something truly offensive, and I don't mean to.
The black guy?
Yep, that's him. Doesn't ask any questions, so he's
Thomas.
out. Yeah, Clarence Thomas doesn't ask questions.
Nope.
The racist Alito, his questions don't hold any
Not a black
water.
guy.
So
Sorry.
then you get the other 4 that ask probing questions, and this guy's going to fall apart because they're like, well, where do you base? This is the main argument. This is the guy arguing the case, and he's going to present to the Supreme Court that gay marriage causes abortion.
Sorry about your life.
I think we're in okay shape. I certainly don't want to put the horse before the surrey with the fringe on top or whatever you called it. I think stagecoach is what straight people call them.
Yes.
Sure.
Where did the fringe come from? And that's a very 70s thing.
Where the wind comes sweeping down the plane.
It does, and
nobody knows the next line.
He does.
The waving wheat sure smells sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. But it's the surrey on the fringe on top that I can't think of the words to. But they sing that, and when Harry Met Sally, that's what they're singing in the.
That's the 12 Days of Christmas.
It's the first time I ever saw karaoke. Is
okay.
And the horse will stop with the first. And again.
And this
seriously, 420s. Killing
fucked you up, I guess.
What a good day.
All right.
Got it.
I think it's your turn. What's your name? Who are you?
Yes, mine. The show with Clayton McKee.
Oh, it's right in the title. That's very
helpful. The artist formerly known as Cher.
Yes, which I will sign gladly, all of my open tab agreements. An Alaska woman suspected her family's dog snatched her wedding ring, but she couldn't find proof until the diamond-encrusted platinum band turned up months later at a local baseball field. Nikki Balovic lost her ring in January when she was pregnant, and she often took off her wedding ring from her swollen finger. The woman suspected her dog was the culprit because the 90-pound Mastiff puppy often carries items in and around the house in its mouth. Now, she spent time searching for the band, including checking the dog's, quote, leftovers in the backyard. Then she says,
the way this is going.
Then she says she gave up. And she thought the ring was just long gone. In addition, she says, quote, we take the dog everywhere with us, on hikes, on a boat. What were the chances that we were ever going to find that ring? The family felt that they had no real evidence of the dog's involvement until just last week when she saw a post on Facebook about a ring being found in what was called a, quote, unusual place. Balovic had a gut feeling and contacted the person who posted the find. Turns out the guy's wife found the ring. The guy who did the posting on Facebook found the ring while picking up dog poop at a local baseball field. Balovic also recently volunteered at that same baseball field, bringing her dog along, who apparently didn't realize the dog shit in the park. They had tried unsuccessfully to find the owner by putting the ad in the Sentinel. They also called the police. Balovic was reunited with her ring on Thursday. Oddly, her husband's birthday. It's been on her hand ever since. She said, my hand was feeling naked without it. What a random, long journey that the ring stayed in the digestive tract of this dog for months. And all of a sudden...
I'm thinking a laxative might help this dog.
Well,
maybe.
But regardless, the dog...
Some Visine, if you will.
But the dog was...
I don't want to bring it full circle, but I'm thinking a couple seizures, 2 bowel movements, and this dog's going to do it.
But the dog's going, but apparently the ring didn't get picked up. So I'm guessing a run or a jump may have got the ring moving along in the track.
Maybe a startle in the park by a large Doberman.
Who knows? Don't know.
Made him shit out a ring.
But got it, found it.
I feel like I'm in an episode of Say Yes to the Dress.
Well, did you?
No.
Because somebody shit out a ring?
Exactly.
Did that happen?
I mean, like, this is probably as good as this is going to get. Yes, I will.
In an unrelated question.
This is probably as romantic as this gesture's ever going to be for me.
I feel like she found it, like, posted on Craigslist, like, for sale, though, didn't she?
No.
Or did she know?
No, the
like,
people
hey,
that picked up the dog shit found the ring, posted on other websites trying to find the owner. She then... Oddly, the owner of the ring saw a post on Facebook saying that we'd found a ring, contacted them, matched up, found out it was her ring.
I have one follow-up question.
Really?
Perhaps it's the same as yours.
Really?
Does that mean she didn't clean up the shit, so somebody else had to clean up her dog shit?
It said that they had gone to the ballpark previously with their dog, and then somebody else found it in their... Yes, it's a full circle.
So that means she didn't clean up her dog
She did not clean up her dog shit.
Oh, they should keep the ring.
Yep.
No,
Well, no, they gave the ring back, but I'm sure there's a fine.
I just sold it to her.
Oh, I'd made her pay for it. Bitch, you did not pick up dog poop
from your dog.
And chicks and ducks and geese better scurry when I take you out in my surrey with the fringe on top. Everyone hates my voice. You hate my voice.
I don't even know what the fuck you're saying.
The surrey with the fringe on top. Molly provided me with the lyrics that they sing when Harry Met Sally.
Got it.
Oh.
And then she says, you hate my voice.
The only thing I know at that
Amazing.
surrey with the fringe on top is from the 12 Drinks of Christmas.
How are we friends and you've never seen when Harry Met Sally? It's my dating life.
Actually, Gina Florio, in an odd circular motion.
Oh my God, here we come full circle again.
Gina says, I need to see that movie because that movie is my life. Because I pine for things I cannot have.
Oh, that is what's wrong with my dating life is when Harry Met Sally.
That's
because
what I
think you have to be friends with somebody for like 17 years before you actually date them.
Yep. No, I just...
No, we're
not my
talking
issue.
about me. Oh, she said When Harry Met Sally is you.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know which tragedy in that movie she's talking about.
I don't know.
I always want.
Crazy.
I always want to meet Well, I don't want to meet Harry. I'd rather date Sally because Harry's a terrible name.
Can we move on to a story that
that's
While
Carlson's going to
we're in an animal segment.
Oh, good. Nice segue. Go ahead.
Thanks, I try. Been thinking that up for an hour. And
Thank God she's not. The fourth person's not here.
God, we would have time for
33 and a third's a heavy load to lift.
an 18-year-old Wimama man is recovering at Tampa General Hospital.
Excuse me. What?
Wimama.
All right.
Is that
Not
a city?
Yo Mama. Wimama.
Is that a city name?
Allegedly a town.
A town
city.
called Wimama?
Wimama. How would you say it?
Wimama.
Wimama.
Hi, Tom.
That's
Wow.
exactly how I
Interesting.
said it.
Hi, Tomo. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're having a 10-minute argument about what the name of this fucking. Oh, Brand, I can't wait. I'm so excited.
An 18-year-old Wimama man is recovering at Tampa General Hospital after he was bitten on the lip by a cottonmouth he was keeping in a pillowcase on
lip?
his bed.
What? Okay.
Can I ask you a follow-up question, or is it too soon?
Too soon.
Let
All
me
right.
get through the story.
The snake, also known as a water moccasin,
Yeah, never good.
escaped from the pillowcase around 11:45 p.m. Saturday and slithered across the stomach of Austin Lane Hatfield.
I'm going to guess the bite was at 11:46.
Sheet of paper.
Oh, sheet of paper.
When Hatfield tried to recapture it, the motherfucking snake bit him.
Motherfucking snake.
That may be the show title this week.
No motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking bed. A bite from a cottonmouth can be deadly. Its venom usually causes massive swelling, which will relate to a story I have later. Hashtag the Kylie Jenner Project.
Oh, good go. Yes.
Hatfield was rushed to the emergency room. His condition has improved today and he's expected to recover, said a Fish and Game official. Hatfield had captured the snake sometime last week and was illegally possessing it. Because cottonmouths are venomous, a state permit is required to keep them as a pet.
What the Oh, wait, I'm ready. I have a list of questions. I needed legal documentation of my questions.
The dumb motherfucker Hatfield is currently under investigation and could face charges for possessing said snake that bit him on the mouth. The snake was captured and euthanized so a proper identification could be made.
Why did they have to kill it? Just let it go again.
So that a proper identification could be made. Did you not listen to the second part?
No, I did, but I'm like, really? They couldn't figure it
You
out.
can't look at it and be like, that shit's bad.
I feel like no.
All right.
It bit a motherfucker.
No. Follow-up questions, sir? Or
In
ma'am?
Okay,
Winnebago
first,
town or whatever it's in.
I don't care if you're talking about shoes or a snake. Water moccasin, not a good idea.
Bad news.
What are you wearing tonight? My water moccasins. You're staying home.
Right.
The Uber will not be picking you up.
They're also known as clogs.
Oh no, that's even
sad
worse.
face,
I'm
sad,
sorry.
sad
I work with
face.
people who wear
Crocs.
Crocs.
I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Every time I see a Croc, I'm like, okay, Florence Nightingale just killed herself. Seriously, she just put a knife through her heart and said, "Don't save me."
Don't nurses wear nice little kitty pumps?
No, it should be
the
white
50s?
white shoes,
Sneakers.
white sensible shoes with a little heel to make you not look 4'9". Oh, that's my mom. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe I'm being too specific.
Question number 2.
Second question. So we're holding on to a snake, and it's not part of a religious ceremony.
Nope.
Because that's usually how the snake kills a motherfucker.
Nope. Apparently just wanted to take a nap with his snake.
All right. Now, this question is not for you, but for our listeners. Is anyone a Fish and Game official? Because I feel like we should have a correspondent in the field.
Ooh.
Or swamp.
If there was somebody in the kitchen, we could go live to the kitchen.
Live to the kitchen to the Fish and Game official. Molly, you're on. I just need the Fish and Game official to be something we refer to as often and as regularly as a bowel movement.
Further follow-up
What does that
question.
even mean?
Well, regularly and often.
A follow-up to your follow-ups. Is there audio from the kitchen location?
It can happen, but I don't have it currently set up that way.
Duly noted.
I can get there.
Wait for it.
Now, the other thing it's going to wind up being
It's going to be legend.
Wait for it. Dairy.
Here's what's gonna happen with that kitchen
I've
cam.
been binge watching.
I'm sensing that I'm gonna make a backdrop that's the chroma key green, so you'll be able to step into
Oh
the
my God,
kitchen
can I go in the kitchen and do weather?
and you could do weather in front of a green screen.
I think it's important.
Because then we could have somebody dress up as our wildlife expert.
On the West Coast.
Yeah.
And our moccasin
Oh,
representative.
this feels East Coast.
Whichever. You have to just point at it.
The West Coast ought to be your right hand.
Right, but I'm thinking in terms of like nursing, like everything's opposite. So I'm thinking if the
Stage
map
left,
is,
stage right, you're all fucked up.
I feel like, that would be your West Coast.
Oh, I'm very confused.
And that would be your East Coast. And then the low pressure system would be right here.
Oh, I've got a low pressure system. Due to a Chipotle incident,
Let me tell you.
there's a low pressure system. moving
Once upon
in.
a time,
Actually, it turned out to be a high pressure system.
I used to live someplace with weather. Not like here.
Not here. Not in Phoenix.
No, not like here. Every time you turn on the weather, hot and sunny, go fuck yourself. But someplace where there was actual weather to be watched.
Were you in Oregon?
No, I was in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Right.
I just like to ask these questions.
I was enthralled with the Weather Channel at all times. And Jim Cantori was my hero.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
because local
motherfucker-
on the 8th is just exciting.
Yes! And that motherfucker was always out in it. And then they would like somehow green screen him in the blizzard and
Yeah.
have the low pressure system. And I would follow them for days.
And
I could
those
do the
dumb
weather.
fuckers, they stand outside.
Yeah.
It's the best thing. There's a warm studio 5 feet away. Get the fuck inside. Okay, now in Western New York, it's called AccuWeather,
Right? Yes.
which I think they do everywhere.
Yeah. National.
It's pinpoint weather. It's
It's a competitor to
May
the
I
Weather
take
Channel.
out my
I love.
33 and a third % for just a moment,
Please.
So many years ago, we'll say 9 years ago, 10 years ago, actually, 10, almost 10.
Gasp.
It was 2005. Picture it. I was in LA at the Beverly Hills Hilton, there for a concert. And I said to my friend, we do the thing that we came here for, done a summer concert. We go, we
Like
do
you
that,
do.
we enjoy our time. But then I like my one day to be hotel day.
Yeah.
It's usually spent with the
Sandy
TBS
Bullock Day.
Sandy Bullock Day.
yeah. I understand.
Obviously a long-time listener.
Yes, I've heard you mention it
I
before.
like my Sandy Bullock Day. But I told him, I'm like, if Sandy Bullock is not available on WGN, TBS, or Lifetime, or any of the channels where
Which
Sandy
is a
Bullock,
rare event.
it is a rare day indeed, sir, on a Saturday where you do not have a Sandy Bullock Day. I'm like, choice number 2 is the Weather Channel, and I will sit there and watch because we're in the Southwest where there is no weather, and California has
No
none
weather,
either.
yeah.
So you watch the
It's
Weather
another
Channel.
beautiful day in
because
downtown Los Angeles.
Local
That's,
on the 8s aren't nothing, but the rest of the hour is delightful.
because there's
Well, what
turmoil.
weekend wasn't? It was Labor Day weekend of 2005. It was Hurricane Katrina. We had the best time. We made it a drinking game. We ordered food in, and so poor Max, who was a listener early in the program before he got sober.
Sad.
Welcome to rehab.
You've already hit bottom more than once.
At the end of the weekend, and we never left. Like, we never stopped playing Weather Channel bingo. Yes. And I'm like, I want to tell you that, like, Sandy Bullock Day / Weather Channel weekend is never this exciting.
It's never that exciting,
There's not
no.
usually drama.
You don't
people
get a
in the
hurricane-
super.
right, right.
You don't usually get this kind of action on your Sandy Bullock Day Weather Channel adventure.
Fun stories for another time. Who worked in property insurance claims during Hurricane Katrina?
Oh.
This bitch right here. No.
I have a Hurricane Katrina story. The weekend that it happened, and I didn't realize that. Now I know what you were doing the weekend that I was in Kansas City with my friend Gary. We went to the gay rodeo in Kansas City, and we were in our hotel room, much like you were.
It's all coming back to me.
And-
now.
It's Celine.
So there we are in the hotel room, and what is on? Weather Channel. So,
On purpose, though?
no, wait, I take that back. This isn't the weekend of the hurricane. This was weeks later when they had a benefit concert.
Oh,
and it was all coming back to me.
And no, and they were. It was all the different
all
bands.
the highlights of the death and
It
destruction.
was like the Live Aid of Katrina.
Yeah.
They were doing it. So oddly, Katrina and the Waves was one of the bands.
Oh, I've heard this story. There was an elevator story in this.
Katrina and the Waves was on the Hurricane Katrina relief.
they weren't walking on sunshine.
And we just thought, and that's the song they did, and which they got nothing else. But I just thought that was funny that really Katrina and the Waves is the band that you're going to book for Hurricane Katrina relief. I just thought it was funny.
It's good times. It's good times.
But we made it to the road. It was all good.
So we'll tell hotel stories. So the weekend that we invaded Iraq,
Like the first time when it was on CNN, like
CNN,
live.
it was called Shock and Awe.
I was in DC that weekend.
So we're in New York, me and some friends, and we're staying at the Times Square Hilton. We were at the New York Hilton, not the Times Square Hilton.
Like
and
you
it's
do.
big, and we're riding the elevator, and the whole elevator ride down, it was CNN, and New York was very nervous at the time because we thought there would be a counterattack in New York.
Sure.
So we're in New York City, And a drunk friend of ours, who's also a local news host, was convinced they were saying...
Oh, I know who it is.
Was convinced they were saying Shaka Khan instead of Shaka Khan.
Oh, my God.
So every time we left the elevator, it was Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan.
That's
Shaka
fantastic.
All right, I feel like we're more than making up for... our 33 and a third.
It doesn't matter. We're having a good time.
right.
Let's move on. Whose story is it?
Allegedly a wonderful show. I believe yours.
Is it mine?
Sir or ma'am.
Well, let's get serious for just a minute.
Meow, stop snowing.
Can we get physical after that?
We can. This is not about Olivia Newton-John, but it's about another lovely diva. Her name is Reba McEntire.
Oh, God bless her.
Country superstar Reba has pledged full support for
She
same-sex
died in
marriage.
1991. This is
She
a drag
did not. No, she did not. No, she did not.
She died in 1991.
I'm willing to subscribe to that.
She has pledged full
almost.
support for same-sex marriage, noting that lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender, also known as LGBT, parenthetically, their rights are very important to her for many, many reasons. To promote her new album called Love Somebody, McEntire, who is 60 years old, spoke to Pride Source's Chris Azzopardi and recalled attending her first same-sex wedding this past year.
Oh, good for
her. The singer's newlywed pals, Michael and Stephen, had been together for over 20 years before tying the knot, and she said, quote, "I thought it was not fair, and I didn't understand why they couldn't get married. It wasn't because they just wanted to get married. If one of them had gotten injured or had gone to the hospital, the other could not make decisions for them, and that's wrong. It's very upsetting. It's not only for convenience or for romantic reasons, it's for practicality," Reba said. McEntire also sounded off on country music's ever-growing lineup of openly gay and lesbian stars, which includes Ty Herndon, Billy Gilman, Shelley Wright.
Shut the fuck up. Ty Herndon came out of the closet?
Brandy Clark, yes.
Steamy windows indeed, sir.
So indeed.
Quoting again Miss Reba, she says, "It's really, really sad when they're living what they're living with before they decide to come out," she said. "And when they decide to come out and how they deal with it after they've come out, the pressure society puts on them is unfair. Their families and what they put upon themselves, whether they accept it or they don't." She even joked that she wished that she had titled her upcoming album Love Everybody instead of Love Somebody. She said, again, you got to love people for who they are, accept them, and then go on with life. And I love that. And Reba McEntire is, I was telling this to Kat before we went on the air earlier, Reba McEntire is on the list of people who's like, I got my career, I'm Reba fucking McEntire.
Made my money.
Fuck you. If you don't believe, and I'm not putting words in her mouth by any means, but I'm saying she has no career to lose. She
died in an airplane crash.
She did not die in an
years ago.
No, she did not. But like her, Bette Midler, Cher,
Kat Carlson.
Who else did I mention earlier? That was like they're already established. So like who fuck with me? Come
Dolly.
on, bring it,
Dolly.
Dolly
yeah.
Parton.
But I do have to say this article, if you read the whole thing, it's wonderful. Like her answers to all the questions. It's a pretty long article. For some, and I'm not quite sure what said. All right, let's ask that question, but. It's a very extensive interview on a topic that I can't figure out why they're asking Reba McEntire about, but it was really
because she's a drag queen.
She's not a drag queen.
Put it together now, it makes sense.
And she's got. I love her.
It's been a drag queen since she died in that plane crash.
I've loved Reba McEntire since she started. I almost have all of her albums. I listen to her at random. I do enjoy her, but I enjoy her even more now knowing that she's more on our side than ever.
You know, I connected with her when I realized I was born just plain white trash. So
was Fancy your
no,
name?
Fancy, yeah.
Fancy might have been my name.
But she also
changed it.
She also had the good sense to re-record Donna Summer's Dolly Parton hit, Starting Over Again. Mm-hmm, she did an album of covers, and Donna Summer wrote a song called Starting Over Again that she did record, and Dolly Parton had a big hit with it, and then on...
I forgot that
the Drag Queen's cover album.
The Drag Queen gave it a whirl.
Yeah, the Drag Queen gave it a spin.
Oh, I love her version of Please Come to Boston.
Yeah,
I do enjoy that. I love that song anyway.
Those of us of a certain age just remember pining to the radio to Please Comes to Boston. That is one of the...
I'm going to see if I think I have it on this.
But you need the whole song, though. You can't get it through in a line.
No, I noticed. I just want to give him a little taste.
Just put it underneath the whole segment.
Al, don't squash me like that. It's my show.
Don't crush his little dreams.
And it's not by any relative of Kenny Loggins. Dream. I think it's Dave Loggins. Is Dave Loggins the artist in question?
No,
I do. It's one of my favorite songs of all time.
It's fantastic. I think it's wonderful.
This is Starting Over Again. I love this album.
Oh, I didn't know you were going to play Starting Over Again. I thought you were going to play Please Come to Boston.
I have a lot of stuff.
Look at the tear in my eye.
And I thought we can play this because we're not a for profit.
Oh, we can play anything the fuck we want because we're not making money on it?
I found out a little information.
Shut the fuck up.
They split up
Yes.
money.
The funny thing about this song is...
Then is there time for a montage later?
What did you want me
Yeah.
to play?
Oh, I thought you were going to play Please Come to Boston.
Oh.
But starting over again is...
We'll move up into the mountains so far we can.
This is a drinking song.
This is a fantastic song.
And through I love you echoes down
the canyon. Anyway,
Anyways.
what are you going to say?
No, so
Sing along, too.
because Donna didn't write a lot of songs from the first person's perspective. Hers were always like third person. She didn't like to put like I. It was always she or he or
Right.
that kind of thing. And it was about her husband's parents divorcing. And it was a true story, and she thought it was too personal to record herself.
Oh.
And the way that they sang it originally, it had a harmony that reminded her of country music. And they just offered it up. They weren't living in Nashville. They had no connection to Dolly Parton. They just threw it out there.
They just said, hey, this is too country for us.
And I think it was Eddie Rabbitt that suggested it to Dolly Parton, is like, this bitch can sing, you can sing, like, let's get this together. And it was a big hit in 1980. It was a #1 country hit. And it was it's Donna Summer, and she just didn't like to sing songs that were from the first person. She felt they were too personal to sing.
Interesting.
And she didn't, until her last album, actually sing a song from the first person.
Huh.
Her songs were always third person. That's it. Oh, Please Come to Boston. It's a drinking song.
Fantastic.
We haven't said
Let's
the
drink to
drinking-
Reba.
Oh my god, we haven't said the drinking word. We're failing.
Oh my god.
What is the drinking word?
Dirty
Bird.
Dirty bird.
And rambling boy, why don't you settle down? All right, it was my turn for a story, right?
Yes.
Sure, we'll go with that.
All right. So, students at a high school in Pennsylvania, McGuffey High School, organize an anti-gay day, but don't realize that dressing up in flannel shirts and matching outfits with your arms around each other makes you look like a pack of lesbians with their short hair.
I gotta find a picture.
They're either doing an ad for Timber or they all want to be Rachel Maddow.
Is it audition for the Brawny Man?
So, right, exactly.
Seriously.
I want to sell paper towels.
As a people, we've been branded for life by the flannel shirt.
Dirty birds. So a Pennsylvania high school has come under media scrutiny after a group of students organized an anti-gay day in response to the nationally observed Day of Silence. The Day of Silence, which has been officially recognized by a bunch of initials, since 2001, encourages students and young adults to take a vow of silence in an effort to prompt officials to address the problem of anti-lesbian, gay, bisexual, and a bunch of initials, bullying and harassment in their schools.
Okay, and they're wearing boots too.
Right. And although the Day
and
of
the
Silence...
shirts are tucked in and belt buckles and big guts hanging over. No, this is Lesbian Day.
Yes,
right
it
here.
really is.
I've
Although
seen
the
this.
Day of Silence was observed on April 17th nationally, McGuffey High School had a field trip, so they had to move it to April 15th.
Because a quiet field trip would be terrible.
Right. That
Hey, quiet field trip.
now the next day, not the day of the Day of Silence, there was some backlash from a bunch of students who decided that dressing like lesbians was the right thing to do, to wear flannel shirts, write anti-gay with crosses on their hands, post Bible verses on lockers of students who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender.
LGBT.
And meanwhile, some encounters... Right.
I'm pointing at her.
Some encounters between students who participated and those who didn't even got physical. The advocate points
Like
out.
Olivia Newton-John?
Yeah, they did.
Let's get physical.
Full circle, didn't I ask?
That was
Yeah.
good. That was good, yeah.
And snapshots of the flannel-clad group appeared on social media. Now, some media, because they're minors, are blurring out their faces.
As the link that I posted, yeah.
But a lot of the media is saying they posted this on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, it's public domain.
It's public domain.
They
and
put
so
it out
they're
there
also
themselves.
doing it. I think it's just hysterical that they're like, yeah, you're a minor, but you're the one that posted this
But you
shit.
put your shit out there, yeah.
So they came into school. They found a lot of people wearing flannel. And then some girl who was bisexual told BuzzFeed that people started getting pushed and notes were left on people's lockers. She got called a dyke, a faggot, because they're obviously confused.
So it was high school. So wait, stand by. It was high school in Utah in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what they were doing.
You're a genius retard. I mean, there was clearly a dichotomy going on.
Right.
So it just really went very badly, and now I've looked on a couple different pages. I've looked on the the more conservative web pages, and I've looked on the more liberal web pages, and honestly, you can't find a lot of people that are coming out in support of the people that are saying the answer to bullying is to bully. Like, the people, even on the really Christian pages, they're like, well, you're shoving the great gay agenda down my throat, pun not intended.
Right.
But at the same time, you're also not displaying any kind of Christian values when you're putting like hate messages on people's lockers.
Right.
And a lot of the photographs, because of the way they wrote the cross on their hand, are doing upside down crosses.
Mm-hmm.
Because they put it this way and they do this and it's upside down.
And it went upside down because they're not thinking about it.
How do you not understand these?
Because if they draw it this way.
Now there's also rumors of a lynch list of like people that they were going to do harm to. Now, whether this was a rumor started by students who were afraid of a lynch list, or whether
or were they
it was
just afraid
true,
of a Fleetwood Mac album?
Right, exactly. Rumors.
That's a legit fear, depending on the album.
It is. But there has been nothing said about whether this lynch list was real, and they can't find anything, and they can't find anyone to come forward to saying they were physically harassed. So the school district is left with this conundrum, this quandary, if you will, of
what do we do? Which
whether
one's
this
the
is
bullied?
the free speech of like people wanting to be, of saying like their Christian beliefs are just as important as the gay students, but you're also not coming out against gays, you're coming out against bullying. And the point of the pick your initials rally, the point to the rally was about bullying, and the bullying that I can't think of the word I was going to say, but it like portends to, if that's the right word.
It might be. Finish your sentence.
So many different issues that to come back and just say, and it's the whole thing about the anti-gay legislation. Like if you're not being anti-gay, but making language that makes it anti-gay, or making language that says it's pro-gay, pisses you off, then clearly you wanted anti-gay language. If someone says in your religious freedoms legislation, you can't persecute homosexuals and discriminate against them, if you're saying all along that it's not an anti-gay message, but when someone puts pro-gay language in there, you're all of a sudden pissed off, then doesn't that prove the point that you were anti-gay?
Right.
So with these kids, if your point is just gays and the point was anti-bullying, then you just want to bully gays.
Then bullying gay, right?
Then all you're worried about is you want to keep bullying gays, and then
so you want to protect the fat kids, but leave the gays out in the cold.
Leave the gays out in the cold. So even on the conservative web pages, and please everybody like go and look around.
See the world.
I don't remember butt sex, but I'm older. Oh, Bear, I can draw you a picture.
Flap A, slot B. Like putting a box together.
So it's one of those things, and then like people are putting up like you have to be carefully taught, and children don't learn hate, and clearly this is coming from home. And Pennsylvania is where Obama famously said that people this is where he said that they cling to their Bibles and guns, like when in doubt. And so it just keeps coming up in the media website. Man, like, remember when you were offended by anything different or new, and Obama said you clung to your Bibles and guns? Here you are.
Here's an example of you clinging to your Bibles and guns.
And so it's very funny.
Here's a picture of you at prom.
Go to the website and you'll see that even in the really conservative, I mean, except for like the Judge report. What's that called?
Drudge.
The Drudge report is clearly going to have some wackos on that side.
Well, sure.
But if you go to these websites,
consider your sources.
The support is really not on these kids' side. And now the media are saying we can publish their pictures. They did it themselves. It's like the kids in the fraternity singing,
with the Black Day over here at ASU?
No, but when they were doing the lynching video where they were blurring out there and like, no, they posted this on Twitter and Facebook. Right. You can post their pictures.
I'm sure
and
everybody's
identify
already
them.
seen it.
Yeah. So it's just it's another interesting it's an interesting headline to me. And it just shows just the intolerance of what you learn at home, that these kids in Pennsylvania, you're not in a big city, but you're big city adjacent.
Right.
And you're going to meet gays in your lifetime. So keep being a dick and then dress up like a lesbian and then not get the joke. And the best part is
I'm not sure where the What was the rationale with the?
Because it's anti-gay, and now even what's his fuck. We'll just go to another headline here.
Sure.
Armani is telling gay men to not dress gay. Does that mean don't wear your clothes? Like, isn't it bad enough that Dolce and Gabbana are already like fucktards?
Right.
But now Armani is telling men to stop dressing gay.
And all of my V-necks are Calvin Klein, so I'm like, hi. We're like, do I just say no?
Well, no. But the best part is you say to Armani like, then stop making gay clothes. You know what I mean? There's
fashionable clothing.
There's a famous, I think it's from Billy Elliot, where he's like, I don't want to be a poof. Then she's like, well, then don't dance like a poof. You know what I mean? And it just comes up.
Basically, just don't dance.
No, dance like a man. Be Ben Vereen.
Right,
dance like a man, or dance like Billy Elliot and Billy Elliot. Like, he's a straight boy.
I understand
he's
that.
Questioning his sexuality, but don't not dance. Just dance like a man. Like that. It's a little boy's point. It's the point to a little boy where he says, "I don't want people to think I'm a poof," and she's like, "Well, then don't dance like a poof." Like that's all there is to it. Like, dance like a man, and people will think you're a man. Mm-hmm. Like it's a fair point that Armani's like.
But I get what you're saying. But to me, that goes back to he throws like a girl. I don't think that's.
Then don't throw like, you know what I mean. But that's also.
But how does a girl? I don't think that's a fair. I don't think that's a fair statement. You don't throw like a girl
because there is no such
girls
thing as,
throw a lot of times better than a guy.
But the point is, there is no such thing as like you're
Okay,
dancing
I thought you were
or
trying
you're
to
not
specify.
dancing.
Right.
No, you're dancing or you're not dancing.
Throw how you're gonna throw, dance how you're gonna dance.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Fuck
Dance,
how
just
you're gonna
fucking
fuck.
dance.
Right, but you said don't dance, and I'm like, no, that's not the point. It's not don't dance. It's just dance. Be yourself.
I think it's a liquor.
And then
topic.
at the end, I'm pretty sure he's a poof, but it doesn't matter.
Duh.
It's the most beautiful movie ever made.
Got
Allegedly.
it. Oh, by the way, we've heard from Gina. She may be en route. We're not sure. She's got the address. I asked her if we could call her on her way here, but we'll find out about that. Is it my turn?
Sure.
Yes, I think
Go with that, yeah.
I covered like 3 stories in that one.
You sure
you know how I've
I
bought.
should do headlines more often. I think I'm assigning myself a
I feel like you're good at it.
This may be a 3-person show before we're done. We're not starting to find out. Remember?
I still
Let's
got
spread
Marina.
that rumor. That's a good idea.
I've told you previously. Remember, I bought your domain names before when the show started because
MissyAl.com.
Right, I didn't want things.
MissyAlNetwork.com.
Right, I didn't want people to be able to use your
Is that
website.
really a thing? I'm
I
going to
guess
that website. Do you have the MissyAlNetwork.com?
not network. I think I just have Missy. I think I just have MissyAl.com, ClaytonMcKee.com, Marnie Reiner, Buddy Early. I think I have Kat Carlson or Katie.
You can't
June.
get Kat Carlson.
I can't Carlson. I can't get it. Anyway, a group of Indiana state legislators who voted for the state's much maligned Religious Freedom Bill now have their domain names redirected to a site that fucks them. It redirects actually to a site that has statistics about lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender youth, thanks to an activist who wants the lawmakers to support broader non-discrimination protections. Conrad Jungling, who lives in Oregon, bought the domain names for Republican state representatives Martin Carbaugh, Dale Devon, Douglas Gutwin, Kathy Craig Richardson, and Don Lee and Donna Shibley, I think is her name.
Let's say that.
Sure, Shibley. The address, DonnaShibley.com, for example, now redirects to the site about LGBT issues, which is hosted by the HRC. I love this.
How do you spell Shibley?
It is www.donna, D-O-N-N-A, SCHAIBLEY.com. .com.
We're really 2 women, 1 mind over here.
Where's it go? Where's it go?
Sorry, I found
HRC.com.
Bingo. So
Yes!
what I love the most about this is if anybody wants to use their names against them, this is the best thing. If you want to know about Donna Shibley, go to DonnaShibley.com. What's it do? Tells you about LGBT, LMNOP, Curious
This-
I love
first
that.
thing that comes up, 4 in 10
Passive-
LGBT youth, parenthetically 42%, say the community in which they live is not accepting of LGBT people.
Passive aggressiveness at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
2
And
times.
I do enjoy a Dan Savage aggressive, what's his name? Pennsylvania Santorum.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Gina Florio is on her way here, ladies
Shut
and gentlemen.
the fuck up.
We
She's
apologize
on her way.
in advance for everything that
Hey!
happens in hour 6.
She's got.
She's not interfering with my time.
Well, my shit show can go
It's all
straight
your
out
time.
the window. It's all your time, honey.
Oh,
That's fantastic. A guest
She
star
says,
at the
I'm
last
coming.
moment.
She says, on my way, top down, possibly too noisy. I don't know what noisy means.
so
but
she's
figure
got
it
the
out.
radio on.
She needs breaks.
Oh, good point.
Oh, Who's
Oh
gonna
no,
answer the
she
door?
just got him done. Never mind, she just got him done.
All right,
I'm a little
All right.
worried about what you know about her breaks.
I work with her.
She drives a Miata.
No, we work together in the same bar, and so
Oh, I like how.
One's not a lesbian, one is. You figure out
Right.
which one.
we work together.
I'm gonna go with the boyish
See,
face.
Wait.
Genus.
what about my boyish face? What?
I like-
Gina's boyish face.
Okay, I am so far behind in the chat room that I missed the who likes butt sex. Who doesn't?
Well,
Cheers to that, man.
Well, that's.
Oh
Brett.
no!
I
No!
thought Bear.
You gotta back up more.
I know I
because
did.
Did you see where it started?
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought Bear just yelled out, "I don't remember butt sex." I thought Bear was having some kind of like autistic.
By the way,
No, because Bear said something about bears and otters, and Molly was like, "What the fuck is an otter?" And so I was like, "Well,
Oh,
it's
I can
it's
show
a
you
cute skinny
pictures.
bear. It's a young skinny bear is
I
what
can
it
show you
is.
what an otter is.
Right?
Not me.
Gross.
No, but
Don't show me. Do
No. My friend Tony in Chicago was a perfect example of an otter.
Just,
I will. What?
Just
Oh, okay,
remember.
that's very nice. Thank you, Bear.
By the way, let me take a moment.
not show me your otter.
We'd like to welcome Brazil. Of course, Tomo's in New Zealand. Both of you from Canada. Somebody is from unknown, according to my app. But thank you all for listening.
We hope you get found soon.
Yeah, we hope you figure out who the fuck you
Brazil
are.
never comes in the chat room. Brazil never has a second cup of
I,
coffee at home.
I am holding out hope that it's still Louise from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Because I want to make sure that, well, I want to connect with you somehow because I want to either go to Brazil or just connect with you.
Bear, when you get up in the morning, just play "Keep Young and Beautiful" by Annie Lennox, and it'll help you through your day to be young and pretty and fresh and
Right, that's
lively.
a 67-second song that will get you through the day. Dead air.
Dead air.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. I was thanking Bear Walker in the
I
chat room
heard
for
you
his
driving.
kind
So one of you
compliments.
do a headline while I go pee. There's not a
Oh,
bathroom
motherfucker.
camera, is there?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like those are still illegal, and somebody should probably open the door for Gina.
I feel like.
Well, you're not here yet.
Well, so does she know where to go?
I asked, yeah.
Follow.
All right.
I have to get water. No, I waited for Gina to. Hang on. May I drink?
I think you should choose some more.
Anyway, Gina will text me when she's close. I will unlock the door. I will let her in. She will take Marnie's place.
That's fair. No, it's all going to work out.
It is.
It's all coming back to me
The
now.
whole the third hour will be fantastic.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing.
All right. What do you
All
got?
right,
What do you got?
new
What do you got?
headline. No one wants to live in South Dakota.
Nobody?
Nobody. It's so bad that the state's new ad campaign touts the advantages it has over Mars.
Oh,
That's
Mars
right.
is so far away.
Their new slogan is South Dakota. At least we're better than
Better
Mars.
than Mars.
The comparison. No shit.
Okay.
This is from CNN.
Okay.
The comparison.
Nuh-uh.
Shut the fuck up, yeah.
Shh. Okay, go,
Yeah.
go.
CNN money.
All right.
The comparison makes sense when you think of it this way. More than 200,000 people applied to be prospective astronauts on the first trips to Mars, which could take place in 2024.
That's so close. That
Yeah.
really is so close.
We think Mars has what South Dakota wants. Thousands of people lining up to live there. That's right.
Is there further South Dakota? Because when we on a map earlier,
Further north.
there was
Further
further South Dakota.
It's right there.
No, point at
Wait,
it.
on
You
the
have
green screen, it's
to,
right
you have to point at it.
there.
It's on this side.
Oh, tell me where Florida is.
On this
Wait.
side.
No, I'm in my screen.
Down.
If you're on green screen,
Oh,
it's
then-
your, no,
then-
your
then-
other hand. Green screen there.
But he said Florida was here.
No, Florida's gonna be down.
Florida's gonna be down
Then
there.
further South Dakota's over here.
Further, it's gonna be up. It's
Midwest,
gonna
up,
be
middle.
further South Dakota is gonna be at like 11 o'clock.
I feel I'm pointing to further South Dakota. This is Minnesota.
Okay.
These are the Dakotas. This is
Further South Dakota.
When we get
Did I explain that correctly?
when we get the green screen, we are fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat Costello, the
Where's
commissioner
my
of the
fishing
governor's
game
office.
official? Because I think that would help us.
Gina's on her way.
Has Gina Florio ever worked as a fish and game commissioner?
We'll ask her when she
She
gets
has
there.
Write this down.
Yeah. Fishing.
Have you ever worked?
Just crossed it off. All right.
Dear Gina, have you
I
ever
feel
worked
like I'm drunker
as
than I
a-
was on the moonshine. What's changed? Oh, 420. Okay.
Yes.
This is 421, but whatever.
So the commissioner
It's
of
residual.
the governor's office of economic development
Yeah.
in further South Dakota said, we think Mars has what South Dakota wants. Thousands of people lining up to live there. So we decided to have a little fun with it.
I don't believe any part of that sentence.
What, that South Dakota wants people to come live there?
That
I
people
believe that's
want to
a thing.
live there.
No, but
I'm
that's,
sure they want them.
Did you missed the beginning of the story. Here's what happened.
I was peeing. I was in the no camera zone.
While you were making a wee,
Thank you.
I read that 200,000 people applied to go live on Mars,
Wow.
which is a lot of people.
That is kind of.
And
That's
so-
a couple.
And it's further away than further South
Right.
Dakota.
So further South Dakota said, hey, Mars has what we want, people that want to live there. So let's make this our slogan. Yeah. Not only does South Dakota have an abundance of oxygen, according to their ad, it also has, quote unquote, plenty of jobs. And well, you can actually live there.
Now, are all the jobs in the fish and game department, or is that just what I wrote down?
TBD, which means to be
We
determined.
have to ask Gina about her involvement with
Okay.
the GNFD.
In further
Yeah.
South Dakota.
As compared to further South Dakota, on Mars, you cannot breathe the air.
Oh,
bear.
Right.
that's going to be
So,
limiting.
South Dakota 1, Mars
0. Yeah.
Right.
No.
Yeah. South Dakota officials want to show that there is much more than Mount Rushmore
Mount Rushmore?
Yeah,
girl.
in further South Dakota.
Sell it. Sell it.
There's too many THs in further South Dakota.
And Mount Rushmore.
Those syllable
There's only
S's.
one T in Mount.
Damn
And
them.
Mount Rushmore. So the home of Mount Rushmore, who is better than Mars, hopes that their Mars ads generate a buzz and that it brings people to watch other web videos that tout South Dakota's low tax rate and a friendly business climate, as well as lots of fishing
And game.
and game,
Ing.
arts festivals, and golf.
Art festivals.
Art golf.
Imagine my surprise. Well, you hit the ball, it's going to hit some. Okay.
You have a question?
No.
Nobody has a question.
I did, though.
Further-
Just go back
Okay.
2 sentences, and I feel like there was a question brewing.
South Dakota officials want to show that it has much more than Mount Rushmore. They hope the Mars ad generates a buzz that brings people to watch other web videos that tout South
Right,
Dakota's...
what web videos are they showing in South Dakota?
Stand by. South
There's a Geico commercial where the
Dakota
gecko's in the nose of one of the people.
Oh. I mean, because my goal is to
Oh my
see the
goodness.
50 states before I'm 50. So I've got a couple Dakotas to go.
You've got a couple states to go.
And not a lot of
Things
time to get
do.
there.
Like 4, 3, 2.
Bear country,
Pretty girl,
USA.
25, 36, 16, pretty girl.
Speaking of bears and otters, first thing that comes up when you go to SouthDakota.com and hit things to do,
What is that?
Bear Country USA.
Oh.
I'm in.
Bear Country USA.
I've been there at Disneyland. They have a bear country.
I
Different.
think that's
very-
the country bear
I wanna tell
jamboree.
you-
Oh my God.
Those who
Similar, but
identify
different.
as bears ignore me just as much as all other gay stereotypes. So
good.
I'm good with bear country.
Oh, they have casinos too.
Now I do like to gamble.
I do like
now
to
we're
gamble.
Back.
Now we're on board. Caves and caverns.
I do like that there's
Anybody?
another category of gays
that was
I don't
dark
fit
places.
into.
That was actually a social night at Flex here
Caves
in
and
town.
Caverns?
Caves and Caverns, yes. Bathhouse.
Nice.
Bear-
Also coming to Stacy's at Melrose.
It's
I
also
believe.
called hot dog down a hallway.
Scenic Byways.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Again, scenic byways. Hot dog down a hallway.
Penicillin and antibiotic. Penicillin and antibiotic night.
Water parks and zoos.
Same.
Oh, same night.
Similar. So many names.
Monday.
The danger of hominids.
Exactly. Monday.
Look at that. Look at that. I feel like tens of people are about to move to further South Dakota just
Further
because
South
of this
Dakota.
segment.
But I do want to see a buffalo in its natural environment. That's a real thing.
Really?
Right.
I don't know if it's true.
Okay, 2 things on that.
I got 2
Dose.
questions.
A, the North American bison is not a buffalo. It's a cousin to the buffalo.
But
People
there's
just call
buffalo
them
there,
buffalo.
too,
There's
right?
not actual buffalo in North America at all, ever. They're North American bison. They're related, but not the same.
You have stuck a prick in my balloon that I will not soon
Well,
recover
you're
from.
welcome, sir or ma'am.
Sir or ma'am. God damn.
Ma'am.
We'll go with ma'am.
Sir.
Sir.
Sold.
Cake or death?
Shim. How about shim?
Cake! Death!
Damn it.
Damn it! God, these choices are so hard.
So many.
Fire.
So minty
Brimstone.
choices.
Fire. Brimstone.
Thinking of moving to Mars.
Don't
think
know what
about South
brimstone
Dakota.
is, so let's go with that. I want to learn a new word.
Is it polished
God, this
brimstone?
headline section is going
Next
on for
caller.
days.
Well, when you add all of us to it.
This is a good time.
This is.
Yeah. Next
by the
caller.
way, we have other segments to get to. I don't know if we're going to get to them or not. You said you didn't have much of
sure don't feel
entertainment.
like we
They're
have
very
to.
short.
Yeah, they're kind of, do you have a story?
We can go at any
It's time to go.
No, I only had 2.
All right, here we go.
she's got
I'm going to
two.
do my first Florida story. I think you've got another one. You've got the other one.
My Florida story
You already did
happened.
it.
It was the snake one.
Here. Oh, that's right.
With Mama.
I was listening. Here's our
Tampa.
second one. Oh my God, she's out front. Gina Florio, ladies and gentlemen, is out front. Somebody go let her in.
I'll go.
Somebody go let her into through the what do you call that? Carport.
Door.
It's called a door.
A Florida police officer arrested on suspicion of purchasing cocaine reportedly told arresting officers that this crack is not for me, it's for my wife. Christopher Heredia, who is 25, of Sweetwater Police Department, was arrested after Miami-Dade cops witnessed him allegedly purchasing drugs in a Walgreens parking lot Thursday afternoon. When the suspect drove off, officers pulled him over. He said, this crack, it's not for me, it's for my wife.
Yeah.
During the traffic stop, Heredia told officers he was an off-duty police officer who had been relieved. I'm not sure.
Exactly.
The police report noted that
Maybe that's not the phrase.
the police report noted that Heredia was stuttering and appeared nervous with trembling hands, according to the NBC Miami. Ladies and gentlemen, in the studio, Gina Florio is here. Look at her. My God. She brought booze.
she BY'd her own bee.
She did. She brought booze. Oh, we should go to where's our goddamn kitchen cam? God damn it.
Kitchen cam.
Wrong mouse. Oh God, there's Gina's here. She's on the kitchen cam.
We've got women
Cat
captured live.
Cat Carlson is in the fridge. They're figuring out what they're gonna do on the kitchen cam. We got an hour to go. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna do the crossover. Let's do the crossover. Let's get this out of our fucking way. The last hour is about to ramp up, ladies and gentlemen. Gina Florio is in the house. She brought her own drinks.
It's gonna start, not wrap up. We're gonna
What'd I say?
start the last hour.
We're gonna start the last hour. It's gonna ramp up. That's what I meant to say.
Ramp
up.
Oh,
I know. Use your words. Use your words.
that's ramping up.
What is that?
I'm just pointing at
That's
something.
that's a
It
screen.
helps you. Dirty bird.
All right, kids. Coming up, the drinking word is Dirty Bird. We're going to start the hour 3. Gina Florio is in studio. She's going to get some headphones, get ready to go.
Yeah, she found a bell, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. Stand by. We'll be back right after this on Q Talk America.
You've been listening to the show on Q Talk America. This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. The show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's the show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
Holy cow, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. It's hour 3. We are in Studio C live on a Tuesday night. Guess who has just joined us for her first time? It's Gina Florio. Your mic is on. You are live.
This is exciting.
It is exciting for all of us.
I just woke up, so I need like maybe a little more Corona.
Now, what did you say? You woke up
Good
out of
morning,
what
sunshine.
kind of a nap?
A Benadryl coma.
Atta girl.
It's allergy season. It's been rough.
Yeah.
May I hold your hand during Benadryl season?
Oh, thank you.
Because it's a nurse's best friend, a night nurse's best friend. You know how I sleep? Benadryl.
Right.
Drugs.
How do your patients
life
sleep?
is better with
Benadryl.
Oh, I wait for someone to tell me they're itching.
Oh,
really?
Really?
I got a cure for that.
Oh, there's that. By the way, our drinking word is Dirty Bird.
I only tuned
So
into
whenever
half
you
of
hear
that,
the
that
phrase
sounds
dirty
terrible.
bird, and I will help you out, darling, I will say dirty bird so often you'll think it's my first name.
I don't think I need help.
I feel like I was in the kitchen.
Challenge
my own beer.
accepted.
I'll be back.
By the way, we had texted you earlier.
Yes.
And you didn't respond, but I didn't realize
She
you were
was in
asleep.
a Benadryl
It's all right.
coma.
No, it's okay. So we text Ron with the same text message,
He texted me.
and I was like, "We're looking for Gina." As I didn't know I didn't know what you were doing, and then we called him live on the air, and we're like, "Do you know where Gina is?" He's like, "I text her. We don't know where she is."
Right.
So when you text me,
if I don't answer Ron Rogers, then something is up.
something is up.
We were
right.
concerned. We
No,
called
let
the
me
authorities.
just update you, dirty bird.
Excuse me.
Oh, let's bring it full circle. Bring it full circle.
How we're selling this shit.
How are we selling this
So
song?
now we heard that Ron Rogers, am I using the name correctly?
You are correct.
Okay.
So far, so
He's
good.
We're going to go see him
interviewing
later.
Because
Which is the name of my future dog, by the way.
Yes.
It's a long story.
upsetting, but I'll go. Because you're a dirty bird, I'm going to go with it. Drink that drink.
I need to make a new cocktail.
Bitch got to catch up.
I'm going to go make a new cocktail.
Oh, Eddie girl.
Please do.
Because you've been here for the first part, so this might sound familiar.
And he's a dirty bird.
Only if he was
dirty bird. I love it.
Go, kids.
There, Brand. There's your drinking word. Okay, so we heard that Ron was interviewing for a new Gina, and that Kat, because you're going to Costa Rica or places foreign.
Oh, I am, but that's not for a long time.
But the interview process cannot start too soon. You know, you got to be ready.
Right.
Well, my boyfriend,
Training.
somewhat of a whore.
We got to get breast implants to get to your size. You know, things just don't happen overnight.
He's buying me T-shirts.
Well,
I'm suspicious.
I think I kind of saw him eyeballing your girl, Kat. So there's
Oh,
that.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, she's for sale.
But I informed listeners and those around the world playing along, dirty birds, fuckers.
I hope they're drinking along too.
No, they are.
They do.
Brand
no,
was,
they get fucking loaded.
We had a listener just complain that maybe we didn't have a drinking word, and he was an alcoholic because he was drinking without the word.
I see that.
Yeah.
So I told them that when they hire the new Gina, that somebody's got to babysit Doug Wilkie.
This is a true story.
You are his only link to civilization.
Well, we have sort of a therapist's therapist relationship.
Yeah.
And it does involve an awful lot of drinking.
Right. And a girl. So that's what I brought to the table was I just wanted to make sure that those interviewing for the Gina position realized that there's also a Doug Wilkie kicker.
I think I would be more comfortable with this whole topic if we stopped using the word interview and used the word audition.
I'm gonna say yes.
Yes.
Fair point.
On point.
All right, now Molly, I'm gonna just throw you something out there. You're not allergic to Benadryl. You just have a
low tolerance.
No, you have the opposite effect. And Barry, you got to help me with that. It's called
anaphylactic
There's
shock.
a really funny word for when you have the opposite effect to a drug. It's a really funny word. And I wish I could pull it up.
Oh no, that's
An
the sleep thing. Never mind.
oxymoron.
It's so close to that word. You're so on the right track.
Oxycontin.
No, but anyway, there's a really funny word when you have the wrong reaction to a drug that you're supposed to have the right reaction to, and it's got a really funny word. So I'm hoping that Bear will help me, but we'll get to it. So are we going to do entertainment? Or is
we are. No, we're going to ditch the rest of our headlines that we've got. We're going to go right to entertainment. Are you ready, Al? Do you think you can pull it off?
Is that a challenge?
No,
challenge accepted.
I just want to know. God damn it! Here we go. It's Al.
Could have warned me.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Gina.
She's never listened before.
Good morning.
So James Corden on The Late Show is just hitting it out of the park.
Oh my God, yes.
Amy Schumer on fucking fire, or she may have been. We haven't watched it yet. Game of Thrones is what you all need to be doing with your computers. Netflix has decided to resuscitate something that should stay dead. We have a new opening on Broadway. And Bruce Jenner does something. And Dennis Quaid has a fun moment to make up for what Bruce Jenner does.
Dennis Quaid's still around.
And funny. Oh my God, what is that word? Oh, it's a funny...
I'm looking.
I'm going to think of it.
It's the opposite of what? Because opposite of allergic is getting me shit.
No. It's not the opposite of... It's not the opposite of allergic. It's the opposite of what you're supposed to get out of something.
It's the opposite reaction.
Benefit?
Of...
But it's the word that means like you're supposed to get sleepy from it, but you are awake from it.
Paradoxical?
Paradoxical.
Oh, that's a fun word.
Ah, look at Anant came up with it. Thank you.
Paradoxical
Anant,
reaction.
you're a better Googler than
Anant and Nero, you are the winners. Your prizes will be coming in the mail in the next 2 to 17,000 weeks. Years. And it will be delivered by a dirty girl I've not yet met. Oh no, dirty bird.
Dirty bird.
God damn it.
Drink twice.
Anyway.
All right, so the girl, I feel the girl part's going to be a surprise now. That's not a bird, that's a woman. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Do your segment, Al. Come on, do your segment.
No one likes to be imitated. All right, so we'll start with Broadway. We'll start in here. We'll start east to west. East to west.
This is the
well played.
Thank you. I remember where Florida is. It's dangling somewhere. That penis
Down
is
to
where
the
we
left.
can't see it.
Right.
I'm doing a weather show, Gina, that you can't see right now, and the green screen behind me is showing these United States.
And is also imaginary.
Maine. Okay, bipolar.
Where are the shots?
Where
are the shots? That's all I want to know.
Like, I woke up for this bullshit.
She's correct. Maine, Florida, Minnesota, Dakotas, further South Dakotas.
Sure.
milk lemonade.
I hope that's your Amy Schumer, by the way.
Here's where the fudge is made.
Because if you
But
see
only
that
after
video,
Visine. Only after Visine. She Googled it.
that's true. No, not after Visine.
This
that
one barely
doesn't
knows
happen.
me. I'm pulling out people she hangs out with. I'm making her take tests. Anyway, she's on interviews. So we'll start. Our
continue.
story starts in Manhattan, the gay island where they've kept us all captive.
Yes.
So Finding Neverland opened with Kelsey Grammer and Matthew Morrison, and it is the musical version of Finding Neverland, the movie, which is the story of how J.M. Barrie, I think I have his name correct, wrote the story of Peter Pan for the woman friend that he had and their children because the woman friend was very ill.
Parenthetically, Manpanion.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Dirty bird. I feel that word warrants it.
Done.
So, in previews, which is rare, it's playing to over $1 million a week, and the show has gotten really nice reviews. Our Drama Desk Awards come out very soon, and Tony Awards come out in just a couple weeks. And this is the show that, like, Matthew Morrison needs a break because they kind of shit on him for the last 3 years of Glee, and the man is phenomenally talented. So this is a big deal, but he did take over for Jeremy Jordan because Jeremy Jordan did the show in out-of-town tryouts, and then
I'm
they were
still
like,
kind of in love with him.
"Oh, I'm all the way in love with him."
I'm just a little bit in love with
But
him.
I have to tell you that the boner started for Matthew Morrison was diverted slightly to the right for Jeremy Jordan and has come back full circle to Matthew Morrison.
Celine Dion. Oh, okay.
No, that's my heart. Anyways.
Bear is staying up later than promised.
Bear, we'll have a private meeting later. So anyways,
don't tease Bear. He'll take you up on it.
I'm good. I'll
He's
go
a
to that
cute boy.
state because Wisconsin's on the states I've never been to. So 50 before 50.
You could go through further South Dakota.
I've got
anyway
20 years to do it, but I might do it this year. Shut up.
This might help. Wisconsin's where they make rum chata.
Oh,
Shut the fuck up.
Gina Florio.
Dairyland, right? Rum makes
Point
sense.
Gina.
Is rum chata cheese?
No.
No, it's liquor
alcohol.
that tastes
It's
like
booze.
Oh, I'm not mixing my alcohols. I'm just trying to get more cheese in me.
Oh, that's the weight of the cheese.
That
Yeah,
sounds,
all right.
that sounds like a dirty
I'm
metaphor.
doing Wisconsin as the weight of the cheese.
What that sounds like is a Craigslist casual
Yeah, it
encounter.
does.
This is what it is.
I'm trying to get more cheese in me.
Doors open, more cheese in me.
Single
Thank
white
you.
woman trying to get some more cheese in me.
Single white woman needs more cheese in her. All right.
They have doctors for that.
You can get a shot. Sometimes two.
Honey, my insurance sucks. I'll tell
hookers
you about it
for
later. Okay, so James Corden on The Late Show. We'll pretend that's happening in New York, too.
That is the best segment.
James Corden, now, the Late Late Show, I think it's called.
Yes.
Is it called The Late Late
Late
Show?
Late.
Yes.
Had a really fun 8 weeks with no host where people were just coming on and being like, no one's watching, no one cares, CBS has no control over this shit, we're just going to throw it at you. And they had all kinds of random guest hosts. And there were some people in the general population, dirty birds, if you will, that were really not getting it.
Cheese? Wait, I stopped.
I've got a drink. Okay.
They weren't getting what?
They weren't getting what the hell was going on with the Late Late Show. They weren't following the news that the new host was a couple of weeks away. So they had all these fabulous people hosting the Late Late Show, kind of whetting your appetite. But they were like, all right, there's no format, there's no ratings, no one cares. We're going to do what we want to. And the Late Late Show
So
became...
it was this show.
Exactly.
But better.
Right. But yeah, but...
Right.
No, but sponsored by a network that has cash. The Tiffany Network, if you will.
Oh.
James Corden comes on, and he has been having so much fun.
Just keep going.
Oh, so it has been so much fun. He did lip sync with Mariah Carey a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
He's been doing all these different
I love
things.
the one with Jennifer Hudson. That was a gem right there. When she sang in the drive-thru.
That was hilarious.
She's awesome. How many times have you watched this? 20?
About 43
Okay,
now.
I'm up to
Because
about 25.
The best part was when because people don't know who James Corden is, and he's an actor. He's a British actor, but he did a really fun movie about the guy that won a British talent show. He won X Factor as an opera singer. The guy's got chops. He can sing.
I'll allow it.
So
Just keep going. What are you worried about?
I don't know. People spitting makes
His
me
inner Missouri was shining through
dirty birds to my left. So anyway, but then he's in Into the Woods, and he's the baker and clearly can sing.
We can totally sing.
So now he comes on with
Oh my God. I just put that together.
He's
I
the
didn't see-
baker. Yeah, the guy
because
can sing.
I've been watching that video
But
all
now
week.
Netflix him. He's in a movie from last year where he plays the guy that won the X Factor as an opera singer who was like living at home in his living room and doing nothing and went on the X Factor and won big.
He's exciting.
He's such a great singer. So there's Jennifer Aniston and they're like playing along and all of a sudden she's like, you just harmonized.
Jennifer
Hudson.
Well played.
And she sings his order.
I like how I remind you, though, of Jennifer Aniston. Thanks, Al.
You do.
We want to die cold.
I had to tag
Hey,
one of my
John
friends.
Kelly.
I had to tag one of my friends on social media because back in the day when we were single girls hanging out, that kind of stuff would happen on a regular basis.
On the regular.
yes.
Right. Right.
And so I had to send it to her. I was like, "Does this not remind you of when we were running the streets and acting foolish and making noise?"
It's the best.
It's the best. And so I think that's part of the appeal is it reminds you of being with your friends in the car.
Yeah,
If
well,
I could
and
just do
and
a
it's
flashback
hilarious
for you of me in the late 1980s when I learned about Phoenix and the What a Burger. And I went through the drive-thru because everything was called What a Something. And I felt I had to sing their entire menu. Because I thought, this just sounds musical. What a chicken.
Amazing they never picked you up for that.
But the biggest thing,
surprised you don't have your own show.
the biggest thing to me was every gay,
I do kind of, but I put his name in front of it to, lure people in.
Keep the paparazzi
every
away.
gay has their diva, and why would you want any more than just have your diva get in the car with you and drive around and sing what you already sing?
Yeah, right.
Because
Exactly.
Donna Summer would have a lot more miles on her if you and I had got a hold of her.
Oh, I know.
Wait.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. That sounds like a Dirty Bird comment. That does sound
back
Dirty
that
Bird.
up and-
I need
Wow.
Look at that. See that?
You're my hero. Oh, this is
our
on.
song.
If this is love, real love. Oh, they're gonna bust. Let's get them. This is our audience.
And then she yells at people out the window. That's the fantastic.
Oh, you're looking at my eyes. So anyways, just James Gordon. If you're not watching it, I always say it about Jimmy Fallon. He's having so much more
time
fun
of his
than the
life.
rest of
So
us.
much fun, yeah.
And James Corden from day one, and he his first show, he's like, we're gonna get canceled tomorrow, so let's just
Let's
fuck this
have
up.
this fun.
Let's just do it. I don't want to say Dirty Bird without her because this girl's playing along with the rules.
Katie, and on one of his first shows, Katie Couric stages her entire fall down the steps on April Fool's Day and totally fucked with him because he freaked out because apparently in meetings they had been having a meeting like the guests are going to fall down the stairs and he's like no, and they were trying to convince him and Katie Couric staged it with a stunt double and he lost his shit.
And is there anything better than Katie Couric's sense of humor besides Meredith Vieira?
Oh, she's fantastic. Katie
Just
Couric.
fire everybody at the Today Show and put
Right.
Katie Couric and
Beer
Meredith
too.
Vieira.
Look at her beard too, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome
Hi,
aboard. Welcome aboard.
Thank
Now
you, Laura.
Marina
Good
is
morning.
really popular in that chair, but you're working on it. Okay. So
I feel like Al just tried to offer you a new career and
But you're moving. We understand.
vaguely listen to.
we always need
radio.
a guest hostess.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
Okay, Amy
right down the
Schumer, who, if you have not seen the Ellen episode where
so
Amy
playing.
Schumer talks about herself eating popcorn and like Amy Schumer, funny bitch. Mm-hmm. And the only reason I watched all of the Comedy Central roasts of anybody I didn't care about was because they would always introduce Amy Schumer and her tall white boyfriend who made no one knew who he was.
My new
but
jam?
they were funny.
Google right now. Amy Schumer, milk lemonade.
Oh my god.
Have you
it
seen it?
Yes. She
Yeah.
is.
That's my new jam. It's my new official. I'm
It's where
trying to
your
figure out
poop
how to get
comes
it on.
out. It's where your poop comes out.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how to get it on Spotify so I can just listen to it all the time.
Funny. Well, her show, the season premiere is tonight.
Oh, good.
So any minute now, you should probably switch over from what you're doing now or DVR it because I'm sure you all have
Please
the...
don't do that. Stop chasing away listeners.
Yeah, stop chasing waterfalls, people. Just DVR
Don't
this
go
shit.
Which
Stick
is
with
a
the
really
streams and
fucking
the
sad
ponds that
song.
you're used to.
When TLC aren't singing it, that's a really sad song.
Oh, it is.
By the way.
Bette Midler
Commercials
gets to it.
forever.
So
Bette
Amy
Midler
Schumer
sang that
returns
song.
tonight.
I'm saying.
I wept.
So sad.
And about 2 hours before it premiered, Comedy Central just renewed it for another season because they're like, we got nothing this funny. Well, they do because they have Broad City and they have Workaholics.
Oh my god, I'm
But
strangely
Amy Schumer
into Broad
is
City.
just
They're killing me.
so right down the middle. It is the strike zone of what it is, the dirty bird, if you will.
Oh,
of
the
what
dirty
they're doing.
bird. It's our
So
drinking
Amy
word.
Schumer
Drink
returns tonight.
preemptively.
She's already renewed. Okay, now you're on your computer. You're maybe jacking off. You finished. You got a couple of minutes before
'Cause it's Monday, right?
You can recharge.
It's Tuesday.
Whatever.
Well, but I was on the computer jerking off because it
Whatever-
was Monday.
Oh, I see.
Whatever day you're touching yourself, Google. Everyone in the, oh my God, we've lost all the listeners. But
They're just listening.
No, there's only 8 people in the chat room. That's awesome.
There's 7 listening live.
I don't even think I am now. But anyways, Gay of Thrones. So who was on Gay of Thrones today but my hero, Timothy Simmons. I don't know how to spell it.
Who cares?
Somebody find out. He's Jonah Ryan from Veep. But he's on today's Gay of Thrones, and it's a gay hairdresser doing someone's hair, explaining this week's episode of Game of Thrones to someone using all pop culture references. I have never seen an episode of Game of Thrones. I have no idea what those dirty birds are doing. Let's drink, shall we?
I am on board.
Woo!
Get it, girls.
Get her done!
Up your ass. In a nice way.
Oh, thank you, because in a mean way it hurts. But then I like it.
Whatever gets the cheese in there.
He wants more
We
cheese.
just got to get the cheese in there.
How do I get this?
I heard that cheese was really bad for dirty birds.
No, because it stops it up and it keeps it up higher.
Oh, good lord.
I didn't think we were going there, did you?
Whoa.
This is not breakfast chat right here.
No. This is later.
In some countries that listen to us right now,
No.
we are a breakfast show.
Well, I hope they're eating some
But not in the Phoenix, Arizona.
Nero's in
Phoenix.
Finland, and Nance in India.
Yeah, it's like allegedly morning there.
We're like international right now, so it could be any time of day. Anyways, so Gay of Thrones. This guy is doing the hair, and Timothy Simmons, possibly. And I'm
Yes.
sorry if he's listening because I sent him the link today.
Potato,
'Cause
potato.
we're friends now.
Did you follow him on Twitter? Is that what happened?
No, we're literally. Remember, I told you
Stalk
last
on
week
Twitter.
that I put a link to his name and he liked it, and he thanked me for liking that
may
I
or may
liked
not
him.
have listened.
Probably not.
Right.
So, anyways, Timothy Simmons is on Gay of Thrones this week, getting his hair done while he gets this week's episode of Game of Thrones done. And then I found out it's a fucking series, and I watched like 3 episodes.
I'm looking
Gay
at it right now.
of Thrones, Gay of Thrones,
He posted
Gay
it.
of
FunnyOrDie.com.
Thrones, FunnyOrDie.com, and you get to vote at the end, Funny or Die. I may have been wetting myself and watching it from the toilet because I could not control my own urine. So I had to click funny for every fucking episode. No, it's a gay hairdresser going, and now young Kristen Stewart comes up to Christina Aguilera, who's clearly dirty. And then while this girl goes like this, they have Christina Aguilera doing the video of dirty. And then he like references some black guy, and Timothy Simmons is like, what? And he's like, oh, this guy from this one episode of this show. And he's like, oh, yeah, him. And then he teaches him how to say gay phrases. I was fucking done. It was Dirty Bird.
Fucking done.
Fucking done. I was fucking done. Fucking
I
done.
like this New York accent you just developed.
Well, I'm from New York. It's kind of helpful. Okay, so that all happened. Gay of Thrones. And now Full House. This
Netflix.
fucking,
I thought the house
I
was
heard about
empty by
this.
now.
It's Fuller House.
please God, Tard House, as I'm calling it. Marnie's not here, right?
Nope.
Are we sure?
Nope.
Tard
You can say
House.
the full-on word.
Retarded.
No, because I've stopped fat shaming and saying retard in public.
Sure you
Oh,
have.
sad face.
Because I heard Sam Smith. What's that fat guy's name?
Sure.
That fat retard.
Well played.
Yes.
Dirty bird.
Have a shot for that. God damn it.
All right,
Fuck me.
so Netflix has decided to like throw the whole fucking like empire down the toilet.
Did it get canceled?
Netflix?
No.
No.
Empire. Oh, you're not talking about Empire.
Oh no, Empire's
Sorry.
like the highest rated show in years.
Time out.
I
Yeah,
just said I got
Empire,
kept-
really
So
good.
Full
not on
House.
Netflix.
Full House has been renewed by Netflix, and Netflix has been on this roll of like doing great things with TV.
Amazing things.
They have decided to revive Full House with the Christian lady who hates gays, Cameron Burke.
Oh, Kirk Cameron?
Kirk
Yeah,
Cameron.
Kirk Cameron's sister.
Kirk Cameron's
Candace.
sister. Candace Cameron.
Oh,
Can-
she
yeah.
was on that show.
She was
like,
on that show.
originally.
Candace
She's going to
Cameron
play a
something.
single
She's hyphenated
mom, which
now.
I'm sure is going to make her burn in hell.
She's a whore
Oh,
already.
she already is. Just gross. Anyways, but so they've signed back. But now the funny thing is the one that played John Stamos' wife, and I never watched the show. I never saw one episode, so I have no idea.
I loved Aunt Becky. No, I liked her.
So whatever her name
always
was,
wanted an Aunt Becky.
she's talking about
Sure
this.
you did.
hey!
They
Calm
have
down. I grew
a-
up in Utah.
Oh, Jenny, hey! So they have a now Jenny is a female from
Stop outing people.
north
Al.
of LA near Santa Barbara. I'm just trying to help our new dirty bird.
Caw-caw.
Atta girl.
Yeah, I don't like to be imitated. Anyways, now you know
That's
that
an imitation?
Do you know? Oh, you don't know the reference. That all the
You don't know my caw
Brenda
reference.
Dickinson, all those self-help videos that the
He said
drag queen
Dickinson.
Yes.
does the voiceovers for.
Oh, yeah.
At one point, she goes caw. on. She's like, nobody likes to be imitated. Anyways, that's what I was thinking when I heard that.
Look at my vagine. I had to underline it.
I had to underline it. My vagine is so large I had to underline it. Caw-caw! No
Look
one
at the
likes
good
to be
I do.
imitated. Anyways, Dirty Bird. Anyways.
And I do
Don't
this
worry,
every
Gina.
week.
So
Don't
Netflix
worry.
loses all credibility by renewing full fucking Tard House. Anyways, don't even know.
Fuller House.
All right, so it's going to be a drinking bird in the next couple of weeks. I guess it's not a giveaway, but I'm doing my whole stay at home, heal my inner self, watch the Bates Motel.
Masturbate on Mondays.
Sure. Well, sure.
On the computer.
Because that's where all the best porn is.
Well, they're not going to do it live in front of me, so I guess I got to use the computer.
They will show up, but it costs more.
Slightly.
True story.
Yes, it does.
Slightly. So there I am. And my favorite kind of humor on a TV show is when the joke is not the joke you're talking about, but it happens in the background and it's just like random noise. It's 30 Rock. It's Arrested Development. It's the joke that just doesn't play. And I'm watching
But keeps
Bates
going.
Motel.
Right.
And over the dialogue that's going, you hear someone check into the hotel and the little girl with cystic fibrosis breathing in the oxygen machine go, the Wi-Fi password is mother. All caps. Shit my pants. Mother! You're just picturing Psycho. It's Psycho. Bates Motel is Psycho.
I like that show. And, I don't really watch TV. I'm a little out of touch with television because I haven't had cable in like a dozen years. But I
Oh my God, we have
a
a whole intervention process for you. Mariah will talk you through it.
No, it's good because I've
Al
found a
now
way.
thinks you're homeless, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, it's close, but that's when I move. I'll be homeless.
No.
But beautiful scenery.
Who's the actress that plays the mama?
Vera
Vera Farmiga, right?
And I call her Formica because that's what it should
She's
sound like.
fan-fucking-tastic.
She's
She's amazing.
And they have just
It's no wonder Norman's fucked up. Is all I'm saying.
They just now switched, just recently, this last couple weeks, because we're all waiting for Psycho to happen. Like, this is nice that you have a great actress playing the mother, but eventually Norman Bates has to be Norman Bates.
He's already been killing people.
Right, and
Al, have you not been paying attention?
Right, but in the last couple of weeks, he's worn the dress, he's done the thing, we're really
Oh, he's
focusing on
starting
the
again, starting
taxidermy,
again. Ooh.
and the best part is the cystic fibrosis girl. Oh, the Wi-Fi password is mother, all caps. It was a delight.
Look, if you were
I
high on
giggled.
oxygen, life would be simple for you too.
It was 4:20. How was I going to pass it up? You know what I mean? You're
Puff,
just,
puff, pass.
Yeah, you're just saying, let's do it.
And there was no way to pass to, so we just kept giving it to right hand, left hand, right
So
hand,
I
left
just
hand.
want to tell you that those listening in future weeks, you might find the drinking word in that last story.
Mother, all caps.
Sure.
And then
That's
this-
going to be a really fun day.
This Friday is Bruce Jenner's interview with Diane Sawyer. So you're going to have a transsexual. The T is
Allegedly transgender
LGBT.
individual.
We're in
did
the
I say?
process of.
You
Why is
said
it
transsexual.
alleged?
I don't know.
Oh.
Did he come out?
Is it a crime?
Oh, I think he's going to do it this
don't say
Friday.
alleged.
That's what we're saying.
But
Alleged
we don't wanna
because because
pigeonhole.
we don't know that it's for sure
We don't want to
true.
pigeonhole him.
So we don't want to assume. We don't want to out anybody
Oh, see,
more
here-
than we usually do.
Right. We're just gonna, I just want to dirty bird it and say, let's do it. Let's do it. Come on.
More
Get her done.
up your.
As
schlong.
Doug Wilkie's other babysitter, I got to help you out.
So wait, so here's oh good lord. So wait a minute, Bruce Jenner's going on the show, and we think
With a famous drunk woman.
it's to come out, right?
Right.
It's to come out
Recently
and
widowed
say,
drunk lady.
Well, one of the quotes about the
Everything-
entire interview is, "I've waited my entire life for this." So they're just playing up the hilt that they're playing to.
Oh, they're
I'm not sure
really-
what that means. Is it I've been waiting my entire life to get the fuck away from Kris Jenner and all of her crazy batshit kids, or have
Or
I
I
waited
just
my
want to find
entire
out what
life?
Diane Sawyer is pouring into that glass.
Right, whatever. But
That's something to wait an
or
entire
is
life
this
for.
his time to say, like, I have felt that
Right.
I've been a woman my
So
entire
they're teasing
life.
around the rumors and the assumptions
Yeah,
so that
I
everyone
think
will
those
tune
women
in.
mess that man's head
But
up.
Oh,
and
clear. The whole
Good
world
Lord.
has been messed
now,
up by
first
those
time
women.
listener, first time participant, first time anything over here. We just want to tell you, we don't like that family. So we're just thinking that this is not what the transgendered, right? Is that the right word?
Transgender.
This is not what that community needs. Is this fucktard and his
Being a
family
spokesperson.
being the spokesperson?
No.
Because this whore
Who's a whore?
representing Florida or further South Dakota, I wasn't sure what you were looking at, so I had to check my map.
I think that was just my lazy eye.
She went slightly cross-eyed, so I had to check all 50 states to make sure there wasn't something breaking news going on behind
That was
me.
just my carefully camouflaged lazy
so that's
eye.
Friday. So we'll chat about that next Tuesday. And the last thing was Dennis Quaid, as I wrote here because of spell check. But his name is Dennis Quaid. Now, Dennis Quaid is notoriously very funny. Like, remember the time we married Meg Ryan? Funny guy.
Okay.
I love Meg Ryan. I'm just kidding.
I just wrote Bruce Jenner's sound bites on my list for next week.
Because we need them all. We need all of them.
Got it.
So Dennis
Are
Quaid,
you free next Tuesday? Because you might need to come back in.
Sure.
Okay.
We have a room for a fifth.
Don't
It's
sleep.
not Costa Rica. Don't cry for us. No one likes to be imitated. That's going to be our drinking word, too. I'm going to write that down later.
Phrase it
so
pays.
anyways, Dennis Quaid did this funny video where it looked like he was having some kind of an on-set fit.
Right. Was it proven to be fake?
Homage.
What kind of a fit?
And it was an homage to the Christian Bale fit, the pick your favorite celebrity meltdown, where he was like, that's garbage, and this guy's a dick. And then you found out it was, again, Funny or Die, which if you're not watching Funny or Die, why don't you have a computer, and why don't you have a life, and what is wrong with your world? But Funny or Die, mostly funny, sometimes die. What they did was...
They invented drunk history.
Right, come on. If you okay, all right. Let's get serious for just a minute with Olivia Newton-John.
Can we get physical?
Let's
after
get
that?
serious with Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, go ahead, play it.
I gotta find it.
Say it or play it.
Say it or play it. Say it or play it. Oh, Drew's not even here, and he likes say it or play it.
I gotta find that too.
You have Sandy Bullock Day in your hotel room because you got to pay for that hotel room. You paid for it. You got to spend your time in there. You got to use the cable. You got to use the ice bucket.
Lay around in the robe.
You got one day to make that robe count. You got to either Sandy Bullock Day it with liquor, Weather Channel it with liquor,
right?
Or you got to do Drunk History Channel with liquor on the computer that you got free Wi-Fi for, or paid $9.99 for. Drunk History, so fucking
super fucking
funny.
Off topic, but I feel like also super fun and also getting your money's worth is to drunkenly just wander around the lobby in said robe and meet new friends.
In the robe?
In the robe.
May I qualify?
Please.
As if you're at home in your living room?
My conqueso friend.
Walking around with some vodka in a coffee cup going, hey.
I don't do that.
Where are you from? What are you doing? And just sitting down awkwardly, like crossing your legs so that the robe just slides up just a little too far.
Oh, she went too far with the robe. Now, I don't do the robe, but I legitimately do my pajamas. I legitimately do the matching pants or shorts, depending on the climate of the place I'm visiting.
Of course.
Sure.
You know, we're
Like
we're always topical.
Right.
And matching t-shirt, and I do go down to the lobby and get my breakfast, and I will sit with somebody who's sitting alone and eat my bagel with them because I know the Weather Channel's, it's not local till the 8, so I know I have a couple minutes.
What's been the general reaction for that? I'd like to know.
Horror mixed with, well, it's nice to meet you. I'm guessing, to meet someone.
I'm guessing most people would think you're retarded.
Shock and awe.
But
the best part about it is, though,
there's some kind of a dirty
because
bird.
they're traveling alone, like I usually am, that they're delighted to meet someone, but they don't realize that I'm waiting for Sandy Bullock Day and they have nothing to look forward to. So they're sitting alone in the dining area of the free breakfast.
So sadly, you're saying you're the highlight of their day?
I might be.
But as they walk away,
where are you traveling? Latrobe, Pennsylvania?
But as they walk away, they're left.
But that free breakfast draws down everybody.
It sure do. Yeah,
there is.
Try again. You'll get there.
Yeah.
As they walk away, they're left with this. That's it. Say it or play it. God damn it.
Play it.
309 on the YouTube video. Right
Drew's
there.
gonna hear that from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
I
actually don't wear the robe though, but I always wear pajama-like garb, and I go down to the free breakfast, and I look for someone sitting alone. And even if I'm with other people, I'll just sit for a second at their table and just ask them some question about their travel, because there's nothing sadder than someone at a free breakfast alone. And sometimes it's me, but I assault first.
It's always him. That's the actual sad. It's always him.
I travel alone a lot. So Dennis Quaid's thing was very funny, and if you get a chance to watch it, what they did was they recorded.
I forgot we were talking about
I know.
That's how this show works.
That's how it works.
That's how it all works.
So
what happens?
So they filmed the Funny or Die segment with the whole thing included, including the person dressed like a dick, the garbage bag on the floor that says you're all garbage, and he's looking at the garbage bag, and like everything that he's referring to. But what they released was somebody with a camera phone recording his saying stuff without the cutaways that were filmed for Funny or Die. So it looks like he's having a set, like he's having a fit on set.
Breakdown.
And Whoopi Goldberg was the one that said it. She's like, I think this might be Funny or Die. Like, She's like, Randy Quaid is a lot of fun, and he's got a really good sense of humor.
Wait, Randy or Dennis?
Dennis.
Okay.
So I keep saying Randy. It says Dennis right here. If you'll look at my notes.
You should check your cue cards more often.
I agree with you.
That's what a good dirty bird would do.
Oh my God, Molly wants to do this together, and she'll go down to breakfast with a bra on. I want to tell you, because I'm not a never nude, but I'm almost a never nude, that my pajamas are pretty much what I'm wearing right now, except for the shorts are plaid.
Here's what I love is that Molly Montgomery is acting like her not wearing a bra is a new thing. That's not news.
Gravity has called, Molly, and they want you to start wearing one.
True freaking story.
Anant.
Oh my God, even a straight person chimed in.
Anant, right? The link you're looking for is in the chat room right now. If you're looking for that, it's YouTube. It's Whitney Houston. God. It's not hard to find it. Oh my God, are you done? Are you done?
Am I supposed to still have a segment?
I stretched that out way longer than I should have.
Well, the whole goddamn show's
I'm
been
going to be in the
stretched out.
non-bathroom cam area.
We don't have a camera there. Kat Carlson,
you should have a microphone at least.
Good
Kat,
Lord.
Do you have? Are you ready?
I mean, sure.
You think you can do this?
I'll do something.
I have to. Oh shit! I'm in the wrong segment.
Good.
Oh, here we go. Are you ready?
This is a nicely produced show.
What are you doing, Kat?
It's a shit show.
I
Here
don't
we
know.
go.
We're gonna find out this week in shit shows and hashtags. That's right. Hashtag Internet Best Friend Day. Hashtag Kylie Jenner Challenge. Hashtag Kylie Jenner Challenge fail. Google's Mobile Mageddon, and you can relive every search you've ever made on Google.
Oh, fuck them.
Yeah. The ridiculous shit that we Google here in the studio, we can now find out. All this and nothing else. There it is. So for those folks that we might have talked about earlier that might just have only internet and no life, today is hashtag Internet Best Friend Day.
Oh,
that's right. Hashtag trending on Twitter still.
Now I feel bad I ignored my boyfriend's text message.
You were sleeping in a comatose state.
Hashtag shitty friend.
We'll make up for it later.
Hashtag just sleeping. It's fine.
Right.
It's just
true
fine.
story. Sometimes.
Well, I want to shit on
Try
your
more.
show
Try again.
already.
Try again.
We'll
Try
come
again.
shit
Try
on it.
again.
Bring
Try
it
again.
on.
Try again. Try again. You missed it. You try again. Try the
Close
door.
it up. Close
Look
it
at
up.
the door.
Close it up. Close it up.
Oh, Christ. Oh, Gina's got it.
Kitchen cam!
She's.
Kitchen cam!
Wait. Wait. I know. I'm not on it. Jesus. Wait. Wait.
Alfie's running for the kitchen
I think
cam.
we have a dirty
Kitchen
bird on
cam.
this.
He's
I
on
don't
it.
know what's happening.
He's on it.
What's going on out there? Clayton, give us the play-by-play.
I got. Well, you can't.
Is he in his
Come back.
pajamas?
No, he's
eating
in that.
breakfast
He's
with
in
someone
that.
alone? Oh, okay.
I was doing the My Heart Will Go On dance. Did anybody catch that?
No.
Why didn't we do say it or play it with the lip sync melody?
Oh,
Lip-sync
fuck.
I am so disappointed that nobody
can-
got My Heart Will Go On.
I can
But
only do so much
I
with this
think
show.
he didn't let us see it.
I think, well, no, I was hoping listeners would. I think shit on me. You got a drink during this.
Drink is always love you.
Oh, it's so good.
Still dead. By the way, Bobby Christina is still brain dead. They're gonna pull the plug.
Are they?
Oh, they're not
they-
gonna.
they-
Oh,
They're not gonna pull the
They will
plug
never
anytime
pull the plug, and I'll tell you
soon,
why
no.
after.
Okay.
But what
That
I
shit
think
will
your
rot away.
spot should be called, the Shit on Me Show.
Yeah.
Should really be called Today in Hashtags because
You hashtag the fuck out
I'm
of it.
totally there.
no, because
Working
there's
on it.
like the top 10 hashtags of the day. It's a thing,
It is a thing. It is a thing. And
and
so
you can pick any time of the day.
I had that exact same
She's
inspiration
got
like
gas.
a week and a half ago,
They
and so
had gas.
have been intending to slowly
have it,
migrate my
apparently.
segment.
Oh, we're playing Two Women, One Mind again.
We are. We've been the same. We've been the same person all day long.
All right, Fish Called Wanda, tell me your story.
Oh, Christ. Can you just read your segment?
Is it really?
What?
Now my fly is up. Fucking Nero.
There is no camera.
Fucking Finland.
There's no camera in there. Come on.
Well
No,
done,
I was-
Finland.
I was doing my
well
interpretive
done. Don't
dance.
clap, clap. Why do you always snap, snap, and clap, clap?
Because we have a time frame. We got shit to do.
Well, then move on. What?
No, do your show.
For fuck's sake.
We can go
your
till 10. We got Gina. We'll go till 10:30 tonight. Fuck it.
Hey!
Come on.
Oh, we got our curfew
I
extended.
had a nap. It's all good.
She's ready to go.
She's ready to go. She got 3 more beers, according to my count, maybe 4.
All right.
I got 3 more beers. Did you drink one of them in the kitchen?
But we're gonna have to.
She doesn't drink beer.
All right.
Well, these
All right,
are
we're
Mexican
shitting on you for no
mimosas.
reason. Tell us your first story.
Hashtag Internet Best Friend Day. For those of you that may not have real friends or may have some internet best friends, tag them, tell a funny story, maybe post a picture. Allegedly, if you were on the internet over
can't
here,
see me.
Point. No, point. It's important to point because Clayton likes to just point at something.
the random pointing.
Screens. You can't see the screens. Actually, they can see the corner of that screen in the shot. So
The line
Goodness
dancers just looked
gracious.
at me because I laughed so loudly while dancing.
she's got her headphones on.
I was trying to give you a little Buffalo Bill realness.
All right.
She's quickly becoming my favoriteest listener, by the way.
Molly?
Because she's sitting there at work just listening away.
No
sitting
bra.
in the bar.
No bra.
Braless. I just gotta tell you,
flies down.
now Harrison and I developed the game.
Strangers.
2 women, 1 mind. But Kat and Molly and I are really perfecting it. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, Molly's really good at that game.
It's a new game called 3 Women, 1
4. 4.
Okay. Which,
I was told there'd be no math.
Okay, whatever.
All right, somebody, go ahead. Shit on this.
I don't even remember what the fuck I was shitting on.
You
anymore.
were.
Kylie Jenner did something.
Oh, that's right. Here we go.
Best Friend Day on YouTube.
Yeah, we're over
Whatever.
Best Friend Day. Move on. Say hi to your best friend.
All right.
So if you get a chance, look up hashtag Kylie Jenner Project. Has anybody heard about this?
I'm
afraid. Okay.
Gonna do it right now.
So here's what happened. Allegedly, Kylie Jenner has some like super pouty lips. And is like,
I know about this.
Kind of a thing, right?
Oh, Kylie Jenner challenge.
Right. That's what I just said. Hashtag Kylie Jenner challenge.
It's right. Well,
literally came out of my mouth.
I'm just backing you up. Jesus Christ. Shut up, young man.
I don't do oohs and ahs. I'm not backing her up.
So
shut the door. They shame you if you don't.
That's a true story. For real.
My cats come in and it's an ugly scene.
So Kylie Jenner then said that the way that she gets that lip pucker is by sucking on the inside of a shot glass.
I saw a girl on the internet do that, and it was
horrifying. And it's going horribly.
Her lips look like a baboon's ass when she was done.
Right.
I'm intrigued.
How do you get your lips, Gina?
A lot of kissing.
No, that was the answer I was looking for.
Nice.
But good luck.
That a girl.
You know how those little dirty birds are.
I've seen your boyfriend. Anyway, continue on, Kat.
Yeah, so
it's amazing I came anyway, right?
So people are trying to recreate.
I came anyways too. That's my motto.
I came, but I have a towel.
Lord. But it's Tuesday, not Monday. What's going on?
People are.
Oh, hashtag shh.
Hashtag don't. No. I only prepare like 2 stories because
she won't take a pity fuck out of you.
No, sure won't. The fuck was I saying?
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm just a bill.
No. You're
sucking the bottom of a shot glass.
Sucking the shot glass to get all the blood to run to your lips. But people apparently don't know to stop when it hurts.
Right. Exactly.
Because as you look this up, and you can look it up on Instagram, you look it up on Twitter. I don't really understand hashtags on Facebook because they allegedly work, but they don't. Because you have to be friends with the fuckers to see their shit. It's dumb.
I'm not into it.
Don't hashtag on Facebook. That's the dumbest shit ever. Twitter and Instagram, it actually works.
Continue on.
Go ahead.
Your story.
All right. General disagreements among the staff. Come on.
We're gonna bring this up in the
At
post
the
show meeting.
We gotta get a meeting.
Right.
Somebody ought to have a meeting.
There should always be a meeting.
Day drinking.
Oh, my favorite sport.
On
now
Mondays,
she's in.
Which is how you're here.
Which is why I was in a Benadryl coma earlier.
That's why she's out of the Olympics. Because of her professional day drinking status.
Oh, God.
Well,
tell the affiliates we're going to run late.
I was hanging out with, who is that little swimmer guy, Phelps? Yeah.
That's why she's the Tara Reid. That's the wrong name.
420.
Tara Lipinski.
What the hell is Tara Lipinski?
I don't know.
She's lady. Help me out. Lady Weir's girlfriend, Tara Lipinski, right?
Johnny Weir.
Oh, the Lady Weir.
The Lady Weir and Tara Lipinski. That's why you have to do the color commentary because you're a professional. You're not allowed to do day drinking Olympics.
Okay.
Right?
I'm not sure.
We'll continue on with
translation later, but okay.
So allegedly, Kylie Jenner puffs up her little lips by putting her lips inside of a shot glass and just sucking on it. And we've all done that. We all stuck a cup to the end of our face. And
when I was 5.
Right, when you were 5.
Okay.
Right, but you understand the concept. So then you just put your lips in there and you suck on it a little bit, and then
you end up with a baboon's ass on your face.
Right.
Never done
that. So it ends up. See, isn't that fantastic?
Seriously.
So this is a thing, and it's been trending on Twitter and Instagram for like a couple of days.
Yeah,
to the point that Kylie Jenner actually had to say something about it.
Like, stop.
Yeah,
that can really happen to my lips if I do this.
I think that can.
I would actually like to see that.
Actually, I think it's
I'm
happened.
almost on board.
I would buy you a free hotel breakfast for that.
Thank you for knowing my needs. Dirty bird.
That's better than a point program from Hilton you could ever get right there. Gina Forney is going to buy you a room.
Right there. I'm just going to.
I don't get. I
find a way.
I have never done that, but I think if you do it, you might get better dating possibilities.
See, some of the reactions though remind me of those girls that are like hot ironing their hair and they do it too long and it's too hot and then like the whole chunk falls off.
Oh, sure.
And then they're all like, "Oh, I'm on video. That wasn't good." Like, so
and then they post it anyway. Is the great part.
And
no, we have to do this for real.
This girl you're showing us right here is like all of a sudden she's sucking it.
Motherfucker,
she's like,
that sucked.
Hold on.
Is she Asian?
Hey, baby, what were you doing?
Oh, what would happen to you?
Everybody looks like freaking Mushmouth.
She's from from Fat Albert. I love it.
This is not
Bill Cosby.
I love it.
Oh no, has she been drugged and raped?
It's quite possible.
You just hear Bill Cosby and you
think
she's been jealous.
Similar,
but her lips are ready. I'm just saying,
but different.
Now that's not. Can that really happen? I think we need to do this live.
You saw it. Really?
No.
I have shot glasses.
There was editing involved.
I have shot glasses. Would you like to try it? You have to be.
You
have to be quiet for like 10 minutes.
I'm out.
It would be like a muzzle, Al.
No shit, it would be.
Clayton McKee just dared you to shut the fuck up.
STFU for those lips.
Oh. Well, the photos and videos as we've seen are sometimes humorous, but mainly gruesome.
I see a lot of bruising. A lot of the girls that try it come out with a lot of bruising around their lips.
Right.
I say that about porn.
And you live alone. Jesus Christ.
Sometimes humorous, but mainly gruesome. I prefer a site that has categories, so I know what I'm getting in for.
I'd like to avoid gruesome, Alex, for 500.
Right.
Can I buy a vowel?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Can I buy a vowel? So
perhaps when Midget Gangbang comes by, you just keep on scrolling.
That was him.
I started, I'm sorry, but Midget Gangbang? Really?
It's a category.
Midget I'm well endowed, good in bed, and I like chicken. That's really apparently all you need.
That's casual encounters.
No,
that's
you like
way
brown
different than
chicken.
online porn.
Shut up. Fill out all the boxes.
I'm using a phrase from somebody else.
We spent a Cobalt family Christmas watching gangbang porn.
Yes.
Once, so it is rather entertaining.
How did I miss?
I'm just saying.
I don't know how that can be. I really don't.
It was really interesting.
She didn't say it was hot. She said it was entertaining.
It defined, but I want you to define what entertainment is.
You laughed a little, you cried a little.
I mean,
you threw up a little bit in the back of your mouth.
It's kind of like when Chris Farley did the fat guy in a little coat thing. It's like it's little people.
It's further South Dakota
gangbanging, and it's fun. It's like
which is represented by this hand gesture.
Yeah.
Did you ever find yourself going? How did that get there? I mean, we
had a gift
she saw the minutes leading up to.
Somebody
We're down to
opened
7
it in their
users online.
gift.
Oh wait, this was a DVD.
This is a true Christmas Cobalt.
It wasn't
Christmas
live.
celebration.
How did you think she saw it?
No, I knew that.
We all grabbed a cocktail. We gathered around the big screen. We watched midget porn together. It was a true Christmas spirit.
I feel like there was some bond.
Do you have
That's all I'm saying.
Do you have a tough bond to break?
Do you have an HR program at the Cobalt?
If we do, honey, the R stands for rehab.
Sadly, the human resources girl is out that day.
Clearly not.
If you're not drinking, you're not trying. That's all I'm saying.
You're falling behind.
That's a fair point.
I went to the kitchen. Oh wait, I dinged myself. Didn't even know I was gonna.
I've heard
I
you
went to
ding.
the kitchen. I brought two beers this time.
That's just a time
Good
saver.
thinking.
It's a time saver.
Anybody who dings themselves, I gotta give bonus points.
I have
to.
batteries. Cat,
All
continue
right,
on.
Yeah, I feel you were talking.
Well, you know what? I probably was.
What's next on your shit list?
Well, that's what I was going to. That's what I was literally just clicking to because I was like, well, we beat this dead horse to death. How to relive every embarrassing Google search you've ever made. That's a thing. I encourage you to at home.
I saw this earlier, and I'm a little concerned about this.
Well, who are you revealing that to, though? Who's gonna know?
Well, Google.
You know what? Sometimes I'm just embarrassed by myself.
What are you Googling that somebody might be concerned
I actually
about?
was not that embarrassed by mine. Mine was really kind of dumb.
I Google all shit.
Mine was pretty horrible. Now the trick is you have to be Googling A through Google. So
what?
You can't Yahoo your
Yeah.
Google.
You can't Bing it.
Right.
No Bing
Dirty Bird.
Yes.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Are you ready?
Here, go here. No.
What?
No.
What?
Okay.
That's your question.
So here's what you have to do.
What?
A. Your search engine of preference has to be Google.
You literally have to Google it.
I got that part.
A. 2. You have to be signed in.
Oh.
A and it's a thing.
That's my saving grace.
I didn't know this was.
That's the saving
That is
grace.
your saving grace.
If you're not signed in.
2. You have to be signed into your Google account.
Oh, I don't think I
while
have
in said browser.
I have multiple.
While making the Googles.
Right. Okay.
Oh, so my making Googles is so far anonymous.
Unless you have an account.
And if you haven't, and then you go to history.
Al's anonymously Googling in hotel lobbies where there's free breakfast everywhere.
So the phrase
across
Mexican
the country.
horse fucker has never come up before.
What?
Right.
I'm just throwing something out at random. It's a dirty
Donkey
bird.
show has never come up under Al's searches.
Right.
Things to do in Tijuana.
Yes, exactly. Very good. But I will go with you for it.
Subtitled.
Yes.
Yeah, so when
parenthetically,
We're down to 4
When you
users.
go to,
go ahead.
if you were the kind of person that wants to chronicle every aspect of your life, you might want to make sure that you're signed in so that Google remembers all the things that you search for.
I
Because
don't-
maybe it's more
No,
helpful.
I'm gonna go with
You
no.
don't know.
It even remembers the stuff you don't spell right.
It even remembers the stuff you don't spell right. Yeah, like just today.
Jesus, Al finds that very funny for some reason.
Do you have because you have a problem with spelling apparently, Al?
No, I'm just thinking, well, it was a French phrase and it meant two women fucking a horse. But I don't get the exact spelling.
I feel like I want to Google that.
Everybody has Googled in something kind of like what you mean to
French-esque?
say, and you just hope it comes up with "Did you mean?"
Okay.
Every single person has used the "Did you mean?"
Yes.
For example, if I was
I love the "Did you mean?"
if I were to Google, if I were to be looking for information
Just theoretically,
on
right?
crooked ducks, and I accidentally misspell the word duck,
Ducks.
A vowel is a horrible thing to replace.
Google and everybody they know knows I was looking for crooked dicks
Yeah.
Incidentally-
Did you mean
or docks.
dick?
As it turns out, the Crooked Duck is a diner in Long Beach, California.
Of course it is.
Good to know.
I might have been.
Crooked
That
Duck.
might have been where I got it from.
Good to know.
Oh my God!
Right.
Did
Yeah.
you mean?
I love "Did you mean?"
Did you mean crooked dogs?
When I misspelled Visine earlier.
Yeah. Did you mean Visine? Are you trying to make someone you know shit
Did you
their
mean
pants?
Visine causing diarrhea? I was like, well, yes, that's a third one down.
You
That's exactly
I
what
already
I
took that
dirty
ingredient out.
bird.
That you know
I
what?
did,
We looked
earlier.
it up.
We talked about
We
that.
totally talked about that today.
You took that ingredient.
I was sleeping. I'm sorry.
No, I understand.
They
We
replay the show the
We
next day.
never thought you were a listener.
Just today, I
You do
searched
not play
for
this show
Internet
ever.
Best Friend Day, Gay of Thrones, what is the opposite of allergic, anti-gay Pennsylvania, 900,000 abortions, Titanic ship line, water temperature of the Titanic wreck, Visine in drink. What else did I Google search for?
Oh, I'm like, these all sound familiar.
these are all things
that's all
that-
recent
These are all
searches by
things
this
that I
man,
have
this young man.
by this young man over here.
All right. All right. Now,
All right, you sir are cut off.
Oh,
Now, sir,
That's my new rule. Have I not told you that?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna
you know
shit
what?
on my own story. No, there's a fun
No,
story. I'm gonna shit
but
on
I
my
will
own
tell you this right now. As soon as I hit the right button,
Go.
say it or play it. You got a drink.
what's your story, bitch?
Okay. So
Can we back up before you shit on your own story?
All
Can I
right.
shit on it first?
Please go.
I just want you to know that the first
Nothing like a
story that we
secondhand
ever
shit.
did on this story was about what the hell Ray J was doing in that room.
Who the fuck is Ray J? I
Who the
remember
fuck
that.
is Ray? That's it's show number one.
Show number one.
know.
So we always have this very, very meaningful connection with the Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
So I just want people to know,
Dead
it was
or
Whitney.
alive.
We're not Johnny Come Latelys. Please shit on your own story.
Next
Okay.
time I get
What's your
invited, I'll
story?
bring a Ouija board.
So
Ooh,
my
I don't have one.
new gauge of intoxication, having recently moved, well, not recently anymore. It's been like 6 months, but moved into a world where maybe there are more like men in my life and in my bar,
Okay.
as opposed to just hella lesbians.
We're
Gina
going,
Junction.
we're
over
going
there.
to see Ron Rogers after this. You realize?
Oh, good. Yeah, let's
just
do that.
write
Welcome
that
to
down.
the Sausage Fest.
I know. No, and
Awesome.
it's been a very fun adjustment for me. But I found out that my new like alcohol meter is when the boys start hitting on me.
Oh,
No, we're done.
So that
I
does
had-
not apply to what
I
I've
know.
written down
I
here.
never legitimately hit on you. You're white.
Legitimately.
Right, I'm white. Sure, that's
Yeah.
a problem.
I love it. It's like not legitimately.
Hispanic
I did
enough?
leave you an
Right.
option to leave, and I left one arm untied. We're down to 4 users.
Because here's how this came about. The gentleman, there was a gentleman
Now
in
I'm
the
gonna
bar.
hang out more because I'm gonna want to see this.
No, because it's totally fun because they do get like a little one eye open, and it blatantly happened one time, and so now I'm on the lookout for it because
Well, we have talked about your boyish charm.
I know, and I use it to my advantage as often as possible.
Atta
story.
girl. All right.
Like I do.
Two
So-
things.
Yes, please.
I have two questions.
Two things. That comes. Yeah. Go. Ray J,
All right.
you have the floor.
Ray J's going to make this up impromptu because my sheet just got thrown off the
Good.
table, Cat Carlson style.
That was a very fun time. I need to bring that back.
Your picture online was of you in a shirt and tie with Rachel Maddow's haircut.
Right.
So there really is not a lot of room to judge on
The Rachel Maddow haircut is underneath that hat.
It is right now at this
right.
moment.
But I mean, that
And
picture
only one
of you
person's proven to
online.
have that hat.
What did you think
I was
my
like,
hair would look like
cute
at
guy.
this moment? Right.
But I just have to say that throwing people out of the bar because they thought you were Rachel Maddow or a boy is synonymous.
But only one
no.
person is allowed to have that haircut.
No.
Yeah, and I think Alec Baldwin proved that only one person's allowed to have
Stand
that
by,
haircut.
because if I'd have told the whole story,
Oh, there's more?
Pipe
because
down.
started out as a very, seemingly nice gentleman. We had a conversation.
Wisconsin?
He said, "What's your name?" I said, "Kat." We talked about many, many things. He was in from out of town. He was having a wonderful visit.
You were a hooker as a
Of
boy.
course I
You were a
was.
boy hooker.
Boyker.
Okay. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I'm going to allow it.
No,
She's drunk. We got to give her something.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Yeah. This
we
booker-
had.
It was late night at Clairvoyant. No, I cannot. I
Nope.
cannot.
Nope. We got a loser. Dirty bird.
She was a boyker at Cobalt.
We're down to 3 users.
No,
And there's 4 people on the show.
I'm taking.
No, I really want to hear this tale.
No,
Don't we
this is
all?
a very fun tale.
Don't we all?
So it started out as a reasonable conversation. My name being Kat.
Like
Not
Williams?
Because there's
seriously,
so
like
many
Cat
men I know
Stevens.
named
Cat
Cat.
Stevens.
Right.
Oh, that's
Who's
a
now
good one.
Right, there's
Mohammed,
only
by
Cat
the way.
Stevens,
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
So, we have a very nice conversation. He asks if I have a girlfriend, clearly is onto the whole lesbian vibe that I put out.
Oh, really?
All of these
You're a
things.
lesbian?
For real.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
I did
Yeah.
not get that.
Part of the Scissor Sister clan.
I had no idea.
Okay.
Oh, now I
That's
get it.
Wait.
Now I got it.
Okay. He's on board, though.
All right, Marnie Ryer, please calm down with the lesbian references. Every once in a while, you're going to have to answer a sexual question.
I
It
understand.
may involve this gesture. Right.
God, I hope
And
not.
I've watched the videos, but I feel like that's not really a thing.
I
I
have a
feel
pair
like
of scissors.
lesbian porn is lacking
I do too.
in a penis.
I do too. Well, which is why I bring my own. 3 sizes, 2 colors.
Those
I'm on a-
costume changes.
I'm out of liquor. Is there vodka in your refrigerator?
On top of the
You
refrigerator.
gotta like sex where there's a costume change.
Right.
Come on now.
Yeah.
All right.
It doesn't
so
get any
sorry.
gayer than that,
It's like
right?
the
Al?
Sheriff Farewell Tour. So the moral of the story is this started out as just a regular customer, and we had a wonderful interaction, and things progressed, and drinks were drank, and shots were done, and allegedly pills were taken, and then all of a sudden, this same seemingly nice man leans over the bar with one eye open, and he goes, "You're handsome. What was your name again? You're so handsome," and goes to touch my face, and yeah. Bad. It went to super creepy town. Yeah.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Inside the house. Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And I actually ended up having to ask this particular gentleman to leave.
I'm gonna leave you with my taser from now on.
No, it's okay.
All right, I brought liquor.
I mean,
Just tase him in the little, and then the little huevos.
just 2
By the way,
Fridays ago, I got some crusty old queen to call me a
Lovely
cunt so I could
kitchen
throw him
cam.
out.
You did love it.
Oh, I didn't even dance.
I'm
All
really
right,
gonna pay attention now. Really
Please shut that door. God damn it, you are so rude.
You invited me here to shut the freaking doors. You shut the fucking door.
There we go. It's got a closer.
We're way back at BS West in Scottsdale.
Oh, good.
Late
How did we
80s,
get there?
late
Oh.
80s, early 90s. We're talking about
The
a
time machine. It's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. We jumped in the
gay
Right, no
gentleman
shit.
with the wrong idea.
Are you Socrates?
So I may have been drinking a few too many, and the young lady or man, however he self-identified, was drinking the same amount, and we were flirting and offering, our good times to people, but not because of anything dirty. It's vodka, like God intended. So we realized halfway through the exchange with this gentleman that he perhaps thought we were hookers. Perhaps. And so
Perhaps.
You had your pretty
Wait,
woman.
wait.
Your pretty woman moment.
Time out.
Quizás.
Were you dressed like a hooker?
No.
All right, carry on.
Okay, there's a good chance I was in this outfit.
I'm pretty sure.
Wow. Those are kind of 80s.
For those of you
colors.
without video, that would be a resounding no.
That the fact that there was khaki shorts and a green t-shirt on were pretty strong. So my friend Renee looks over at him and he goes, "Oh, sir, I just want to tell you that any money that changed hands would just be a gratuity. I'm not a hooker.
Just a tip.
Okay, I was fucking done for about 10 years with ever talking to someone in public again. As my friend Renee and if you know Renee is like
You've
Tom
not met
and
Renee.
Jerry.
I don't believe so.
It's
No.
fantastic.
He's like Tom and Jerry. He's like the most polite. Not Tom and Jerry. What are the Chippendale?
So he's a mouse and a cat.
Chippendale.
Chippendale.
The two, the really polite
Chipmunks from Disney.
rodents that are always like,
Chipmunks
oh
from
no,
Disney.
you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And he always says things like, oh no, and he'd be dirty bird. Like that's where dirty bird comes from because he would tell somebody, oh, dirty talking. I will not invite you to my birthday party, you dirty girl. Doug and I talk just like Renee.
You were friends with Francis from Pee Wee Herman's
Right,
Big Adventure?
The best,
What's happening?
A falsetto child. but when Doug and I talk, we are always imitating our friend Renee. Like both of our voices are just blatant.
My therapist, Doug?
Yes,
Yes.
we are both just imitating Renee at his funniest. So Renee is sitting there listening to this whole conversation. He's like, oh, no. Any money that changed hands would just be a gratuity. And then would just turn around. Like that is it's so Renee. And I went
I like him already.
I went into Saks Fifth Avenue one day where Renee had worked for years and I was talking and the person waiting on me selling my Shiseido was like, there's someone that works here that talks just like you. I'm like, oh, his name is Renee, and you should meet our friend Doug because
That's
we
like
all
poo-poo, shoo-shoo, polite, right?
we all talk like him. We're all in the middle of some kind of Joan Crawford movie that none of us have seen.
It's kind of how, like in the South, when you're a little undesirable, they're like, well, aren't you sweet? Aren't you just a little blessed little thing?
Bless his
you're
heart.
you're so funny.
It's like this.
Are we ready for thoughtful vulgarity?
Looks like it's back to the perfume counter for me.
Yes, there's
That's
that.
Renee.
That's Renee. Or this, depending on how you look at it.
Wait. You gotta point to it. You gotta point to you. 30-minute dance break?
No, we're going to make a crossover. We're going to come back. Thoughtful Vulgarity follows this, so stick around if you dare.
I said thoughtful vulgarity, and he said, no, we're going to go to thoughtful vulgarity. Did you hear it?
I'm pretty sure that's what
I like to keep you guessing.
We're going to
Alfred.
Bulgaria? Where are we going?
Bulgaria.
Our final segment.
Area.
Tell the affiliates down the line we're going long tonight. We've got 28 more minutes of this show. Stick around, will you? In the chat room, thank you very much. We'll be right back. It's our final segment called Thoughtful Vulgarity. Al Perkins gives us our question moments from now. And all I got to say is, drink up, Buttercup.
Drink up!
It's Kat, Gina, and Al. We'll be right back.
You've been listening to the show on Q Talk America. This is Q Talk America.
The following broadcast contains adult humor, language, and topics, along with partial nudity. Actual knowledge is used sparingly. The show is a result of a lost bet and a bad game of rock, paper, scissors. It's the show with Clayton McKee. And now, a man with a face for radio, Clayton McKee.
Oh my God! Good evening, everybody. Once again, this is going into hour 4. This is hour 4. We got 30 more minutes of this bullshit. It's Kat Carlson, Al Perkins. Our guest in studio with us is Gina Florio.
I think I need to tell Harrison he should hashtag quit that job.
Harrison is a girl.
Oh, that's right. We have like
Al's got the list.
how you self-identify, but she's a born woman.
Is
Born woman.
Dr. Ben Carlson on
Look,
there?
I've been pronoun challenged for
I
at least the last
understand.
decade.
We all have.
Al had to make a list so we know where they're from, what's their name, and how they identify.
And how they identify. Because
I keep fucking it up too.
he fucks up Meow Cal and I fuck up Nero.
We need one of those like mind map charts on the
I know,
wall.
right? It's coming up. Coming soon.
Give me the thing.
But first, I get my fucking weather chart.
Well, sure. We're gonna get the
We're
weather chart.
gonna paint the entire room as green screen. So from wherever you are, I can just zoom in on you and put you wherever the fuck you
We
are.
can just Vanna White, whatever.
Exactly.
The best part is I only wear green or blue, so I'm gonna be this
just like
torso-less floating head.
Yes, there's
have
that.
you seen Girls Will Be Girls, where they tell her don't wear green or blue and she wears a blue dress? It's the whole scene. She has no torso.
Yes.
Best movie ever. Well, you know Doug.
Is that where you got the idea?
You know Doug. You know Doug.
I do know Doug.
All right, kids, here we
Nero's still
go.
with us. Hi, Nero, Jenny.
It's our final segment of the night.
Dr. Ben Carlson is still here.
She
Oh,
is.
look out.
She's very busy. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's our final segment of the night. It's called Thoughtful Vulgarity, and it goes a little bit like this.
And now, Thoughtful Vulgarity, where we in the studio try to make ourselves slightly less shallow, which is not hard to do. We will ask one question of the panel while fucked up drunk, because you know at home how well it goes when important questions come up several hours after alcohol has been served. Politics, religion, why not? What could possibly go wrong? Who could you offend? Good luck.
You're in the hot seat, my darling.
Oh, you're the
are.
first to answer. That's true.
So, question number uno.
Yes.
Because I feel we have time.
We have 28 minutes.
We're only 1 minute over.
I'm really going into this very green. So.
Yes, you are.
Gentle.
A virgin, if you will. If you won't, well, that's all right.
It only hurts at first, and then just go with it. All right. So, what makes you feel alive? Like, what is it that you do that makes you feel completely alive, and you're like touching all points of the compass? You're further North Dakota, Florida, New York, Washington. What makes you feel like you're doing all this with your arms?
I feel like the snow angels are not helping.
I think I feel most alive when I ride around in my boyfriend's hot red convertible before I've met the 2-drink minimum. There's a 2-drink minimum to ride in the car with my boyfriend.
Oh, I was confused. I'm like, does
Ron
your boyfriend
Rogers.
have...
with Ron.
Yeah.
Oh, we're using so many euphemisms.
You have to be this tall,
Not
and you
real-
have to have 2 drinks in you to ride with Ron Rogers.
Let's just clarify. For those listeners who don't understand, Ron Rogers
Which is all of them.
Ron Rogers isn't the real boyfriend. The real boyfriend, and
He's my hero.
He's gonna be hurt to find out.
I don't know real boyfriend's name.
That's because I call him my hero.
Okay, hero. Ron Rogers is he's a gay staple in the Phoenix metro area. He's been
He holds me together.
a bartender for many, many years, and best friend of Gina Florio.
Love that boy.
He's who we called earlier in the show on the phone, and he said he had not heard from Gina. But
We got very
He is
worried.
working though.
but
so
we're gonna
that's
go
not-
see him
not
after
worried.
the show here tonight. But Ron Rogers he's a star tender here in town.
A star tender.
A star
if you will.
tender, much like the
Dirty
much like the Cat Carlson.
Much like, yeah.
Let's not forget the Susan Lucci of the room
Half
now.
of the
Clayton.
table
you,
here.
up for many awards.
No. I
believe
will
the
not have
original-
my Susan Lucci award taken away from me
Yes.
by some
Her.
fly-by-night.
Oh, but honey, it's
She's
been
not a
20 years
fly-by-night.
since you
I'm sorry, 10-year nominee for best waitress/bartender,
When?
10-time loser.
were 35 years ago.
1996 to 2006.
Are those the archived Echo
Yes, they are.
magazines?
Yes.
Before there
Are
was-
they on microfiche, Al? Come on,
Yes.
Al.
Yes, they are. See you next Tuesday.
All
right.
yes, Will.
No, I
Get Smashley on the
There-
phone. We
come
need a
on.
field
No one
trip
likes
to Echo
no one
magazine.
likes to be imitated during her award season losing streak.
I brought Susan Lucci's on a stick for the 3 of us who always get nominated and never win.
Never
And-
win.
10 years.
Well, if you'd have been there, I'd
10
have given you a Susan
solid
Lucci on a
She
stick.
worked.
years
She
Should've
worked.
given you a stick.
of losing.
Yeah.
I lost in several categories.
Everyone you were nominated for.
Yes.
Okay, you know
That's
what?
how you define them.
Here's
So what makes you feel alive? Before
okay,
we get to my
all right.
horror.
You know what? Forget the convertible story. What makes me feel alive is, I'm going to go back to my Susan Lucci. What makes me feel alive is being nominated for Echo Reader Choice Awards in a category under 2 different complete names.
Oh, that's funny.
I didn't even need to win. That was winning right there.
What names? How
what
did
was
they
your
fuck it
second
up?
name?
Well, one is the name that I was given when I was born, my family name, and one name is attached to an old situation that I once was in.
So does that mean
one
that?
question.
So
Wait,
does
I
that
have
legal-
one
and it's my
question.
true-
really? You're
it's
gonna
my true-
really? It's my show.
It's my true legal
It's my
name.
show.
Oh, girls, let's not fight.
It's my
Girls
show.
just want to have
Too
fun.
late.
I'm gonna ask the question. So wait. So somebody knows your God-given name and they nominated you?
Yeah, I'm going to throw him under the bus. His name is Stacy Lewis. The only
Bitch!
reason he knows my
Bitch!
legal name is because he once upon a time he saw my paycheck at the bar, and he nominated me, which is a nice thing. Like, that's
Very
a nice
nice.
thing.
He
She
had
doesn't
all
even
those-
have all her fingers.
But the best part
Who's
was
going to vote for you if they don't know who they're voting for?
exactly like everyone's
All of
like,
the
who hell's-
Vietnamese people in the basement at Stacy's that were voting for Stacy's.
Right.
There's a basement at Stacy's.
Yes, and
Oh!
and he had Vietnamese children down there voting floating the whole time.
He has like 10 IP
We are
addresses.
going to the basement at Stacy's tonight.
I'm gonna
You
write
got a
that
thing
down.
for Asians? Is that what's happening?
All right. Next.
No, I still
That
have
makes
my
me feel
question
like-
before Rude Pants over here interrupted me.
Really?
I've given you 2
3
viable
years.
answers.
3 years of
That's
our
true.
show,
Let
and
her off
one
the hook.
time
You've
they
given-
interrupt you, and I'm Rude Pants.
You know what makes me feel alive?
It's a
Going
loving
to a
nick- I
hotel with
love
free breakfast, walking into the lobby in my PJs, sitting down with a random stranger.
That sounds like him.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, there's that.
That makes me feel
I thought
alive.
that was my story.
What's your
Oh.
given name? What don't we
shh.
know? What are we
don't need-
missing?
We don't need to know. We don't need
I thought that
she
was the
doesn't-
obvious question.
Perhaps she doesn't want to tell tens of
It's
listeners.
been redacted for legal
both
purposes.
Both
8.
listeners.
We're at 8.
Oh, not even
All right,
tens.
all right. It's clearly sensitive.
It's not that sensitive. Nobody wants my identity. Trust me. All you're gonna get is student loans and a headache.
Oh, I've got both. I've got both of those.
That's just because
Sophie
Alfred's screaming and the
Feldman.
headphones are too loud, though.
Sophie Feldman.
Yeah. The headache will go away when I stop talking.
Where's my
I just want to
Benadryl?
promise you.
It's right here.
Sophie Feldman.
Lesbian number 2. As you're commonly known.
Or
Not today. No.
No, usually.
Because there is no lesbian number 1.
There's a
I
whole
thought we
missing.
weren't about labels.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, we're all
so
about
we are a show with all labels.
We don't just jump on the labels. We kick them a
So
little
I'm the
bit.
TSG right now.
Token straight girl?
Yeah.
There's no MSG.
Come on.
What?
TSG.
Oh,
T.
I
Let me
heard
enunciate
M.
for you.
I'm sorry. I'm hungry.
You can't get around my enjoyment of the initials.
I know.
Long rides on my scooter, cooking, talking to friends, and watching the sunset. Anant.
And figuring out acronyms.
And Aunt, do you like pina coladas?
And
Do I make 11 midnight?
and or getting caught in the
the
rain.
rain.
Oh,
I know, and
yes. Send me a picture, bitch. Anyway, Kat
Are you
Carlson.
into
have the-
yoga?
No, are you into junk food?
But if you're into champagne, call me, because Anant,
Oh.
I'm your girl.
Those were all my answers. Those were going to be the things that make me feel alive. Are
94.5 Cool FM. Thank you very
I
much.
meant it seriously.
No, I will tell you seriously.
Do we have time for a movie montage?
Yeah, of course we do.
There's always time
for a movie montage. Have you never listened? Oh, clearly not.
Actually, what the answer is, not this long. How about that?
No,
Oh,
You
none
never
of
made it past the first
Oddly-
half
All
hour.
right, are you ready?
None of us have either.
Wait.
I used to.
What are you doing?
Gina, whatever your name is, are you ready for my highest honor? Fair point. It's my highest honor.
I thought it was going to be you can ring my bell.
You can
Fair
ring
point.
my bell.
When you shut me up with something, I'll give you
Ring my
a
bell.
fair point.
Kat Carlson has the floor.
Oh, is that the
Oh.
object of the game? Is
It
to
is.
get Al to be like,
Fair point.
okay.
Our entire goal of the show is to get him to shut up. That's the entire fucking goal of
And
the
yet
show.
they invited me.
Every week.
If your goal is to get me to shut up and then invite me to talk, you're the loser.
We lose every
But
week.
if the goal is fair point, and he's won like 2 or 3 of them in 3 years.
In 3 years. Kat Carlson, you have the floor?
She's won 2 Women One Mind awards. I'm just saying.
It's
There's
true.
It's been
they're
a good
important,
day.
but they're not fair point awards.
2 women, 1 mind.
Oh, Anant, we're playing. Oh no, Anant, we're just making fun of your answer because we think you're doing some kind of a
cooking
timber
show.
Timber ad.
Missed connections.
But riding on your scooter, we were in on it. It's the cooking, talking to friends. And
I don't
watching
even
the
have a
sunset.
scooter, Annette. I don't have a scooter. I have a riding
He
mower.
does, but his name is Scooter, so it's not the same.
Kat Carlson.
My real answer is going to be making people laugh.
Oh, true story.
Yeah.
You're good at that.
When are you going to start doing that?
As you shut the fuck up.
He does not get a fair point for that one.
Oh,
I'm a smart ass.
You cannot
Come on.
self-congratulate yourself. With
That
a
wasn't
fair
a
point.
congratulations.
he's over there with his cigar. I was kidding. I'm kidding.
To the moon, Alice. To the moon. I'm going to point at the moon.
I'm going to point at the moon. Well, I think we're all in consensus of where the moon might be tonight.
It's
over there, clearly.
Even Gina. She's.
I got here late. I saw it firsthand. It's over there.
I just want to say that the moonshine episode was not as bad as this one.
No, this one's pretty.
Was I supposed to bring moonshine? I went to the little pink drive-through.
Last week we had a segment of about 10 minutes where we were all just loopy as shit.
Cat.
And then
Next time I'll bring brownies.
She went to the little pink drive-thru. Were you aware of that?
yeah, she was.
I didn't go to her pink drive-through.
Oh, wait, ready?
That was not a sexual
more than one.
innuendo.
Fair point.
I'm aware of little
That
quick
was
drive-through
no
that serves
sexual
liquor.
innuendo.
So what was your answer?
2, my answer was when I make people laugh. When
And
I'm
you're good at
on
that.
and I'm witty and zingy and
You were laughing
and
so hard
the
you forgot her
punchlines
answer.
hits.
I'm
That
gonna
is fantastic.
Say you're at like 67% successful at that.
That's a pretty
That's
good because
all?
comedy is fucking hard. Look,
I do.
comedy
It
is
is.
hard.
That,
Most of
that,
the
that,
time-
honest to
The
God,
only
that is
reason
one of
you
the
got
things you have
67%
That totally is.
is because sometimes you hang out with children at book fairs.
Fair
And
point.
you're like a
your
do-gooder.
third fair
Wait.
point in your first episode.
Benadryl is an
Amazing.
amazing drug, is all I'm saying.
2 things. A, I should have used that as my answer because that's a way better answer than just being funny and having people laugh because I'm smart and funny. Because that seems a lot less
Hashtag
self-centered.
true story.
Hashtag whores are fun.
Hashtag you should quit that job.
Hashtag it's the only job I got.
Oh,
I
and
might as
Nat,
well go.
we're coming over.
We are?
No. Yeah. So A.
But what's your closest airport? Because I don't want to spend a lot of time driving through India. So let's.
Anyhow.
I believe I need another 2% because I also make the children laugh. So I'm I'm preparing them for sarcasm and
but
wit.
do you believe the children are the future?
Teach them well
and let them lead the way. And
I'm
then,
getting
of course,
no fair points on that one.
beauty they possess inside.
I just went deep. Yeah, too much. Too many things happening.
Sorry, there's a lot going on.
Too many things, and this bitch is trashed.
I just want to tell you
She's
the
not alone.
easiest way to make people.
I have the van. I can drive us
The
to
easiest way to
Stacey's.
make kids laugh. Use this later.
Is this noise?
Yep. When people bend over. The minute someone
No,
bends
not even
over.
when they bend over. You know what I do? I just walk up to little kids and get them at that tickler spot in the ribs and go. Hilarious every time.
But wait for someone to bend over and do it, and you will be their best
because
friend.
fart jokes are hilarious for
They
a
never-
long time.
Poop,
You know
poop
what?
is always funny.
Fair
Yeah.
point. They never die.
Yeah.
And that's how my nieces
They
love
linger.
me. They just wait for you. Just wait.
White?
That's where you
Wait a
pronounce all
minute.
the letters in the word
Why?
wait. And someone
Why?
bends over, and you just
Why?
hit them with a why? You just hit them with a
All of a
White
sudden,
for
Nell
it, gotta white
wait,
for
Nell,
it.
just shut up,
White for
Angel. Why?
All right, we all just went Nell on
You
us.
did no.
I can't believe he's been hiding a bottle of vodka on the top of that
Wait,
refrigerator.
I can't believe this is the first time I've seen you get to the vodka.
You just said poop. Poop jokes are funny. We just talked about
Fart jokes
We
are
almost
funny.
got to poop today. Was it today we met or yesterday when we met?
Yesterday.
For drink? Are you sure? Oh,
Pretty
wait,
sure.
I went to
Are
the same
you
place
sure?
at the same time 2 days in a row. See,
Happens.
that's
Happens. Bunkhouse?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Mondays I'm free as a
Yeah, I
bird.
can-
Tuesdays I have obligations in the afternoon.
We were talking about peeing in the pool, not pooping in the pool.
Peeing in the pool, right.
Well, pooping in the pool is really not cool, but
And
peeing, you
they
can get
kick
away
everybody
with.
out of the pool when that happens.
It's like a Snickers.
But how come they don't do that when people pee?
Nobody
Because they
knows.
can't prove it.
True. Well, not only that, but usually by then it's about 80 proof
It
urine
right.
anyway.
It dilutes
When there's a
through
log
there.
just floating
Now,
by.
in fairness, if I were to do it early, in like midday after the vitamin take of the morning, yeah, it's gonna be like
midday poop?
neon. No piss.
Oh.
A neon piss because like that's like neon piss because vitamins do that.
Okay,
You need
I
more fiber
only
in your life
answered
is
one
all I'm
question. What did I miss? Before your
Oh.
neon poop, what makes you feel alive?
Pissing,
Peeing in the pool.
pissing in the pool at noon.
Oh my god.
Write this down. Wait. Stand by.
Peeing in the pool at noon because it's like nuclear colored.
Oh my. Can't even find my.
No.
I like the soothing pooping music in the background. It's really nice.
It's our thoughtful vulgarity backdrop.
Isn't it thoughtful?
It's so nice.
It's gonna go right into our outro music, but we have 2 hours and
Clayton
35 minutes.
McKee, sir or ma'am, what makes
Yeah,
you
I
feel
need
alive?
a real answer besides a good poop in a pool.
Which I feel like
peeing
is a
in the pool.
reasonably legit answer, but I feel like we should have more.
Yeah, I do.
It's almost like a live water
For
birth.
for the listeners who have just chimed in, can you readdress the question, please?
What makes you feel alive?
What makes you feel alive?
Thank
Like,
you,
alive.
sir or man.
Oh
Actually,
my god, your answers are terrifying me.
what really makes you even spelled my name wrong, Kat, as you're writing on your surface. What makes you feel alive is
MCKEE, right?
K. It looks like a B from here.
Did
What is
you
that?
put the Q talk in the middle of it?
Oh, she does because I have a
do,
napkin.
do.
I have a napkin that you wrote for me on my bulletin board next out there. We'll show you in a minute.
saved that?
When you do on the tour. When we do the tour, when we're done. Yeah. What makes me feel alive?
You might have to audition for my spot when I leave.
Have you
Is
ever-
it okay if I don't look directly at your spot while we're here?
I feel like we should just schedule that.
Now,
I think you should look a little more to the right of my
Minnesota,
spot.
further south Dakota. Where is your spot on my green screen? So I don't make eye contact.
Well, as we learned in Friends, start at 1, go to 2, go to 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6. Good work.
I don't know what that even means.
I think right now you're not only sharing a brain but a liver as well.
We are so good at
You got Clayton Q Talk McKee feels alive when he pees at the pool.
I wrote it down.
Very good. Can you post that online later?
Don't forget the neon part.
No, but what I feel alive when I do is because it still happens. It's been so many years. When I host an event and it all comes together, whether it's a fundraiser, whether it's a drag show, whether it's a parade, that
was
really,
so much fucking
that
fun.
is so much fun.
I was so on
when
that
I
day,
do a
that was
parade
awesome.
and you're live and you're literally without a net and I don't know who Net is, but apparently she shows up to things. But you're out there
She had great
alone.
hair in like the 60s. Like,
Well, yes, she did.
She did. Great hair.
But you're out there and you're alone and you're just living and doing and saying. And I love live. Everything I do live. That's why it's one of the reasons I love the show. Where it's a swing and a miss. Sometimes we're good. Sometimes we're not. Tonight
Sometimes real
tonight. The ballpark was full.
It was good.
And we did a
feel
good
like we
thing.
did a good
And
job.
you even showing up in the last hour and 16 minutes at this point. Good for you. God bless it. But no, thank you. No, it's the live thing. It's the coming together of so many things. But it's the live stuff that I get to do every week. I do so many things and it's fun. But no, that's the live thing for me.
I think we can relate to that as
very fun.
bartenders. It's the
And no,
same
of course,
kind of
because
thing.
you're on stage. You as a server. I mean, you did.
You as a nurse.
You did 10 years and 8 days in a bar that you wanted to get out of it like, after
No,
a
I
week.
loved.
I totally forgot that I had to borrow the 8 days.
Now
from
you're
you.
serving up a whole different kind of
But-
cocktail.
No,
but
I never wanted to. That's a bad. I never wanted to get out of it. Like every
Yeah.
time I would think about
I'm sorry.
leaving the bar.
You had agreed to a week or 2 weeks.
Oh,
and-
I had agreed to 2 weeks,
And
and
then-
then 10 years and 2 weeks later.
Oh, it is like a vortex that
Yeah.
just sucks you in.
But
And
I
you
did,
never
and
leave,
it would come up constantly that whenever someone would ask me about leaving, I would start to cry. I'd be like, like I couldn't even think about leaving it.
But I agree with what you're saying as a star tender, because you are Gina in this town, regardless of what you think, and so is Kat, and he was years ago before he left.
I'm just louder about it as
When
well.
when you get behind that bar, you're on stage, and regardless of what you think, you are.
Well, you're the
It's-
host of the party. You're
right.
throwing a party.
You're
You are,
the
yeah.
smart remark. You're getting him to sign a tab. You're so many
Introducing.
things.
No, and if you're
people.
day
Yeah.
drinking, you're keeping them from
Oh
suicide.
my God! I just made this drink for this guy. He's
Not
over
nothing
here.
at
You
all.
know him. You are totally on stage.
Have you met Ted?
Yeah.
I love that game. I want to play that game.
It's a little more like a cruise director.
No, you
but,
are
yeah.
Julie McCoy. Very much so. I agree. I get it. So no, I love
Kat's
it.
way better at it than I am.
I'm just louder.
She doesn't do as much Benadryl as I do, so I'm pretty
That's
sure
also
she's a
true.
little more lively.
Atta girl.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! You know what? If we end this show now, we can be where Ron Rogers is in 12 minutes. I'm just letting you know.
We can be there in 12 minutes.
Why
no
does it
matter
take
what
so
time we
long
end
to
this
get
show.
there?
At any point.
I passed
What's
it on the
wrong
way
with
here.
your broom?
You think we? You
Because I
think?
think these two are gonna go.
Are we? We're gonna ride our bikes, and you're gonna ride with her.
Well, you just slap in the back of Kat's mama
Why don't we
minivan,
jump in
and
the
then
minivan?
you can ride home.
We'll work it out. Are we done with this segment now? Or would you like to answer your
I was
own
saying-
question?
Oh, answer
There
it.
was a
What makes
question
you happy,
posed to
Al?
group.
Al Perkins has the floor.
Lady Perkins.
The lady
Perkins.
Thank
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Marlon Perkins.
I wish I had something more to say.
We'll say something sweet.
I know. Wow, I'm not
Don't
prepared.
cry. Don't
no,
cry.
no.
You asked the question.
All right,
I know
go
I
ahead,
did, but I
cry.
didn't realize
It's
we were
okay,
gonna
cry.
beat it to death for this long.
We beat the life
That's
out
what
of your
she
what
said.
makes you happy in life question.
Now, what makes you feel alive? And I have to say,
Alive.
like, surprisingly, this wasn't my answer when I asked the question because I'm so used to picking on Marnie that I'm
Right.
not used to having someone have an answer
Like
ready.
actually answer.
But honestly, like, the ladies today with the dogs, the dykes with dogs that were like, why aren't you singing? And I'm like, That usually is it. It's usually singing. Like, it usually is.
Oh, I've heard you sing. It's lovely.
Well, thank you.
You have a nice voice.
It usually is.
when you're singing.
Yeah.
When you're let me clarify that part.
When you're
smiling.
When you're smiling.
This one has no concept of what I can do singing wise because
I've known you for years.
And he still hates it. No, but it really is. Like mine is always singing. Like mine is when like there's a song to be sung, or especially if there's something to learn. Like if you can be like, it's not just about like.
Let it go.
Right, no, but
let it go.
But it's not just about like there's a song to be sung, because I'll always play along. But if there's something like I want you to learn to sing this, that's when I get it. When you're like, okay, learn to sing this and sing it correctly, that's when I really thrive. Is when someone's like, all right, clearly you know how to imitate whoever the singer is, but now learn to sing it correctly. And that's when I really love singing, is when someone's like, we're going to work with the piano, we're going to work with this, and somebody's going to harmonize with you, so you have to do it fucking correctly.
Will there be a tap number?
So singing while being bossed around.
No, but singing while told, like, there's a way to sing and there's a way to, like, fuck around because you're doing karaoke, but there's a way to be, like, sing it on key, sing it the right way so that someone can play along with you. But if someone could tap behind me, we are so on board.
On a red mat?
I don't care what their mat is.
Well, red was an issue earlier.
Mine was a red dot. Mine was the red dot. It was the start of the red dot.
Cliff's Notes. Alfie took one tap lesson and couldn't do it anymore.
Oh, that kind of tap. Okay.
Yeah. No, like...
But how is he going to sing with somebody tapping?
And it was just so funny to have someone when I was having kind of...
oh, no.
Yeah.
Like
kind of a rough week to have...
Well, maybe that's what it's all about.
I feel like, no.
To have someone at the end of a really rough week be like, why aren't you singing? And I was like, oh no, these are neighbors.
I've
and they're
lost my music.
Yeah, it really does feel like that. Because, I mean, seriously, the one thing you can always depend on with me is like, I'm singing whatever. Whatever's going on, there's a song there. Like, we're going to sing
songs
along.
For all occasions.
Yeah, there
that's what I call that.
Yeah. So I would say that.
That's nice. Good work.
A faggot with the tune. There you go.
I'll go with that too.
Can we end this?
We need hashtag depressing TV reboots, because I'm thinking Full House is number one.
Could be on that.
Also, hashtag my sex life in a TV show is very funny.
I gotta write that down. Nero, I'm gonna write that down, dear.
Here's that.
Also, hashtag impatient boozy bitches.
We're down to one user.
All right, kids, we've done it. We've wrapped up our third. We'd like to thank Gina Florio for coming in. Out of her Benadryl coma, she came in and filled in for the last hour and 22 minutes. Thank you very much,
rudely
Gina.
Summoned, but she showed up anyway.
Kat Carlson is here. Al Perkins. I'm Clayton McKee. You've been suffering through 3 hours and 22 minutes of the show on Q Talk
God knows why.
Q Talk America. Thank you for doing so. We will do what we do each week with you all. We will leave you with our parting statement. We will see you next Tuesday!
You've been listening to The Show on Q Talk America.